Because no one actually says that.
Yeah, no, you're fucking lame if you say that. Yeah.
You're right.
I was thinking of a bit, and it's basically about saying like have a good day or try to have a good day. Like the whole bit is basically about how have a nice day doesn't actually mean have a nice day.
Yeah.
It means I hope you have one, and then how people are usually cunts about it. Like, oh, it's not actually gonna make me have a good day. It's like, fuck you, I don't give a shit. I'm not telling you have to have it. I'm pretty much saying I want you to have a good day.
Yeah.
Fuck off, you
Also,
shit.
You were nice to me, and now I'm hoping that the day will treat you. But fuck.
Well, if it doesn't,
fuck you. Yeah, exactly.
And it's like I'm not gonna say it to you anymore now.
Right. Exactly.
It's like don't take everything literal. That's the whole bit. It's like don't be literal about
Oh,
it.
I hate people.
People
I
take
hate.
things
Yep.
way too
I hate when
literal
people
now.
take. Yep. Oh
It's
my
one of
god.
the worst things about a podcast.
I hate when they do
Because
that.
one of the best things about a podcast is that
Nobody takes
you
anything
can-
serious.
Well, but like there are specific moods in a podcast, and if you're like a fan of that podcast, you can tell when somebody's switching on and off their funny shit.
Oh yeah,
One
for
of the
sure.
problems.
It's like a
One of
friend.
the problems
It's like your
with
friend.
the Abby and the Callie podcast, and one I just had, was that
Yeah.
I had like screenshots of like shit that was being posted on Instagram, and I was going like question after question, trying to bring punchlines, and they were like, "Yo, you gotta calm down and like let me finish what I'm saying." I'm like. And I just like kind of sat there awkwardly, but like what I was trying to do is just talk shit. Like I wasn't
Calm down,
legitimately like trying to
Let me
argue with him.
speak.
And we did get into like an
Let
actual
me speak,
conversation
Bubba.
about what was being said, and like some of the things is that like I think the main argument we said was like if 50 men say that a woman's a whore, you'll believe him, or you'll believe him, and then if 50 girls call someone a rapist, you won't believe them or something like that.
Yeah, that's true.
And I said,
Yeah, that's kinda true.
That's true, but like, a rapist and a whore aren't the fucking same thing.
There's a big difference.
You can't
Yeah.
fucking compare them. And like, we got into a
Yeah,
civil...
whore's way worse.
Yeah.
Funny bit.
No,
Funny
you
bit.
can't. But that...
It's not funny, dude. Were you saying that with a straight face?
But,
But have been fucking
but
comedic.
like, the thing is that I was trying to
clips
talk
it sent
shit.
to every college.
I wasn't actually trying to get into a civil conversation, but we did, and I
Civil
think that
war.
we had like a good conversation and whatnot. And we
Oh.
got to some understanding of each other. I don't necessarily agree with them, but I kind of see their perspectives and things like that.
You know what? I'm glad you said that because that brings me around to this overarching bit I've been thinking about for years, and it's how like we should be respectful to whores, men and women included,
Yeah.
Right.
and sex
100%.
workers. Be respectful, but don't admire them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Don't treat their profession as
don't idolize their life.
Don't
They
idolize
don't-
their profession.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't I'd rather if you look at a nurse and a porn star, you should not see those as on the same level.
No.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like
not
we
even
should.
close.
It should be accepted, but we shouldn't normalize it to the point where it's like,
I
I'm
meet-
considering that as a life.
If I
choice.
meet a porn star, I'm gonna be respectful, but in the back of my mind, I'm thinking she or he is doing God knows what.
Yeah, yeah.
To earn a paycheck. And,
Anything.
they're just
Borderline.
putting filth out there.
Yeah.
So you can't put them on the same. And I feel like I keep saying
No, but here's the
like,
thing: is when we say
support
this,
them. Support them's the
This
big
is,
thing.
wait-
Support sex workers. I hate
But here's-
that because you don't have to support them. You just like them.
I
Supporting
support
them
them.
means
Okay.
give them money. I'm not giving them money.
No,
I
no,
think
but
we
what
all
they're
are
saying
paying
is,
them.
hold on.
I'll say
Hold
good job.
Supporting
But-
them since I was in middle school.
Hold on. Time out.
It's not
time out,
OnlyFans,
time
I'm not
out,
supporting.
time out. What they're saying is when some girls, when they say support, is what they want is some sort of like regulation, union type thing for them when they feel like they're being abused.
Porn doesn't need a unionization.
Okay, but here, okay.
Oh, people
well,
are trying
hold
to
on.
cancel porn.
No.
That's
Hold
fuck.
on.
Mia
What's-
Khalifa.
Hold on. Wait,
Pornhub just
let's stay on
deleting
topic.
every-
Let's stay on topic here.
Khalifa
Let's
is
stay on
a
topic
piece
here.
of
Let's stay on
shit.
topic here.
Okay,
She
go, Chris.
totally
Let's-
Let's
Chris.
hold on. Let's
manipulated
break
all
this down.
situation.
Hold on. I know we're all teenagers and we all have the attention span of 3 seconds, but let's try
4.
and break this down right now, because hold on. The thing is like with porn,
What were you
with like
saying?
sex workers and things like that,
Yeah.
is that I don't think it's good that they feel like they get raped every time they go into work.
You don't think it's?
I don't
wait,
want them to have that.
Yeah.
You don't think it's
thought.
good that they think that way?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I don't think they do.
I
Really?
think some of them do.
I think some of them probably do.
Some of them definitely do.
Not
and
the,
some
oh,
porn,
the ones that
porn
Not the,
companies,
not the
some porn
mainstream
companies
ones. I
are
think
bad.
The mainstream ones
No,
are
not the
treated
mainstream
pretty
ones.
well.
The ones
That's why
the ones that are up higher, like it
Yeah.
isn't it like, and they only have like there's like a few dudes that do it.
No, that's why I think. Oh, you know what happens to men a lot is I read like this thing, and it was basically that men will be tricked into thinking they have to do gay porn first in order to do straight porn.
Really?
And so that's why a lot of them they break in and they do gay porn first, and it's because they're lied to.
Jesus
but
Christ.
going back off to the high, like Mia Khalifa, like when things were coming out about how they weren't paying people and how people were kind of being forced into it, she came out and she was like, "Yeah, I did it for a few months and I only got paid X amount of dollars and I don't get any of the revenue from the videos." And I'm like, "You're an idiot. Read the contract.
Yeah.
Read the contract. You got paid enough money. You were only in porn for 4 months, and you have an entire career now with millions, hundreds of millions of followers now, all because you did, I think it was only like 15 or so.
Are you serious?
films.
Wow.
No, well, here's the thing.
But yeah, and what
Hold
I'm
on, but
saying
what
is,
what you're talking about.
well,
is
I'm
Mia
critiquing
Khalifa.
how she's trying to get that
Right.
attention when
Right.
really it's the small
But-
ones that you've never heard
Okay,
of.
but
who are
what I'm
telling
talking
the
about
truth.
is also sex workers.
Yeah,
So I'm also
Mia
including
Khalifa's a
sex
sex
strippers.
worker. What do you
No,
think
no,
she is?
no, I'm not talking about that. But there's also in other
Oh,
industries
hookers, stuff like that.
hookers.
Well, hookers are
strip
illegal.
Oh, you
clubs.
should have taught. You should have prophesized that.
Well,
No,
being-
well, I'm
yeah,
talking about all sex workers. And
Well,
all
being
things
hooker-
like that.
you
that's
can't be a hooker, though.
No, porn star and prostitute.
Yeah. Because
Very different.
prostitute is
Yeah.
illegal.
Yeah,
Right.
It's,
And what
it's
they're
like
saying
Taxi
is-
Driver, where the girl
Yeah,
is,
literally.
she's you can tell
Well,
like
I think prostitution should be legal.
I don't think it should be legal.
no.
Why?
I don't think it should be.
Why?
Because that's
Because
does-
it's still happening. We all know it's still happening. The idea
Yeah.
that you
If you
outlaw
legalize
Well,
it
that's
and
like-
then
you
it
can
goes
control it more,
away
it can make
is
it less-
so crazy.
Well, that's like saying
Well, that's how
one
they
of
do
the-
it in Amsterdam, right?
Well, hold on.
It is legal.
I don't.
But
I
that-
don't exactly know in some of
In
the places,
Amsterdam? I'm pretty
but
sure
I know
they-
that
they,
if
like-
you literally legalize it, and then you have laws, and then the police literally can come and invade, and then the girl won't be placed under arrest.
Yeah.
Though there's a less chance likely of rape happening.
That's
No,
true.
here's
That's
the thing,
just
I-
a factual thing that occurs.
Yeah, that's
Well,
very-
hold on.
And so, like, what do we want
But if
in
they
a
bear
society?
down-
Here's what I'm
But if
saying.
they bared down on prostitution and made sure none of it was happening,
That's never gonna happen. That's
Yeah,
like
it's-
selling.
well,
that's
well,
like
hold
saying
on.
drugs
Well,
is never
it's
gonna
always
happen.
gonna be
but
there.
here's
It's
the
always
thing.
gonna be
Here's-
there.
here's the
No,
It's
thing.
there's
a
always
part
gonna
of
be rape.
human nature.
You say that it's always going to happen.
Okay, but
so make
what
hold on,
less
no. Let me say something, because you just said that it's always going to happen, so we shouldn't try to make it illegal. Well, with that logic, then why is it that why is it that killing someone is illegal?
What?
It's bound to happen.
yeah.
Okay,
You
but
just
it's
said
gonna
that it was
happen
bound to
less.
happen, but is it bound to happen less? Yeah, if it's illegal. Same
Okay,
thing
I
with
get-
prostitution.
I don't
But
think
the
it should be
thi-
legal.
But
If it's legal, a lot of people are going to
killing
do it.
someone,
Yeah.
killing someone is a completely different thing.
Well, we
because-
could use an
No,
even
but
less extreme
no. But
thing.
what you're saying is, with killings, is that if somebody kills, there's only a certain group of people that want to kill. That's a
there's
known
only
fact.
a
There's
certain
only
group of people that
want to rape prostitutes. Yeah.
right, but
Yeah.
they have the advantage because they're illegal. What they're doing is illegal. Okay, but what you're saying is
What?
that no. What?
The rapist will find if
No,
if
but
it's
what
legal.
the prostitution is doing
all-
is
all
illegal.
I was trying
so
to
they have
rebuttal-
a less opportunity of going to the police. They're
I
not going to
was-
go to the police as much with killings because it okay.
But I was trying to
But-
I wasn't just proving that. I was just proving the fact that by making it legal, you're stopping the likelihood of it happening. That's
But
what
with
my point is.
but when they outlawed drinking happened more because drinking
and
and,
not just
doing
that,
an
it brought-
action of things like that is different than taking another life. Of doing violent acts
and it
is
brought
a different
other things like
per-
crime and stuff.
well, I think
exactly.
drugs are.
It
With the
brings
prohibition.
organized things, but because the violent
History
is like
class,
a
huh?
different side of the human brain. It's like a side that we don't really understand. It's a side that we're trying to abandon as a society as we get more and more civilized. But like it's still there. There's only a certain amount of people that give into that and are willing to give into that and will continue to do so. If you make it illegal and take those people out, then killings will happen less. drugs and intake of drugs and like sex and greed, all of that's embedded in all of us. There's a very few small amount of people that can live a life without greed, without drugs, have a happily sex marriage, get kids, and live a happily life without doing any of those things, without giving into any of those things.
Yeah.
There's people can lie about that and say that it's not.
Yeah.
But those people often get into affairs and end up ruining their marriage. It's one of the reasons why 50% of marriages are illegal, or they're like, or they're illegal. Fail.
Dom, you want to get married? Illegal. Charlie,
I'm telling you, when you're
illegal.
talking on the fly like this, you have no idea what you're gonna say next, and you're trying to build like a sentence together as you're speaking. It's really hard. So I'm sorry about that.
I have flaws in your. Okay, well, first of all, murder. If murder was legal, then it would happen more.
Way more.
Yeah, it'd happen way more if it was legal.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, wait, hold on, Chris. Can I just?
You said that
so
it would happen
you want,
less if it was
Chris,
legal.
do you want?
Did I? I meant, but that's
Okay.
not what I meant.
Wait, Chris,
That's
can
not
I
what
just?
meant.
Can
I'm sorry,
I
I
just go?
didn't
Wait,
know
can
I sent that.
Can we just go back to the basics? Like,
Okay.
do you think prostitution should be legal or illegal? Yes or no?
I think it should be legal.
I don't.
Okay,
think it should.
so let's say it's legal.
I'll convince you.
In the standard form of prostitution, which would be you have a pimp and then you have the prostitutes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that do you think that should be the form? Would you like that form to be legal? Pimps and prostitutes?
It can be, but
I
I don't
wouldn't.
support it.
No, I don't think that should be legal.
Yeah.
If it's done in
Pimps?
a
Well, the thing
way.
is-
No,
no,
pimp,
but
you can't have a pimp.
If you try
Pimps
to,
are bad.
if you try
If
to
you
make
have
it
an
a certain,
organized-
Pimps are the
but
reason
if you
that
try to organize it,
they're
they'll go
gonna
out
get
of the
raped.
organized
you
way.
wouldn't say pimps, right?
No,
Because
but-
an
but
alcohol
we know what they
dealer
are.
is different than, or an alcohol dealer, an alcohol bootlegger is different than someone owning a alcohol store.
Well, hold on. Well,
So you would do it in that way. You would make it more formal.
If okay,
But you
make it more
couldn't. You
formal,
wouldn't have
but
them
the
like
fa- you
Boba
can-
Fett, like on a
Well,
leash type
no,
thing.
you
Like,
can make it as
you would get
formal
that
as-
rid of that.
You can make it as formal as you want. The fact of the matter is, you're still gonna have a guy who tells them where to go, who to have sex with, how long.
Right. That's the
Would you
industry
think
you're going into.
Should that be legal?
If the girls want to, yes, that's what.
I don't think it should.
Why not?
Even if they, let's say this. Let's say they're told, hey, look.
But if it's
we'll give
legal,
you this,
you
this,
would.
and that.
No. But
You-
if
you do
it's
this.
illegal, you would say things that they wouldn't be allowed to do. Like you would say things, hey, you can't tell your girls to do this, and you would have it in an organized way because it's the government saying these rules and are setting these standards.
Well, I mean, that just goes back to.
And you would have
common
like a,
workplace or something like that.
Right,
Or
exactly,
If you don't want
that's
to
what
do
they're
something.
that's why they
And
want it legal.
Even in today's, like at an office job, if something sexist or something happens, a lot of the times the women don't speak out because they're afraid of getting their position fired or getting consequences.
Right.
So I don't
But
think
they're saying they
that-
want to fix all that.
Well,
That's
I
part
don't
of
think
the
they
movement.
would. Prostitution, no. That, and I think right now, because prostitution is outlawed, I think that's created a safer way to have prostitution, which basically, like OnlyFans, although it's more porn, you can easily
But what's
see
the
that
difference
as a safer form.
See, that's the whole thing that confuses me. Like, you can't have sex in real life, but you can have sex with somebody on camera randomly, upload it to the internet,
Yep.
and then it's totally legal and it's fine.
Well,
That
hold
doesn't
on.
make any sense.
That would just become amateur porn.
But
amateur porn is
what
legal.
about industrial
Well, here's the thing,
porn,
'cause
where they literally tell them what you're describing with pimps is what they do in the porn industry. They say, "Hey, go
That's
have
more
sex."
scripted.
That's way more scripted. They are way more professional.
Yeah, it's more professional than.
Well, then, but why?
'cause they have people watching.
Because at the end of the
it's
day,
legal. So they would have
you got
other
an
people
actor and an actress.
watching
If you
in a
no.
prostitution thing.
Well, then they wouldn't do it. Then they just wouldn't. Then they would find
yes,
the
they would.
illegal
well,
prostitution.
Yes,
here's
they
the
would.
thing: when
No,
you
they would.
Yes, they
upload a
would.
video,
Yes, they would.
if you
100%.
upload a video,
Why wouldn't you?
Well, here's
If you had an opportunity to go to somebody who's like down on their luck and needs to fuck, right? Somebody who's like, "Ugh, I really
But
need
you
to
have
fuck,
people watching?
but I don't. Yeah, well, they're desperate. Who do they care? They're on the verge of suicide.
But there
They're
would
so
be
desperate for pussy.
illegal. There would be illegal ones that they.
But
could
why
do
would
it.
they
here's
want to
the
go
thing,
to
Chris.
jail for
Wait,
it when they
Chris,
can
Chris.
go do
But
it
they don't
legally?
have to go to
hold
jail.
on.
Yes, they.
Chris,
There's
they
a
didn't-
chance of going to jail. They want to go do
Yeah, but they
illegal.
want to do more because they're these people that are like predators. They don't want to just do it normally.
But you can
they have it
shut
with
down those
intent.
cases so much more easily if you
Well,
have legal ones,
hold
because
on,
you would
Chris.
get some of the
Wait,
people
if
who
you
are
wanna
just
talk about
desperate.
that, let's-
But then you would get
I-
like the really weird ones, like the really weird ones who want to do illegal things. You would be able to catch them so much easier.
Oh, don't talk about. Hold on. You said that you don't understand why people can have sex, record, and upload it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go, and make it safer. If someone has sex
That's
with
what I'm
another person,
saying, though.
yeah, that's why that's legal, and I think that's
well, then
much
why
better
can't
than,
you do that with prostitution?
Well, there would be no. Okay, so are you going to record it?
No, why would what?
The
but
recording.
that's the whole thing.
If you
is
record it
the-
and upload it, it means that someone can watch it and see the two people in it, and it'll be much easier to track them down if
Can you have
something
security
happens.
cameras? Okay, then let's have a
Security
prostitution.
cameras?
Nobody would do it.
No, no one's going to do it.
Nobody
they
would do
fucking
it. No, they wouldn't.
And if
If there was, if you sign
they
a
did,
contract,
But they
if
wouldn't
you si-
sign the contract. That's the thing.
Why wouldn't they?
Because
If
they
it's
want
all
to do
le-
more than that.
well, here, let me ask you this: Why
But
would
you-
they sign a
No,
contract?
you're,
that they could
missing the
easily-
point. You're missing the
Well,
point.
hold
They're
on,
You're
so
missing the
down.
point.
No, hold
you're
on.
s-
Wait,
they're
Chris,
so
Chris,
down on
explain-
their
no, no,
luck,
Chris.
and they don't want
Nah,
to go
that's-
to jail for pussy.
They're so down that they're
is-
going insane, so they want more than just that. They're
They don't.
insane.
No,
they don't
no,
want to go
no.
to jail for pussy.
Then-
But
they're
they're
so.
they could get
they're
away
not
with
so
it.
down on their luck. They
can
don't
only
get
go to
away.
jail if they get
Then
caught.
they
would
go
get-
to a strip
Okay,
club.
but that's not that many people would be willing
No,
to do that.
Chris,
you think
these
all these
are
fucking
predators.
nerds?
Chris,
you
Not
think
all
these
of them
fucking
want to
Chris,
like,
not
hurt the
Chris,
person.
Yeah,
Some
not
of them
all of
just,
them want
like,
to hurt the
just-
person. You're
I know.
you're saying a large
but-
amount of them would want to like hurt the people and do illegal things and like do really kinky things
Look,
and fucked
dude.
up things. There's a lot of people who just want to have sex for money. They don't give a fuck.
Well, let
if
me
they
ask-
know
hold
that
on.
they have
Yeah,
a
but those
place-
people
well-
aren't the problem
Wait
now.
a minute, isn't
Either.
that what Tinder's
Yes,
for?
there is.
No, but the people that are normal now,
But
it's
the
not
Tinder
the problem.
isn't.
Hold
but
on.
the Tinder
That's what I'm
isn't
saying.
kinda
Yeah,
like
but
that.
it- hold
that's-
on.
So
There
there
are
exactly,
hookup things
exactly,
like that.
exactly,
Solve
exactly.
That
So
is
then
a
what?
safer form because you can tell who and who have connected, and you can read. And
So
there's
then
like
why
the
couldn't you do
messages.
that with prostitution if they have like
Well,
some
what's
sort of
the
meeting
point?
or 10
What's
minutes
the
or?
point?
Well, there
It's
is
already
there's
out
they
apps.
want
There are
to.
apps.
What's
There
the
are
point?
apps for
because
that.
because they want to.
Because the people on
because they want
the people
to.
on the
because
apps-
they want to.
If
Why do you
there's
care
some-
if they? Why do
Because
you?
prostitution
but how
has
do you
a
know-
negative connotation. The word prostitution
Yeah, it does.
has that very
But
negative
they. That's
connotation.
what the whole movement
That-
is about: is getting rid of that negative connotation.
Well, then that's
It's kind
stupid.
of if you want to keep
Why is that-
prostitution, then it's
Why is
kind of
that-
impossible
it's
to get rid of the
fucking
name.
Stupid.
It's kind of impossible to get
That's
rid
like
of the name.
trying to get rid of the negative connotation with the word fucking Nazi. Like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
the point? Or
Yeah.
like,
Nazi killing somebody.
gonna be
and
remembered
somebody
for-
fucking somebody
rapist.
for money is different.
no,
well, he's
listen,
just saying the stigma
Killing
of the
somebody
word.
for
there's
Jews.
there has been too
Kill-
many.
Hold on. Killing somebody for Jews. Killing somebody of their
Killing-
ethnicity.
You're not killing them
Not
for
killing
Jews. You are
Jews.
killing Jews.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Well, he's
sorry.
just saying.
killing.
What do you think?
Killing
Chris, it's
the
an extreme
Jews.
hypothesis.
What do you
but
think when you think
basically
Nazis?
What I'm
Stop
saying is
killing
it's
the
got-
Jews. Killing the Jews, and then
If it's
Nazis
all-
bad, prostitution bad. Both those words, when you think of bad.
Yeah,
what he's
okay,
saying.
but
no,
Nazis
my
on a
point
whole
is-
I
nother
know, but
different
he's just
level.
saying.
I
it's
know,
like-
and I
a
just said it
whole
was a
di-
Chris.
completely
Wait, hold
I
on,
know
hold
it's
on.
You're trying to
Chris.
compare to apples to oranges.
Nah, bullshit.
That's
Chris,
what I'm saying.
You're
is
apples to
Fuck
oranges
it, no.
here.
No, this
They're
is more
both
like
fruit.
apples to
Wait,
peaches.
Chris,
They're
that
both
saying
fruit.
would be.
No,
there you
these
go.
are apples
They're
and
both
pears.
fruit, but
They're-
they're apples.
They're both
to
fruit. They
oranges.
both taste sweet. They both fucking come from plants, dude. We humans eat them.
They have a.
Animals eat them. There's a lot of fucking similarities right now, Chris. The one
Why?
thing is they're just different fruit.
No,
Bro,
here's
this
the
is
thing.
in our argument. This is in our
What is
favor.
the point? No, wait, hold on, Chris. Let me just hold on.
That is the dumbest analogy, and I will never use that again.
Apples to oranges.
Apples or oranges is the dumbest fucking analogy. Who the fuck came up with that one? Dominic, was that you?
Wait, Chris. I'll agree with you. Just give me like a good sentence with like
Okay.
a strong reasoning to why you think
Thesis.
Why do you think prostitution in the current climate with all the things we have, whether it be Tinder, hookup apps,
Grindr.
OnlyFans, Grindr, stuff like that. Why would you want to then make prostitution legal when we have much safer
Yeah.
variations already that already have these really that don't have anywhere near as bad a connotation? Why take something that has a horrible connotation, try to rebuild upon it and fix that instead of just letting that be in the past and then focusing on what we have right now and trying to bring a better connotation to that? because there's Grindr and stuff. Doesn't
Yeah,
have a good
because when you're on
connotation.
Tinder, it's like
So
you're not a
why
prostitute.
try to make it? Why bring it back? Why make it legal? Why try to make it have a better connotation when there are things that we have right now that are working better and still don't have a great connotation?
Because there's a serious issue with a grown adult telling another grown adult, no, you cannot do this. I will lock you in a cage with bars
What does
because
that
you
have
want
to
to
do
do
with it?
this.
Yeah,
I don't get
but
it.
that no, but
What?
he's saying is
that
does that
has
have to do?
everything to do with
Wait,
it.
where?
no.
Dude,
When?
The way
What?
What
Hold
does
on.
that have to do with the, wait, hold on. Prostitution, if we're talking about it, prostitution probably has a lot more
Is it
examples of this happening.
What do you mean?
Shit,
Exactly.
Women locked up and stuff. So my point is, why bring that back?
Yeah,
why
we
want
we
prostitution?
can focus on like the apps like Tinder and the hookup apps that are safer.
You said
and tracked.
earlier that you want prostitution to be legalized and you want to take rid of that negative connotation. I'm saying,
I didn't say that. I'm saying other people want to
well,
do that.
you phrased it like
And
you
I'm-
wanted to, so I got confused there. Fuckaroo.
I said I was talking to other people on the podcast.
Well,
who
dude,
had
what
no
I
ideas.
think
You
Chris is
stumble
trying
on
to
your
say
words,
is-
and one
Hold on.
stumble leads to a fumble, and then the words are miscommunicated.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, what I
But-
think Chris is trying to say is
I
that
think you're a
But
monkey.
no,
with-
no,
with
but
prostitution.
I think you
but
look like
no,
one.
Let
I
me
haven't got to
finish. Let me
talk yet.
finish. Let me finish.
I haven't talked
Because
much
what
either.
you said was,
Okay.
why does that have everything to do with it? Because women are being locked away for something they want to do. Grown adult women and other people are telling them, no, you cannot do this because I deem that it's not okay for you to do this.
It's like gambling.
Oh no, it's more like weed. You know, it's like
Exactly.
weed.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
because
And
we,
so-
we
well,
had
that's
the
different
negative
than
connotation
prostitution.
before, and they changed that.
You
It still
can't.
does.
You're
You
trying
can't
to-
tell.
Not as much.
You can't tell
I know, it
somebody
still does.
what not
Like,
to
dude,
do.
So
This is
I
a
think his argument is like, could we do that with prostitution?
I think
No,
you
Yeah, I
can.
just think it's more dangerous
I
than
think
It is
weed.
more dangerous,
dude, the
but
thing is-
some people want to do it,
I
and
think-
you need to let them take that risk. People can climb mountains. People can go jet skiing. People can go
Yeah, but a jet
diving
ski-
out
you
of
know
a,
what?
A jet ski's
They're
not gonna lock
diving
them
out
into
of
being
a
raped.
Yeah, but
plane.
what if it gets to the point where it's not
Yeah.
to their will?
Well, here then you
That's
should.
what. That's but okay.
I know.
If
What
it's
is-
not
well-
to that will, right? Not to that will. If it's illegal and not to that will, and it's already illegal what they're doing, they can't go to the cops.
Okay.
If it's against their will and
I
it's
get that.
legal and it's decriminalized
Yeah.
and things like that, then they can go to the police. And
argument
they're
is
well,
like,
then
if
I
they-
wouldn't.
I
I
know,
wouldn't
but there's
bring
just
back.
flaws, though.
I wouldn't bring back prostitution.
There's
per
flaws
se.
with everything.
I would create a system where they're independent contractors. So like, the woman herself, she's her own boss. She's her own employee. She herself, she finds customers and she herself performs the acts on the customers. And she
Keeps record of them.
yeah.
Right.
So if she wants to do that,
I think that'd be the best way.
But I wouldn't call
that is the best way.
That
is
no,
the
no,
best
I'm
way.
not disagreeing with you.
But
That's
I-
a better way of.
I
what
wouldn't. But I
pimping
wouldn't
is.
label it as prostitution.
100%.
I wouldn't label it.
prostitution.
It is, but
if you're
I-
doing it for money, then
Yeah,
it
but
is.
here's
I
the
think
thing.
that would make it a more professional label.
That would make it more professional, and I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah,
with you.
well, my only
100%.
point is that
I'm getting- I'm-
I think it's got such a bad reception already. I think,
Right.
and if
I'm not
I
dis-
think the whole prostitution thing. I mean, it really does surround yourself around. You have the pimp or the guy, who has all the women. So
But
that's
if-
kind of what
hold on,
prostitution
hold on.
is considered as. So I would just
try
call it
and-
something new.
Try and take a pimp in that
Yeah.
as like a manager. So this
I wouldn't
person-
even have a manager.
This person is setting up all your meetings, and you kind of want to get them all in one day, and you're more efficient like that.
Well, we gotta
You get a
Well,
we
lot
gotta
more
look.
then that
money.
would
Dude,
be
we gotta look at where is it legal? How is it working there?
I
Right.
wouldn't call
What are
that
the
a
results of
manager
that?
Then, if they're
'Cause-
just trying to make it more
I
efficient.
think the women-
The
Well,
argument is that prostitution is that
It,
by it being illegal, a lot of I gotta think.
Yeah, no,
You
no.
guys haven't let me talk.
I know,
for a while,
okay,
man.
I know
Like,
what you're
actually
trying
let
to
me talk,
say.
so,
You're
like, I can't
saying
even
that
think.
if it's more
Fucking it
of
up.
a
And now I just
public
like became a
service,
fuck. This is like my
if
moment.
It's more
I
of a
just
public service, and if it's more, if it's more
By making
out
it
there
legal,
and
can we
less
control it and
under
make
the-
it safer?
under the bridge? Then people are more likely to be safer.
Yeah.
I guess is what you're trying to say.
Well, yes, but like if somebody toes the line, the women have the option to go to the police without
Okay.
any.
I have
I
the
get
best.
that.
I have the best solution. So
like
but
my
I'm not
solution.
disagreeing with you that
No,
Tinder
I'm not
and all these
disagreeing with you.
options, are
I'm
better
not-
form of it. I'm not disagreeing with you like that at all. Your microphone was unplugged.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
no. It is like the weed thing though, the pot thing. Though.
Yeah.
But I'm not disagreeing with you either.
I don't
like
think
the whole
women
brainstorming
should go
ideas.
to jail if they, want to do that.
I found out the best way to solve this.
But like, if they
Independent contractors. The
Chris,
best way to do it.
dude, Chris,
they are.
Chris.
They are. 100%.
I think that's the best way.
You need to let people talk a little bit.
I agree.
Oh, you talk too much.
Do I?
You talk.
You got-
boy,
you
you
gotta-
never shut up.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
No,
listen.
It's fine.
He likes.
So if there was like
prostitutes.
a big like corporation like Tinder,
Mm-hmm.
and it's on the prostitutes, we'll just say that, to find their own clients.
Mm-hmm.
So then like, and there's no dudes finding them or women finding them for them. They find them or they come to them and accept or decline.
Yeah, that's independent.
And exactly.
Independent contractors.
And if something bad happens, like you have a certain time frame, and if it goes over, they investigate. And it's
That's
on
where
the
an
women.
app should come in.
Exactly. And it's on the woman. If something goes wrong, she chose the person, and there's nothing like you can't blame like someone
Make
else.
like an
Like a
in real
Tinder
life
for prostitution,
OnlyFans.
basically?
Yeah.
No, like OnlyFans, but in real life.
Right. I get all that, but like, in the public service, like
Mhm.
prostitution thing,
Yeah.
my idea is the girls always have the right to say no.
Well, yeah, that would be if an
That would be
independent.
like-
if you're
Yeah,
an
yeah,
independent
for sure.
contractor, you get the pick.
But, like,
the
no-
client.
Yeah, but like if
Whoever
you
you
did
do.
do it like a public service thing is what I'm trying to say. If they wanted to do that, I don't know what girls would over like what you're saying independent contractor thing. If they did want to like do it fast, they would always have the option to say like, nah, this guy's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like I'm not.
Yeah. They could
like,
just be like, no, I'm not doing
yeah,
that.
give him his money back and he can get the fuck
Exactly.
out of here.
Well, yeah,
Exactly.
and that's where instead of a manager, I don't like manager because that insists that they have control over the woman. That's when I think you would have an assistant.
Okay.
An
That's
assistant
the best word.
that
That's a better
travels-
word.
That could travel with the
Like a
the-
security guard?
Yeah, and when the time runs out, they
And-
stay outside. They stay completely away.
And
There's no
what-
filming.
and what they
when the
could
time
do
ends,
is
they go in and knock on the door.
Instead of like cash, they could easily do, Cash App, whatnot.
Venmo,
but
yeah, yeah,
also,
whatever,
I think
yeah.
the prostitutes themselves and the workers, I think if you're doing like an app, you would also need to have like medical history because I read like a story about
Yeah, that's true.
a guy and
exactly.
They need to get
and-
tested.
Well, that's the best
Yeah.
part
That's how
about
it
all
is in
this
yeah.
prostitution, right? Is that like
Yeah, a lot of
these will
STDs.
all be like forms. Okay. Like you would all have these forms. You would be like, this girl is clear, whatever, and then also
She'll
this
do this.
guy,
Guy's clean.
this guy is
Maybe like
this
she'll
girl-
go this far with
This
you.
girl's willing to do this.
Yeah, yeah,
She's
yeah.
willing to do this.
this
She's
amount of
not
time.
willing to do this.
Yeah.
All these different things you would have set up. When you have like a pimp illegal setup, and you're like, bitch, get the fuck over there and do that to him.
And that-
like
okay.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's bad. That's not
So-
good.
so can I
That's
ask-
really, really bad.
Because they don't have a choice at all.
Okay,
Right.
so can I ask, in your guys' opinion, would if we created this new form of prostitution?
We did.
Yeah.
All.
We just did it.
Yeah, the four.
Yeah, I just
Oh,
made
just
that.
that's four.
I
If
just
we
made that.
created,
Nice.
if we created Sex on the Go, let's call that the company. Sex on the Go. If we created it, would you call it prostitution, or would you try and come up with a new name?
Just sex worker. Just
Yeah.
sex worker is like the acceptable label.
Like just bitch that does sex.
.com.
.com.
Bitch that does sex.
No, it would just be a professional.
Would you get
Dot org.
Professional
Dot
name.
Would you
org.
get rid
Bitch
of
that
the
does
word
sex.
prostitution?
Dot org.
.org.com Inc. /
Yeah, but my question is, would you just get rid of the word prostitution? Because I don't like the idea of.
Yeah, I don't like the prostitute
And
name.
and then when people say
because that's better than prostitute.
Yeah, and going back to the original point where people say support sex workers, I also don't like that because I don't. When you say support it, I think that's making it seem more of a good thing, and I don't
Yeah.
think being
Yeah.
a sex worker is a good thing. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible thing. I'm gonna respect you if you're a sex worker, but if
Just
I have
less.
a daughter, I don't want her to look at the internet and say, being a sex worker is people think
Yeah.
that is a respectable job.
Oh, I can make
I'd be
money?
Like, no,
Look,
Yeah.
look. It's
Oh.
it's not.
God.
I don't think that it's not good.
I would say
I don't think
instead
that
of
it's not
support
good.
sex workers.
Well,
I
like,
would say
look,
tolerate
if you're
them.
if you're like a scientist working on the next COVID vaccine over a sex worker, I mean, come on here. What are we doing?
Instead
We're
of saying
pretending?
instead of saying support sex workers, I'd say understand sex workers, tolerate sex workers, or be respectful of sex workers.
I think that's it.
Just
But that's
understand.
it. And don't admire them. Don't support them, because if you support them, that means you're making it seem like it's a really good thing, and there should be even more of them.
Yeah,
Which I don't
because
think
bad
it is.
things have happened in that business, and it's common for shit like
And it's
shit
just-
to go south.
And
Yeah, that's the
overall,
thing.
it's
Yeah.
just it's just not a whole. it is kind of it is a kind of degrading
Yeah.
place, and people could say, well, it's just sex, and yeah, sex isn't this big thing. It's not as big a deal, but there is still kind of that. There is like a stigma to it, and people are like, we should get rid of that stigma of sex being weird. And
Yeah.
I agree with that, but I think porn shouldn't have that stigma taken away if it's weird.
Yeah, I think the stigma should stay.
Yeah, because I don't want it to.
Yeah.
Because if you get rid of the stigma, then it kind of just turns into like, oh, it's norm. Everybody should be doing it, you know?
But like the weird part is about porn, legitimately, is that everybody's doing it. There's some
I'm not doing
crazy statistic where it's like 30% of all internet traffic is porn.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like 30% of everything going in and out of the internet is just porn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's so fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like, so to not address it is weird as well. Like the way
we don't even talk about it.
We don't talk about it.
Yeah, you
That's
know what? I'm glad you
weird.
It's
say
a
it.
huge market.
Here's the thing: acknowledge it. You know, acknowledge that
we
it's real,
talk it-
but don't advertise it.
Right.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of like what they did with O.J. Simpson after he killed the two people. They acknowledged that he was a player, but they never advertise him, and they never really talk about him.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they, you know,
Everyone knows, yeah.
Yeah, they go back in the history books. They're gonna write about him, so they acknowledge it, but they don't advertise it. And I think that should be what porn and everything is like. Acknowledge it. It's
Yeah.
real. It's out there.
Well, pornography addiction's definitely real.
yeah, I
Like,
mean, for sure.
like really, really real.
Yeah, just because of the dopamine.
And
Yeah.
like we should, and there's like a legit chemical that we know of that's released when
Yeah.
certain porn addicts watch porn.
Yep.
I'm
I
in
read
all
that
of these
it's one of
studies,
the-
of course, myself.
I read that it's like
Um,
it's up there with like alcoholism on levels of trying to kick it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and cigarettes.
Well, the
I
weird
think
thing
it's
is
a
with
little more so.
alcohol is that I found this out the other day is that if you're a true alcoholic and you go dead turkey on it, you'll
You
die.
You'll die. Yeah, you'll die.
What's dead turkey?
Cold turkey.
Cold turkey, you'll die.
What's that?
Stop
You
without
die.
it. You can't. You don't like ease out. You just stop.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
just
you're
die.
drinking 2-3 bottles of vodka every day, and then you don't drink anything one day.
3 bottles of vodka.
Yeah, there are people that drink a bottle of vodka every day.
Yeah.
Baby,
It's so crazy. Can you imagine drinking a bottle of vodka every single day?
I can.
You die.
I don't think it's so,
It-
maybe,
it-
but like,
it leads to death a lot of times.
oh no! It's definitely gonna lead to your death eventually. But like, how long could you go? I bet you could go pretty fucking long.
How long?
How long? What do you mean?
How long could you go?
Oh, if you drank a
10
bottle of
years?
vodka every day.
10 years every day?
15 years.
I don't know about that.
Drinking a bottle of vodka every day.
I don't know,
Dude.
dude.
No,
You
No,
look at
no,
S
5 years.
S
You know,
Hunter
you go to the
Thompson.
hospital.
Dude.
There'd be moments where you
But
would
did
go to
you-
the hospital.
Well,
Well,
no,
if you grab
a day
fucking
every day
alcohol
for
poisoning.
a couple of years, you'd start to get kidney failure. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that,
Liver.
and then soon, like a year
Mm.
after you get that, so
'Cause,
really,
yeah.
I'd say like 5 years.
Maybe.
Maybe.
4 or 5.
it depends on the type of alcohol and what
It depends how
percentage
big
it
you
is.
are too.
Bottle of
Size.
vodka.
Yeah.
It's
If
a bottle
you're-
of vodka.
Yeah, but here's
Well,
the
like
thing.
a handle, half a
A
handle.
bottle, like.
Here,
like-
well, let me
bottle.
throw
Bottle.
this hypothesis out. If you had,
Oh, that's a big.
well, let's
Bottle.
say,
Like a
Bottles.
liter.
That's nothing.
wait, let's say you had like,
for a
like a
15.
let's say
right?
you had a can
Easily.
of vodka per day and it was about this size. Let's say like Andre the Giant decided to drink this every day.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
true. That's
vodka.
true. Yeah.
That motherfucker wouldn't die for like 30 years.
Yeah.
It's Andre the fucking Giant. He can drink.
He would die from
He
natural
still holds
causes.
the
But
world
do you-
record for most.
Did you
beer
hear
cans.
about Hunter S.C. Thompson's daily routine?
I have
Yes.
no idea who that is.
Oh, he.
I know
wrote,
about his daily
he wrote-
routine.
It's Hunter S. Thompson, and he wrote
Hunter S. Thompson.
He wrote Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. He does a lot
Oh,
of
the
drugs,
movie, yeah.
and he lived for an astonishing long time.
He lived till
I-
71 and killed himself.
Fear
think
and
you did
Loathing
tell
is
me
pretty
about
much like
Yeah, you
his
did-
life.
He's
yeah,
the one who
you
did
told
like
me
a
about it.
shit ton of drugs all the time.
Yeah, that's what
He
Fear
did-
and Loathing is about. Is just doing a bunch of drugs and, feeling it, and then going around Las Vegas. I read it; it was really good. I'm actually reading one of.
Do you
his,
like the movie?
Yeah, I like the movie. He showed up in Rango for some reason.
Rango is such a good movie.
Yeah,
I watched
Rango,
that the other
main
day.
character
Can we
from
talk
Fear and
about
Loathing
Rango?
shows up because Johnny Depp played
I've
both
never seen
Rango.
Rango.
Rango's
So
it's on
good, dude.
Netflix.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
say
yeah.
Rango.
Bro,
Rango
no,
is
it's
the
actually a
lizard,
good movie.
right?
It's one of the best animated.
No,
movies.
Rango.
It's one of the best
Yeah.
animated
Cowboy
movies.
Lizard.
And that's
One
coming
of
from
the best
Kenny.
I watched
animated
that
movies
shit.
I think it won an Oscar.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking good. And Johnny Depp is the lizard, I think.
Yep, Johnny Depp is
Yeah.
Rango, and that's why they
Is
have.
it made for
Fear and
kids?
Loathing.
Yes, but it's really like
Yeah.
I loved it.
What would
Yeah.
you compare it to?
I would compare it to something like oh shit, that's actually tough.
Yeah, no, I'd actually would compare it to Fear and Loathing. It is kind of like that.
It's
with
awesome, dude.
It's
it's
that
sick.
with a trying to think of like
He has a
good
full
Western.
personality. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Trying to think of like a really good West.
It's like
Johnny
weird.
Depp.
Johnny, yeah, I mean, you know what? It's
Johnny
kind of like
Depp.
It's one of
Pirates.
those things that has a storyline for
It's
kids.
take Pirates of the Caribbean, put it in the Old West.
Johnny Depp
Really?
is
Yeah, kinda.
honestly underappreciated.
He's awesome.
I love his. What's your favorite movie? It says I can tell you right now.
Go.
Mine's Benny and June, where he played Sam.
He was in Blow, right? He was.
Yep.
Yeah, Blow is definitely my fucking
I've never
favorite.
seen that.
Blow is fucking
Blow is
June's
so
my
good.
favorite. I think
fantastic.
it's great.
Fantastic.
I'm shocked he
Edward
hasn't been.
So
Scissorhands
it was.
movie's
It's
good.
about the guy. He was from New England and he grew up poor in like Boston, I think. And he was the main guy who helped
Rochester.
Pablo Escobar carry the drugs
Escobar.
from Mexico to
Oh,
America.
that's fucking sick.
So he's the main guy who like he wasn't Pablo Escobar, but he was the main guy that
Escobar,
helped
Chris.
Pablo Escobar.
Escobar.
Escobar. I'm so bad.
Escobar.
I'm so-
Escobar.
especially on the
Talking?
You guys,
podcast.
do you know about Whitey
talking
Bulger?
is so bad.
Do you know about
Who
Whitey
gives a
Bulger?
shit?
You know what Whitey Bulger is?
No.
Do you know who that is?
No.
Track my memory.
He was a humongous drug lord in Boston. What? They caught him a few years
Oh,
ago.
he was Black Mass. Was
Black-
that Black Mass?
The comic book
Black
character?
Mask.
No, Black Mass. No. With the
M-
2015 movie that came out with also Johnny Depp.
I think that might have been
Maybe.
But yeah, Whitey
Bulger.
Bulger was like like up till recent years, and Whitey Bulger's like brother or something was like a high up politician.
Did they made a movie about him? Was he the recent movie that might have sucked?
Yeah,
I don't
probably
know.
did suck. They're really bad
But,
at making
yeah.
criminal movies. The only good one was
Whitey
like.
Bulger, you should look into Whitey Bulger.
So-
dude.
I
yeah,
think
he's pretty good
I
at
think
that.
I know a little bit about Whitey Bulger.
Like he's literally Boston. Like we've talked to people who have met him
Really?
for sure. I don't know, but we for
Oh.
sure have.
I mean, he was a Boston guy.
Oh shit.
He's from Boston.
What
Yeah,
the fuck are you doing? Over
like he
there,
was
Dom?
like he ran Boston for a long time.
Mm.
Like the whole scene.
What's his name again?
Whitey Bulger.
Whitey.
That is a criminal name, and it's so
That's
sick.
the most
He
criminal
escaped
name.
prison, I think. Definitely.
Of course
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
so
you know-
badass. Yeah, and his brother was a high up politician. He claimed he had no idea that he was a drug lord. Definitely did.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's pretty
Oh,
obvious.
that's like Walter White and.
It's literally a movie. That's like a movie waiting to be made.
That's kind of crazy how some people
You know,
like
if they
live
made it be
actual
shit,
action
though.
movies. Like that's their life.
Yeah, it's insane. Have you guys seen The Fighter?
Fucking- what?
No.
The Fighter.
No, I saw the trailer.
It was really good.
What's the fight?
It takes place in Dorchester, which is like
Yeah, I think that's
Rochester.
what turned me off. I was like, eh.
I think that turned me onto it because I was like, oh, like, I like seeing movies that are like based around here. Like there have been,
I don't. I think it's like
movies that-
boring. I'm kind of like
I think it's
I
cool.
live here. I don't need to see it.
I think well for me I say that exact thing, but it's more like
It's
I live there.
like a
It's like-
Transformer.
oh yeah, that's like the only.
Yeah,
reason
I watched
I was
the-
like, I was
I
on
watched,
that street the other day. Ain't no fucking.
Fighter
road
was
going
really
through
good.
that.
I watched The Departed recently, and that's like.
Oh, that
All
shit
Boston.
movie with that fucking.
didn't
It
see
wasn't
that.
that good. Yeah, I didn't like.
I
it.
didn't see it. I've never seen it.
The party.
Knives Out. That was in Borderland.
Oh,
That was
Nice,
cool. That was cool.
da-da-da-da.
That room was fucking. I think I've been in that room. Yeah, I have.
That's weird.
That's like yeah, I know there was like a murder in that room.
That's fucking crazy.
Right. Of course.
That's a good movie.
Have you guys
all the
seen,
knives were out.
Have you guys seen the movie Sweeney Todd yet?
No.
It was like in 2007.
Did you guys see
Johnny Depp movie? Really good. Plays a barber that kills people. He's like slits them with like the razor.
Oh, that's
Sounds
kind
But
of
it's like a
It sounds
musical.
like
it's on
another
it's on Netflix, and it's genuinely, I think, like it's like his best like overall performance. I don't know if it's his best movie.
Kenny, I need to ask. Do you?
Oh wait, doesn't he like eats the people or something?
No, his
Oh.
his girlfriend, Miss
wonder
Lovett,
what
she
humans
takes the
taste
dead
like.
bodies and she runs a meat shop and she makes meat
So-
pies.
Yeah.
She uses dead cats originally, but when the bodies start piling up, she uses them and she sells them to the public without telling
Did you hear
anyone.
about the whole
Dying.
meat thing in like it was like the 60s or 70s or something in like in New York they would throw like bodies in like the meat grinder.
Yeah, that's what it's based off of.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
they
sick.
throw it in the meat grinder.
Yeah.
And
Like,
they
There was like a percentage of like meat that was human.
That's fucking
Mhm.
crazy.
And people just ate it. Like,
yeah, and they weren't told.
Yeah, they didn't know
weren't-
because it was
they
like
were-
sausage. It was
And
like,
they weren't told for like years, and then it finally did come out, and people were like, "Oh."
yeah, like they just
Did you
threw
ever
bodies.
hear? Did you hear? There was a.
That's smart.
Could you
though.
imagine
Did-
hearing your kid being eaten at McDonald's?
Yeah.
Wait, did you guys ever hear
That'd be
about
fucking
the?
awesome.
I think it was a soccer team, and they were flying to some. They were flying somewhere to play a game, and they flew over snow-covered mountains, and their plane crashed, and they're stuck on top of this mountain, just snow for miles upon miles, and they
Yeah.
had no way of going, and some people froze to death, and they were inside, and they were trying to keep warm, and they ran out of food, so they had to eat the people who froze to death.
Holy
And-
shit.
Yeah.
And they were rescued after, I think it was like 70 days.
It's like Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, they were finally rescued, and when they were rescued,
70 days?
yeah, but they were rescued, right? And they were asked questions like, "So, how much food was there?" And they told them. And then and it took like a week, and then someone asked, "Hey, you said you only had this amount of food. That's not possible for you to be alive then. You had to eat something else. What did you eat?"
Oh shit.
And they said, "Well, we ate the people."
We
and
ate
then
the goalie.
and originally they
Well,
were
it's
healed. They were hailed as heroes when they came back, and then the second they talked about how they had to eat some of their friends who were froze to death, everybody turned their back against them, and they were trying to get them in jail, and they were calling them cannibals and crazy people and all these harsh names. And after
That's crazy.
after like some specialists came on to the scene and were like, "Listen, if they didn't do it, they'd be dead." So, I mean, and they weren't arrested and everything like that. And they, I think a jury like tried them and found that they had to do it.
For survival,
So
yeah.
so.
Well, they were already
so-
dead.
Yeah.
yeah,
They're already
but
dead.
But
Like,
it was
what are you gonna
it was
do?
the idea that they ate humans.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, people like when you just say like I ate a person, like immediately you're just like that's fucking.
Well,
you
yeah,
always
of course.
you always think there must have been something else to do.
Right.
But in that case, there was nothing to do.
Yeah.
And apparently it was one guy's idea, and he said it jokingly because he thought they were all gonna die.
Oh my god.
So he jokingly goes, "What are we
Dude,
gonna
that
do? Eat
guy.
the guy?" And then someone was
Oh, they're all like, well.
and some guy some guy was
point.
like some guy spoke up and he was like, you know, if you eat the bottom, their ass, the meat there, that's where it's most tender and easy to cut. And I think they say it was like the warmest. So one by one they went out and they
all
were
the
just
flavor.
Do you guys know about like the
They ate-
sailor thing?
they ate them.
That's cool.
They ate them so badly. People they went back up to the mountain to find the bodies that were
God.
eaten, and there was just skeletons.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
with like very little. I think like the faces were left.
Fuck, dude.
Like the cartilage.
The heads were left, but besides that, like there was barely anything left. I mean, it was all eaten, and
That's terrifying.
and they would rip fingers
Doesn't
off.
that
and
make
they
you
had to
go
eat.
kind of like crazy?
They
Definitely
had
fucks you up a
all
little bit,
had
yeah.
like very harsh trauma. There were some books written by some of the survivors. There was a movie made about it.
I think I
That was
saw
pretty
them. I heard about the movie.
Yeah, the movie's okay, but I like
It's kind of fucked
Yeah,
up that
yeah.
they just make movies
and
about like.
the fact
Yeah.
it was all like
Oh.
I think it was a soccer team. So like they were all
How old were
teammate-
they?
Oh, they were young, early
shit.
20s,
Yeah.
something like that. And-
Their life's a ruin.
Yeah. It was like early 20s people, and then like a couple of coaches, and so. But they were all very close too, so they actually had to eat No, it's like if I ate one of you or if one of you ate one.
Yeah, because they're like a team trap.
I would forgive you if you had to die.
If
I'd let
dead,
you guys
just
eat me if
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
dead,
just
dude.
eat
Straight
me.
up.
Yeah, well, so they like when the plane crashed, some people didn't.
Also,
make it.
if I ever die, you guys can use me for some sympathy for girls, by the way.
Oh,
yeah,
100%.
fact.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah, yeah.
I thought you were about to say you can just use me. And I was gonna be like, you want us to what?
If I die, honestly, guys, if you guys are really horny, just
Yeah, I'll live
Hey,
here.
if you're
Bust
still
them
a
out real
virgin
quick.
by the time
Yeah,
I'm
sure, I'm
dead,
moving.
brother,
Yeah.
go ahead.
yeah.
You guys, so the sailor thing I was talking about,
What is it?
it's really cool. So like
Let them talk about people dying or something.
so like sometimes sailors like they'll have to go out into the ocean. This doesn't happen that often anymore. Like alone, like completely alone,
Yeah.
and they're like out there for weeks alone, and they go completely like psychopath, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like they're talking to themselves, and then right when they hit land, it's like called something. Right when they hit land, they're completely back to normal. That's like a thing that happens like commonly.
That's scary.
Oh
Yeah.
well, I read that kind of to do with sailors that whenever there's a lighthouse, they have there's usually like one or two people who work the lighthouse, and that's
Yeah.
where the movie The Lighthouse came.
I want to watch that
It's-
really bad.
Yeah, it's great. It's on Amazon Prime. You should watch it. It's in black and white. But so basically,
I
a
love
lot of
Robert
the
Pattinson.
times, what would happen is that if they had to work the lighthouse and like a storm happened and they were stranded on the lighthouse for too long, sometimes it would just snap. And then
Yeah.
or sometimes seagulls would I think they said seagulls would attack a lot. And
yeah.
sometimes the partners would just turn on one another and stuff like that. So, it
That's
kind of like a
rough.
cabin fever. Yeah,
Yeah.
the movie The Lighthouse is very reminiscent of The Shining.
Really?
Oh, extremely.
Is it a horror movie?
Yeah, it's
I love
kind of in
A24
horror.
movies.
It's only two people. It's Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe.
Yeah. Are
And-
they the only two people like in the entire thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
Willem
and there's
Dafoe's
even a
so
there's
good,
even
too.
a there's even a
love
scene
Robert
there's
Pattinson.
even a scene where one of them runs after the other with an axe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's literally yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
they're
don't
literally,
spoil
but the
Who soon.
whole point of the movie is them trying to learn to stay with one another in this kind of like abandoned place where because of a storm no one can grab them, but they have to fulfill their duties of working the lighthouse, kind of like in The Shining where they have to work the
the hell.
overlook. And then
Hotel.
and because they're out there, they start seeing things, and it's not really supernatural. It's more.
I recently watched The Shining for the first time.
Yeah, it's great.
For the
And
first
Dr.
time?
Sleep is awesome.
Dr. Sleep is
I,
I
didn't
love
like
Dr. Sleep. One of my favorites.
great. Why didn't you like Dr.
I
Sleep?
didn't like Dr.
You didn't
Sleep.
like it?
Why?
Fuck you. I don't
Yeah,
like
fuck
it.
you. I don't
I
like
didn't
you.
like it.
either.
What
And
did
I
you
also
like about
hate it now
like
for the amount of
seriously-
times you've
no, like
played it.
seriously, like just what
I've never seen
like,
it.
give me like the
What's
one thing
wrong?
that wasn't
Yeah.
good about it.
I thought it was too. I thought it was like a stretch. I didn't see how
That's
it
true.
connected
Well, how
to-
how was it? What part of it was a stretch?
I don't know. It didn't have the same aesthetic or theme as the first one. It
Well,
felt
no,
like a
but the
stretch.
book
It's a
didn't.
different movie.
It's
It's
a
a
different
different
book.
movie.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't like the movie. It was boring.
It was
I didn't
different.
like
What
the
do you mean
character.
boring?
I
It
hated
was
that
boring.
witch.
How? It was so
I played that
interesting.
so
There
many
was
times.
many
It was
different
not
layers
interesting at
and
all.
things.
Yeah, no,
Ian
it
McGregor
was
was
What's
alright.
interesting about
So,
it?
well, actually, it was
The witch,
yeah,
the
hold on.
the people, the
The
acting. I didn't
people,
like it.
Ewan McGregor,
The
as-
acting?
Are
Yes,
you
the acting. I hated
Really?
it. I'm sorry.
I didn't watch it.
Honestly, if I watched it just once, I would be like, all right, it's alright. But the amount of times, like I've like built up a hatred for that film. I
No,
just
do you
don't
know
like
how
that movie.
genius some of
Film.
the stuff Mike Flanagan did for that movie?
It was so genius. Almost
so
everything was
the
so
ori-
great.
So the book,
It's
in
okay.
the original Shining book, the place gets burnt to the ground in the end.
That's
Mhm.
sick.
And in Doctor Sleep, at the end, they have a fight on top of where the hotel once stood. And Jack's spirit at the end comes back just to kind of say, like, oh, I'm sorry, son, I love you, blah, blah, blah. But Mike Flanagan decided, screw that, because since Stanley Kubrick, he had to have an adaptation for a Stephen King book that was also a sequel to Stanley Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick's one of the greatest directors of all time. Stephen King's one of the greatest writers of all time. Imagine that. And he was able to craft the story around Danny that was interesting, but also thought-provoking. He made Danny more than just one-dimensional hero. He made him very flawed. He made him make bad decisions. He had
Relatable as
Dick,
well.
yeah, Dick Halloran. The whole alcoholism thing was great. The
It made
idea of
sense.
locking people in the boxes was great. Rose the Hat was awesome. Having Dick Halloran talked to him periodically throughout his life, becoming a father figure was fantastic. Having Jack become the new Lloyd the bartender, and having the kid from E.T. play Jack Nicholson's role. That's who it was, the kid from E.T.
Really?
Yeah, kid from E.T. played Jack Torrance in that. Having him be Lloyd the bartender and be doing a Jack Nicholson impression and a Lloyd the bartender impression and combining that for a role and having him guide and be the ultimate kind of like the send-off to it. And then finally having Danny be the one to do what his dad did in the original Shining book, which is burn the hotel down with the boiler room. I mean, it's perfect. The movie's perfect. And then it sets it up with, now you have this new kid, Abra, who's going to, let it shine, and he finally comes to fruition. Like at the beginning of The Shining, the thing is he hates his shine. He doesn't like Tony. But at the end of the Dr. Sleep, he's finally like, listen, don't be afraid of it, blah, blah, blah. Movie's perfect. Mike Flanagan's awesome. One of the best directors.
Also, I want
He did The Haunting of Hill House, stuff like that.
I want to add to what you just said is that the way he was able to combine the scores between the original Shining and also turn it into something completely brand new into new scenes, but to still keep that old 80s aesthetic.
Made
it new.
Didn't feel
it's
like
great.
a 2019 movie. It didn't feel like it came out because the Shining came out in 1981.
Yeah.
So the sequel took
almost 40
fucking
years.
40 years, to make. And the fact that it didn't feel like a 40-year gap, it felt more like maybe a 10-year gap at best.
That's very cool.
And the fact that they didn't use nostalgia as like the anchor for it, the fact that they built up their own characters with their own fun, unique twists, and the fact
come up with villains that are so interesting.
Rose the Hat is not like in the book. She is nowhere near as fucking interesting. She's fucking great in the movie. The way that they use the ghosts is great. I think that the final act, it starts to get a little bit like of a like nostalgia pop, trying to get a nostalgia pop, but it never goes overboard for me. I think the overall return is great. I like the fact that they show flashbacks of Wendy after the thing to kind of. I like the whole part about how they don't like snow. That's why they moved to California. I like how Danny he could barely see Wendy when she was dying because all these death flies kept flying all over the place. I like how he became a Dr. Sleep because he was good at telling people how to calm down before they died. The whole thing, it felt like some. I don't even know what it.
And it felt ballsy.
It felt like The Shine.
It felt really, really ballsy as well. Like the mid-act, several main characters die, and they're so good at making you care about these characters. One of the characters that died literally is one of the heart and soul.
His friend. It's Danny's friend that got him the job
soul
and everything
of the movie, and they kill him off like nothing.
They kill him off
ballsy and crazy. It's amazing.
But by killing him, it wasn't just like a shock value either. It was by killing him off, they're showing that Danny he's got to prove himself now or never. And by sacrificing himself, he did the one thing his father couldn't, which is not let the Overtell ruin him.
Yeah.
And and that was just great. And then it felt like The Shining mixed with Alice in Wonderland more than just The Shining Part 2.
And the way
I see that.
The way they break things down, like drama-wise, and like I think the best way for drama for me is always to relate it back to Breaking Bad, because Breaking Bad is literally one of the best.
It's an iffy show.
I love.
It's a mash show.
You're right.
Okay.
Where they break things down.
Lost.
Like the best.
I like Mad Men.
The best thing about that movie, arguably, is when they kill.
I like Iron Fist.
What's his name? I forget his main name.
Hank?
Jesse.
Hank.
No, the main guy.
Walter.
No.
Gus.
Gus. When they kill Gus.
Not the main guy.
When they kill Gus Fring. When they
Gus Fring.
Gus Fring.
Yeah,
They
Gus.
said Frank.
Yeah, Gus
No,
Fring.
Gus
He
Fring.
gets blown
When
up.
they kill him and get
spoilers.
blown
He
up.
looks like
He
Two-Face.
didn't kill him because he was an excellent target. They didn't kill him because he was a master fighter or some other way or something like that. No, he killed him because he outsmarted him.
Yeah.
And that's
Right,
one of the
yeah.
ways they did it in Doctor Sleep. Is one of the ways they were able to kill the girls because Jack outsmarted her. That was one of the biggest reveals. Is that
By the way, spoiler
there
alert for
wasn't that
Breaking Bad.
many. There's not that many like hand to hand like powerful people in this story. It's mostly who can outsmart the other person.
Well, the
And I
whole by
appreciated
doing
that.
it in the hotel, the idea was that will the hotel swallow up Danny like they did with Jack, but it ends up that they swallow up Rose the Hat instead.
Right.
And Rose the Hat, a lot of the shots and everything reminded me of like a Nightmare on Elm Street, like the scene where like
I've
there's
never
all
seen
like
that
the
movie.
sliding
I haven't seen that.
I gotta watch that.
sliding folder things.
yeah,
Drawers
yeah.
and like yeah,
Like
so,
the dream sequences.
yeah, dreams here, and then like the bulletin or not the chalkboard itself, and him sliding, and how we kind of see like the woman in the bath and everything like that. I mean, like it was just, and the sets alone are beautiful. They didn't go to the hotel; they had to rebuild the hotel
So
sets,
great.
and they only
I thought the whole hotel is what you're saying.
no, they rebuilt all the major parts of the hotel though.
That's really cool.
And they had to. I love that they didn't use CGI over the actors' faces.
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
when they do that. When they did it in
Like in Star
Mandalorian.
Wars.
Yeah, that was terrible. Why?
Yeah,
would
it takes
you,
me
why,
out of the
why?
shit.
Why put?
They did a little too
Ma-
much in Star
Yeah,
Wars.
why
sometimes.
put Mark Hamill's face over a body double when you could have Sebastian Stan, who looks, sounds, and talks just like a young. Mark
I
Hamill.
never liked Luke in Star Wars.
You can, yeah, but I mean, like,
I'm just saying.
just
I fucking
having.
hate
I don't
Luke.
like this idea of like putting a robot in a. You remember that BoJack Horseman?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was. What's the horse's
What?
name?
BoJack.
No. The role he got.
Sebastian.
No.
What was it? Secretariat.
Secretary.
Secretary.
Yeah, remember, like he got the nomination, but it was really just a CGI BoJack.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
didn't even do any of it. Yeah.
That's what movies are becoming, and I don't like that. I don't like the idea. That's why I was really sad watching something like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, because that whole movie is pretty much.
Is it good?
Like, it's great, but it's pretty much just like you can only watch it once in my opinion, but it's really just it's more of like a send off to that age of acting where you had like these megastar actors who they didn't rely
that's
on
true.
anything. They just they tried their best. They did TVs and movies. They didn't care if they got a role. They put their all into the role.
That doesn't
and
happen.
nowadays it's
They don't need
what's
that.
Robert Downey Jr. gonna do? He's gonna do Iron Man 7 followed by Doolittle. What's Mark Hamill doing? He's doing Star Wars 7, and then he's gonna put his face on the other
Yeah.
guy's body
They could be
for
dead.
Star Wars Mandalorian. They
They
did
could be
it
dead.
for Leia.
Yeah, literally.
I don't
And-
think. I also think it hasn't looked good yet. Out of all the
No,
times I've
and,
done it, it
and,
looks
and
shit.
it never looks
It
good. And
always
I-
stands out a little.
And
it
I
ruins
like the
it.
only thing like I thought like
Ruins the
for the
setting.
Irishman when they de-aged De Niro and everyone, I thought that was okay.
I didn't
but
see that movie.
even then, I was
But
like,
I think that was mostly makeup too.
no, it was a lot of
They did
CGI.
de-aging. I think that kind of worked.
That worked okay, but I
It
mean,
definitely
it's,
works better because you're
much
not
better than-
changing a person. You're just changing the way they look.
Yeah.
yeah, but
And
like
you know.
acting is like a physical, like if you're just gonna put your face over another guy's body, you might as well just be doing voice acting.
No.
Because at least voice acting,
I want to do voice acting. That'd be so
voice
fun.
acting, at least like
I don't have the voice.
that
for
takes a
voice
lot
acting.
of talent, and it's
You
and
have
it's
a voice.
to do voice acting,
Right,
you
yeah.
really need to, dedicate yourself to it. And for regular like acting, you need to dedicate yourself to it. So I hate the idea like I'll put my face on a guy's body and I'll read the lines.
And then they get all the credit.
And then they get like Robert Downey Jr. gets $10 million for 8 minutes in Spider-Man. When look, I'm gonna be honest, I think he was good in Spider-Man, but
Was he great?
he didn't fucking
Yeah.
need to be in the movie.
No, he didn't.
Took
Like,
no
he
effort
kinda-
at all. He just
I
did
think he
what
kind
he's
of
been
wrecked
doing.
the whole Spider-Man MCU thing for me.
Yeah,
'Cause now it's
yeah.
everything is still Robert Downey Jr. and it's like I get it. He was Iron Man.
I like Spider-Man because it was
we all like Iron Man.
it was
but
innocent and fun, and then you bring like Robert Downey Jr. in, and it's like, oh, this is like a real
the
movie.
second Far From Home, its main villain was revealed to be a guy that was mad at Iron Man. which was Mysterio.
I like that movie.
But I hated that the idea of like the Vulture. He was mad at Spider-Man.
Yeah, I didn't like how both
Iron Man,
Spider-Man movies is connected
all
to
of the
Iron Man.
villains.
That is annoying.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Like, why are you mad at Spider-Man now?
Yeah.
Fucking fight Tony Stark. If he's dead, then you win. You won.
Yeah.
That is it.
Just lay down and watch some
I'm gonna
TV.
fight his
That's the
friends.
thing
Like,
about
if you want that to be, make that the thing. Make it so like Iron Man's dead, I'm taking over, and then that gives Spider-Man a reason to want to take him down.
Yeah, it shouldn't
Like,
be.
don't just. It's so fucking annoying, and I hate superhero movies coming out all the time. So one thing good about this pandemic, there's not really been. We don't have like. There's nothing original anymore.
Yeah.
Everything that's original has been
yeah.
a reboot, a remake, a sequel, a prequel. You know.
They made if anything good. There's been a remake.
Yeah, and then that's why I liked Doctor Sleep a lot, because it was the first time I seen a sequel, and I actually felt like there was a purpose to make
And
it.
you can tell it wasn't.
So,
it wasn't
Dom,
a-
I want to ask you,
and it was
why
a
do you not
passion
like
project.
Dr.
It
Sleep
wasn't
again?
money.
Yeah,
Wait,
exactly.
hold on.
40 years
So,
later.
why don't you like Dr. Sleep again, Dom?
Because
I
Dom's
just
a
don't like
fucking
it.
idiot.
I
Dom,
don't
what's your
have to
favorite
like
movie?
it.
Shut up.
What's your favorite movie, Dom?
Oh, because whatever I say, you're just gonna shit on it.
No, just say it.
I don't know. Fucking Nemo.
Who?
Such-
Finding Nemo.
That's
Nemo.
such a good movie.
Finding Nemo.
That's such
Finding
a
Nemo.
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie.
The Lego
good, I love
Movie.
it.
Lego movie's pretty
Super
good.
bad.
Yeah.
I watch. Yep.
Drive. I like that movie a lot.
I fucking hate Drive because
Yeah.
of that. Man, you guys want to watch Drive?
I love Drive.
No.
I really like Drive.
I like Drive.
I don't like Drive.
Who's in
Really?
Drive?
That's
What's
fine.
his name?
The thing is,
fucking. What's his name?
Nah, it's
Ryan
not acceptable with
Gosling.
Dr.
Ryan
Sleep.
Gosling can go fuck
fuck,
himself. He's not
fuck
as good.
Doctor Sleep, dude. And you know, I might actually. I honestly don't even remember that movie so much, but I don't want to rewatch it. I don't care enough to like.
Okay.
No,
it's like-
listen. But here's the thing. My favorite movies have always been movies with very limited characters and very small budgets.
Yeah.
That's what Drive is.
That's why I like. Well, yeah, but you know why to be honest with you, I watched Drive once and I thought it was pretty good, but I just ever since Matt won't shut up about it, I can't.
Well, that's how I feel about fucking the Doctor Sleep. It's just you have one bad experience. It's like I don't even want to give it the effort anymore.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
okay, I
Dr.
get that,
Seuss.
but
I'll never watch Citizen Kane. Everyone's like,
you know what?
I don't
Here's the
know.
thing.
I've never.
I
Those
don't want
movies, you go back and you watch them, and professors at schools will tell you it is the greatest film ever. And I watched Citizen Kane, and I went, "This is a really good movie for then." And today, does it hold up? Yes, it holds up, but not as well.
Mm.
It's not.
Why don't we acknowledge that?
It's not a
Like, we,
timeless
like-
movie. I don't like. Here's the thing: the greatest
hate
movies are
that
timeless,
perspective.
which means
What
that they can be
perspective?
set anywhere and you can watch them anytime and they're still good. Citizen Kane is not a timeless movie. But
What is it about?
it's so fucking hard to.
what is a timeless movie though?
A
There
timeless
is no
movie is
timeless
Shining.
Empire Strikes Back.
The Shining.
I think that's timeless.
No,
You don't think so?
no. If you want a
I
really
think The
good
Shining is
timeless
timeless.
movie, Clockwork Orange. Because tell me when.
'Cause it's
what
so
year,
weird,
What
yeah.
year
it's
is that set?
yeah, it's so
Yeah, you can't
unique that it works.
There's
no
no
matter what.
time
I
era.
think Ferris Bueller's Day Off is pretty
But
timeless.
we like hide
And-
behind this perspective that like as things get older, they get
Creep
better.
is a
They
great
should be
timeless
like
movie.
more
series. And that's very
respected.
recent.
and
I
it's
fucking
just
love
so
Creep.
Creep
dumb.
1 and
and
2
it's so
are
stupid.
awesome.
Yes.
Never seen it.
Creep,
Those are
dude.
on Netflix.
Are they good? What is
Oh,
it? What is it?
so
So,
movie?
so the first movie is a guy,
funny.
a guy named Joseph hires a guy off of Craigslist to do a documentary because he's dying of a brain tumor and he wants to have a video left behind for his son Buddy to watch.
The Elf.
And as the
Sorry.
documentary keeps going and going and going, we start to see that Joseph's really fucked, and he's just really weird and creepy, and he does all these weird things, and he says all this weird stuff, and by the end, like, his true colors come. And then
Oh,
the
that's weird.
second movie, the same guy, Joseph, who now calls himself Aaron, based off of the protagonist in the first film. Joseph is the antagonist.
I'm gonna go use bath.
Aaron was the protagonist, so now Joseph in the second movie calls himself Aaron, and he does the same thing, but he gets a girl who has a YouTube series to come over, and she pretty much just wants to egg him on to get good footage, and it's really good, and it's a very low budget. And There's
I'd
only-
watch that. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, both of them are on Netflix,
I'd
and
watch
each
that.
films only have 2 people in
It's
it.
more impressive because it relies on the actor's actual acting ability. And not-
Yeah, that's why I don't like. Do you know that they're trying to make the thing John Carpenter's The Thing? They're trying to remake that.
I thought they already did.
Yeah, but they're trying to do it again with John Carpenter attached, which I hate.
Yeah.
Because then you can tell, like, you're not going to get any of the original actors.
Isn't it a horror movie? The Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it good?
But it's great, and the special effects back then, which were practical special effects, are amazing. But they're gonna redo it, and I can tell that they're just gonna add CGI, but CGI isn't as good.
But
you
maybe
can
they
never-
won't because they did that in the second one. It didn't work.
But
So what if they-
Yeah, but he wasn't. John Carpenter wasn't attached.
I know, but now he is. So maybe
So-
this time he'll go back to the roots.
I don't think he will. I don't think he
know.
will. I don't trust him. And it's just
I don't like reboots.
I don't like the idea of like
They're
a
bad. It's
director
annoying.
going backwards, like taking a step back. Like if you made that movie
Yeah,
at your peak,
Yeah.
if you made that at your peak, and it's already been claimed as one of the best horror movies ever, there's no need to go back and redo it.
I think that goes with every artist. You should just keep trying to make something new every time.
And you know what? Like, and you look at, and some. I know what I hate is when they remake movies and they just want to diversify the cast for no reason. Like you have Ghostbusters and they decided to make it all female.
Ocean's 8.
But like, here's the thing. The thing about Ghostbusters
Yeah.
that was really stupid is that the original movie with the guys wasn't a sexist movie. It wasn't like a whole bromance movie. It was the characters just they happened to be men, but if they were women, the story would be the same.
Yeah.
But in the second one, they're trying to make it seem like the first 2 Ghostbusters movies are these hyper masculine films, which they aren't. And even then, if you really want a cool movie with a female cast,
To make an original fucking movie.
yeah, make an original.
It's like a
that's why
gimmick at
Kill
that
Bill
point.
was so popular.
Because it's original. Yeah,
it was
exactly.
original, and it had a great. Everything about Kill Bill is great, and The Bride is
Kill Bill
amazing.
is so good.
Yeah, volume
like-
1 and 2. I mean, so if it's original,
Anime's got it down with females characters, but one of
Do
them
they though?
they do.
You know what?
They
Their
do.
female
pretty good.
characters are so much better than the male characters.
Yeah, but
'cause
there-
the
there's
male
also-
I
characters,
figured out why it's
There's
good.
also
the male characters talk too much and they don't do enough, but the females they talk enough and they do enough.
What
The
about
thing-
the
Yeah.
over-sexualized animes?
No, but
It
well,
depends.
they do that for both
Depends.
though, kind
It
of.
depends. Yeah, they do it for guys too
Yeah.
a lot.
That's
too.
true.
Like nobody looks like that.
Yeah.
Also, the
Yeah.
thing is, I was talking about this
you
with
just
Chris.
see them with their shirts off and they're ripped.
They got
and their
them Yeezy ass
six-packs.
haircuts.
It's just-
literally 50 feet tall and ripped as fuck.
I'm like 15.
But I figured out what it was.
They got
I'm
no
12.
genitalia. But they 50
The thing,
tall.
the thing they try to do, like in Ghostbusters and movies, they try to make like the women like just make them like super tough and hard. But in anime,
In
they have both
Ghostbusters,
sides.
they-
Like they're super tough girl, but she also has that soft side, and that makes it really good. And it builds character.
Well, here's the thing: in Ghostbusters, the female version, they didn't make any of the female Ghostbusters tough or competent. They just made the male assistant, played by Chris Hemsworth, a fucking idiot. So in
Yeah,
comparison,
this is what I was
It
gonna
makes
say.
them look smart.
they did the same like the one actress who is bigger than the other actresses. She has to fall down because fat people falling down is funny, and the lesbian cast member has to make jokes about being a lesbian because she's a lesbian in real life.
Yeah.
And this woman is old, so she must make jokes about how she's old. And then you have Chris Hemsworth, who's like, "What does this button
Like-
do?" And it's like it's
yeah,
not
so
funny.
the problem with
Chris Hemsworth rips
Ghostbusters is
fucking
that every male character in that movie was dumb or evil. All of them. They were either complete buffoons or they were dumb.
And the
and-
original movie
Why are they so
was
popular?
the original movie was like
Ghostbusters?
not
The
that
woman-
far.
Good.
The
and
woman, there was a main woman who had like a contributing plot line.
Oh, in the
who
original,
wasn't
in the
stupid,
original, the
who
men
wasn't dumb at all.
Imagine
Well,
your
in
fuck-
the
your
original,
favorite
the
movie's
men they were
Ghostbusters? You
they were
5-year-old.
competent, but they weren't really that smart, and they weren't a good team.
Yeah.
But the female lead in the original Ghostbusters movie, she's the one that was really smart.
Yeah.
And was the glue. But in the reboot with the women, they made the women not really competent, and they made them terrible at their jobs. But then they just made the male assistant, like just a buffoon who can't contribute to anything,
Right.
to try to do like
hear
a
that scream?
That was Callie.
Oh,
I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Did you not just hear that scream?
That was me.
That scared the
What?
shit out of me. I
Yeah.
just heard a scream.
It scared me that you just said that you heard a scream.
Did you?
Did you not hear a scream just now? Am I insane?
I might be hearing footsteps.
I don't.
Stop.
Yeah,
You guys are
dude.
scaring me.
Wait,
I
hold
don't
on,
like
stop,
screams.
stop, stop.
Okay, but we're scared, so that means I'm less scared knowing that you're scared.
Yeah.
Wait, guys, be quiet.
Wait. Should we like go upstairs and investigate?
I hear creaking.
Guys, I don't like talking about scary shit.
Yeah.
Stop.
And
Stop.
Dom's
No,
right
no,
near the
but-
door.
but I-
too.
Stop, dude. Stop.
No,
dude. You're gonna be out.
legitimately, like.
Can you just go check it out? I guess.
Wait, is the
Close the door
no?
behind.
It's the bathroom doors opening.
Oh my God, you didn't say that.
Yo, someone's gotta go with me.
Bruh.
I'll come with you.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Let's all go.
Alright. Wait, I mean, just leave the
Fuck y'all.
podcast.
I'm
Yeah, just
Yeah.
pause it.
No,
We can't pause
Just
it.
leave
Wait,
it. Just
let
leave
it roll. Let it roll.
What if we
let it
all
roll.
die?
Oh
Yo,
yeah,
what if
this
we-
will be the only. It'll be like one of those found
Alright, guys,
footage
if
films.
we die,
Make a movie
Yeah,
about us.
Well, this will be the found footage.
this will be the intro cutscene.
The found footage. Oh fuck! It should have been the Lost Lighter podcast. We could have found it. The found footage of the Lost Lighter blast.
The found lighter.
The lost. The lost lighter now found. I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna leave this back room tonight. I think I'll just sit back here with you guys.
You'll sleep on the podcast?
No,
literally
I'll
nothing.
Sit back here when we're done.
We just left of the fucking
Like,
podcast.
we'll pull the couch out. We can all sleep together because
By the way, these are just our souls we died.
What should we watch? Can we watch something tonight?
Yeah.
We can watch my favorite movie, The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
I like that movie.
Wait, dude, I want to watch that
That's
so
a good-
bad.
Yeah, it's
Eric
it's,
Kaufman.
It's,
Is that his name? Eric Kaufman? The
No,
director?
it's
Amy Schumer.
It's something Kaufman.
yeah, it is. It's
Guaranteed it's not Amy Schumer.
no, it is something Coffin for sure.
Wait, so like,
He's good.
should we just describe like
Jim Carrey.
What just
Nothing
happened?
happened.
We walked upstairs.
We walked upstairs because we were scared. I was really scared because I was in the back.
Yeah, dude.
So I was
That's
trying to-
terrifying.
yeah, I mean nothing
I was
happened.
in front, but
Probably
I was
Chris's
really
cat.
ready to die there for my fellow troops. So
Yeah.
I was feeling okay. Where were we?
We were talking about Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless.
No. Before we
Before
got
that
scared.
wasn't anything important.
No, it was like movies and stuff. I thought it was pretty interesting.
Charlie Kaufman is the
Kaufman.
guy who
Charlie
who
Kaufman.
read who wrote. Oh, we were talking
know
about
what's-
how we like
yeah.
low budget, more films
I kinda
with
wanna-
characters, and that's where Eternal Sunshine excels is
I
because
wanna-
there's
I wanna-
plenty of visual effects and great shots and very like cinematic, like
But out of like simple
out
things.
of this world
I'm ready.
things, but
What?
I'm ready to take the microphone, so just let me know.
What do you mean take them? Are we
Yeah,
done
what do you mean?
recording?
No. I wanna.
What?
No. I just want to jump topic, but I want to let Kenny finish.
Oh, you mean like you want to?
But
Yeah.
but like I want to let him finish his thought. So like I tried not to interrupt, but like we all stopped, so I accidentally interrupt. 100% my fault.
This is
Kenny,
like more than
I
an
don't wanna-
interruption. It
asshole.
like evolved. This is like
What an
Interruption
asshole. Wait,
conversation.
I'm
Delete the
so
jump
sorry.
microphone? That's what you said?
What?
What did you say? You jump microphone?
I'm so sorry.
this is-
I'm making up languages
this is
now.
more-
that
You
I
could have
didn't
just
use.
said
Oh.
switch
This is-
convo.
We're just digging
you know?
a hole to the center of the earth.
Like
I
why
didn't-
didn't? Why not just say switch convo?
I think the
Or finish up that thought, something like that. Jump microphone. Hey, Charlie, Charlie, can you fuck microphone real quick?
The microphone.
Yeah, that means start talking about albinos.
So albinos.
Fucking stupid. Jump
Kinda
microphone.
weird.
I
Jump the
didn't say
microphone.
jump microphone.
What did you say?
No, I didn't. I
Cut
said
microphone?
Take the microphone.
Take. That's
Why?
even worse.
Where are you gonna take it?
You're
I'm gonna
going.
take it. I'm going home with it. Good night, everybody. I'm taking it with me.
Peace out.
Change topic. That's an even better
Okay,
one.
I'm sorry, Kenny.
Just say change topic.
Kenny, please.
Just say
We were
say it out loud.
almost killed upstairs.
Say it right now.
We left the podcast.
Say
We
change
almost
topic and we'll
murdered.
change it. Just say
Chris, go-
change topic.
Wait,
Chris.
guys. When you're ready,
Change topic.
let's change the topic just when you're ready.
Okay.
Just so you know.
That's how humans
Just so you
interact.
know.
Oh, how's about
And then-
if
and then you-
when we
just so you
finish
know-
we finish a thought?
Just so
if
you know,
we-
deep throat the mic to me when you're ready, just because I want to change the
No,
topic.
I didn't mean to do that.
No,
but
no,
I just said,
say finish
I
your
said,
thought and we'll
I'm
finish
ready,
it.
and then, but then
Just say
we all
ready to-
stopped, and I felt really awkward, so I just
Just
like,
say
needed
ready to
explain
change
myself,
combo.
and then you guys took it, and then I took it back, and now we're here.
Just say finish your thought and let's move on or something like that. So
Go finish
and I
your
will. And to finish my thought, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is my favorite movie.
I want to
I
watch
really like it. It delves more into characters than it does CGI or any other effects, and it's kind of like Her, and it's a very great
Oh
movie.
my god, I love Her, dude.
Her is
Her
it's
is
another
one of my
great
favorite
movie.
movies.
It
One of my
takes
favorite movies.
no CGI is needed. It's just
It's so
it's
cool.
it's two characters falling in love. It's a really great story, very simple. And
Wow, Her is amazing.
Let's change topics. Chris, what do you got?
Chris, I don't know.
Chris,
what to do.
since you wanted to change
what
topics,
was that
what's your
introduction
topic?
for?
I don't think I'm ready anymore.
So you wanted me to stop talking about some of my favorite movies to listen to your bullshit?
What are you gonna
Your
change it
fucking
to?
bullshit.
I was gonna say, I really wanted to talk about on this podcast.
Well, what is
What?
it?
That you had to
Um,
announce.
Is it Andre drinking
It's
453
so
beers?
crazy. Like some movies you can watch. Like I was thinking about Christopher Nolan's movies, in particular, and
Whose?
especially some of Stanley.
Christmas.
Wait, whose movies?
Christopher Nolan's.
Oh, Nolan's. Okay.
Christopher Nolan's movies
Yeah.
and some of
Fall
Stanley
asleep.
Kubrick's movies.
Yeah, Kubrick.
Scorsese.
Chris took Dr. Sleep too
No,
little.
you were saying like Nolan's,
Yeah.
Kubrick, maybe Scorsese,
Yeah,
Tarantino,
some of the-
maybe.
Yeah, it's
Those-
some of
those big
Tarantino scenes where
Tostitos.
I like the Tostitos
I didn't
movie.
say that. I did not say that. But I was close to saying
Tortilla?
it. And you fucking went up for the layup.
Hey, have you guys seen that movie
Dude.
Pulp Fiction by Tostino's Pizza Roll?
Have you seen those? Have you seen Kill Jose Volume 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Fucking Tortilla.
Kill Lays.
No, no.
Wait, what's another one of his? Reservoir.
Reservoir Dogfights.
But not so much Tarantino,
Reservoir Hot Dogs
but
by
like really confusing
Cliff Bar
movies
Tarantino.
that like you cannot be on anything to watch these movies. Like especially Memento and Tenet. I found
wanna
out.
watch Tenet.
Unfortunately,
Fuck Tenet.
I watched Tenet. That movie
didn't like
is
Tenet.
so fucking trippy. It's great. It's fantastic.
I want to watch it.
That's what Eternal Sunshine kind of is in my.
Did you watch
can't-
John
Like,
Malkovich?
you can't,
Yeah, that's another great.
can't-
That's another Charlie Kaufman.
Yeah.
Spike Jones too.
You can't be on
Spike Jones
something
did that.
because it makes you feel something. Like it literally, like if you watch Memento, you'll feel high.
Yeah.
Like it's a weird experience where it like plays with your
It
mind.
gives
in
you a
a
rush
certain
of
way.
energy.
How do I know what feeling high feels like?
Is it just a guess?
I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
Pitch balling.
When we were
I guess.
piss
But-
balling?
Piss ball.
I think what Chris meant
But,
instead
like-
of high, he meant rush. He's
No,
getting a
but
rush.
There's a different type of
like a sugar rush.
feeling your brain goes.
Energy.
It's
We don't
really
do drugs.
just like put down your phone, sit back on the couch.
Sugar rush.
Yeah,
What are you 8?
No, you know what, Chris? Hold on. I have a great. I actually have. I
Take
think
a
I have the
perk.
right words for what you're talking about.
Sit back. Maybe get some water. You just relax.
You have.
And you play Memento or Tenet or some.
You
one of
have
these
that
movies.
moment of ecstasy.
2001: Space Odyssey is a
Right,
great movie.
Chris?
I've
wanna
never seen.
I want to
That's a
watch
great
that.
movie.
Chris has it.
Wait,
trippy.
wait,
That
wait,
movie's
Chris.
Chris
You,
has it.
you kind of feel that moment of ecstasy
Yes.
as like you know like those that critical thinking leads
Yeah.
to that moment of ecstasy, where like you're kind of you're out of this world almost.
Me and Dom
And
watched
you're
the
like-
movie.
you're
That's how I
in
feel
that
when I
world
watch
alone.
Taxi Driver.
You're-
Me and Dom watched the
Yeah,
movie.
I
I
know.
get so into
Yeah,
that
Taxi
world.
Driver. That's how I feel.
Dom, you remember that one
and then
scene?
That's why I really like
That's
Joker.
one of the things
The
that
music,
okay.
it's like
I don't
just
really
sitting
like.
there.
Yeah, that's
That
why I
one
like
scene in
Joker.
High Life,
The
Dom?
music,
The one
helped
scene
a
in High
lot,
Life?
and then the acting.
I don't.
That scene, dude.
That was
I didn't
really
like the movie,
scary.
but that
wait,
scene
wait.
was-
What are you talking about?
High Life.
That's. Have you guys seen Nightcrawler with Jake Gyllenhaal?
I watched
wanna
part
watch
of it.
Nine-
I got a little bored. I'm not gonna lie.
I got bored, but I thought
Let's
I
talk
think
one
it's
at a
really
time.
good.
I need to watch that through.
Yeah, I mean, like there are just certain movies like
It looks cool.
Taxi Driver.
Love that movie,
Her.
So good.
Even Joker. I think
I haven't seen the new one yet, honestly.
you haven't seen Joker
Not the new one. No, I haven't seen it.
with Joaquin Phoenix.
No, I still haven't seen it. I need to watch it.
Fucking
I literally
nerd.
have it, the DVD, the Blu-ray. So.
Yeah, no, it's pretty much like Taxi Driver, but it's got the Joker character. No, I mean, when I watched that, I think that's why I liked it a lot. Is I could feel the world. The world was built properly, and that's why I liked it. But then you have other movies like what was it? The Master. That was it. Another Joaquin Phoenix movie.
I really want to watch The Master.
The Master-
You've seen The
Joaquin Phoenix
Master.
is scary. He's a scary good actor.
Yeah, and
He was a part of a cult when he was a kid.
yeah,
Yeah.
his family was
Yeah.
He's the
God,
best.
what was-
He's like He's like what
He's the best.
actors look up to. Like
He's the best.
Leonardo DiCaprio would watch his movie.
He's the best.
Oh,
get
you know what?
fucking actors.
And that
Yeah,
comes with a lot of-
speaking of Joaquin, he was influenced by Heath Ledger, and yesterday was the 13th anniversary of
It
Heath
was,
Ledger's passing,
Yeah.
which is very sad. Yeah, and he's another person who's got some great movies like Brokeback Mountain and even 10 Things I Hate About You, which is pretty much a rom-com. I still think is I just immersed in the world by at that point,
Mhm.
What Clerks is great, stuff like that. Clerks and Chasing Amy.
I haven't seen Clerks. I've
Clerks,
only
Clerks
seen.
Mallrats.
Mall Cop.
No.
I've only seen the Silent Bob and.
Yeah, Jay and Silent Bob.
Silent
Even
Bob.
those
Jay and
movies, I
Silent
think
Bob.
all those movies really they're so silly, but like you really do feel
Chris.
like you're in that world.
No,
What's up?
we were talking about something,
Yeah.
and I had a great thought. And
I bet it was
it was like
mediocre at
really,
best.
really good.
His ball.
And
His
literally, as Kenny was talking, all of a sudden out of nowhere, it
What was I
disappeared.
talking
that's happened
about?
to me.
What was I talking
Happens
about?
to me a lot, too,
Do you
in
remember when I was
Eternal
speaking about-
Sunshine,
You were
Joker,
talking
Joaquin
about-
Phoenix.
You were talking about
Existential.
the master, and you were talking about zoning out.
Oh,
and, like,
that
being
moment
in
of
that-
ecstasy.
That moment of like ecstasy and being in that world.
Yeah.
And you were talking about how like acting in Joaquin Phoenix is like one of the best.
Who
Oh,
looks
I
up?
was talking about Drive and the cinematography. Got it. Thank you guys. So the thought
That's
was
why I
gonna
like
say-
Drive so much. Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah. So when I was gonna try. I know what you just said was great and all, but what I wanted to say was a while ago when we were talking about Drive is that one of the things about the cinematography about Drive is it was so intimate. Like
Very, yeah.
I don't really like that movie. It was very, very.
It was very
It
slow.
was a
It was slow.
first-person
slow
film.
I like slow
movie
movies.
for
Which
me,
I like.
and I don't really like slow movie
I
personally.
liked it.
Like if I want to,
I like
part of the
slow
reasons
films.
I have
like burnouts.
I have ADHD and things like this, and my mind moves very, very quickly.
Yeah,
like
me
I want to
too, me
be
too.
drawn to things that
That's
move
why I like Fight.
fast.
I like Fight Club. That's why I
You
like.
like
You
Fight
know,
Club.
Club a
but
lot.
yeah, and that's a
and
great
I like
example
when
of
I
balancing
talk
it,
about
too.
Yeah.
podcasts and things like that. I just like move quick. I want to move things, but I also kind of want to stay on track. But I want to get through things kind of fast.
You want to jump point to point.
and I want to
quickly.
jump point to point, and I want to analyze
Analyze
like
it, but
you,
then
and I
get
want
done
you to
quick.
push me, and I want to
Yeah.
push you, and like I want this thing to go, and I want to see where our minds go. Like what happens when you're cornered with ideas? Like when your ideas are pushed, how do you react, and how do your ideas change in that moment?
Mhm.
What things do you value most and things like that? I think those things are important, but when you're talking about like Drive and things, it was so intimate that I could focus on the cinematography, even though that was very, very slow. Like, one of the things I really like, what was it? That movie with the guy who was in House of Cards, who came
Kevin
out
Spacey.
Kevin
All right,
Spacey.
before we
He
hop on
was-
to another movie.
Yeah, but I wanted. It was
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey's what movie?
Kevin Spacey was that young guy. It was about a bank
Baby
robbery.
Driver.
Baby Driver. Like, that movie's really fast. I like
Yeah,
that,
it's
those
fast-paced.
type of movies.
It's okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, something that I really like about Drive, and just something I appreciate in art in general, I like when like something very small can say a lot. Like in Drive, there's a lot of scenes where it's very silent, but like there's so much
I like
emotion
those scenes.
behind.
Well,
where it's
that's
the elevator scene. There's so much shit.
I'm glad you said that because I can go on about that for
That scene
hours,
is
I
one of
think.
the most powerful fucking scenes I've ever seen.
Well, that's why my favorite
That's
movies
sick.
are
Scene,
first-person films. You know, Taxi Driver is kind of like the antithesis of that, of where the movie is centered around the one guy and it's told
And he
through his
narrates
perspective.
it.
Yeah,
So cool.
That's what made Joker pretty good. But in like Taxi Driver, whatever he says, any words he says, whether it be like like I remember he's talking to the police officer and he's like hey, I'd really like to be in the Secret Service, blah blah blah, and he's trying to get information on them. And they're like, here, we can send you some things to help you get in. And like he gives them a fake name.
He almost like shot up the.
Yeah, he almost shot the president. And then
Yeah.
like there's another scene where he talks about how he's got a lot of bad ideas up in his head. He says,
Yeah.
I got a lot of bad ideas. And like
He
the
was
most famous,
so good in that.
the most famous scene is the whole him talking to the mirror, trying to become intimidating. And he's what are you talking to me? And that could be seen as like silly and goofy, but when you take it through the context that it's being told through this guy who's got mental
Shit.
illness
Yeah.
and a lot of things going through it kind of adds multiple levels, and it makes it more intimate with the viewer because the viewer feels like they are in the shoes of the main character, so they feel like they are suffering the same thing, and you
Yeah.
start to get the same motivations and ideas, and
Yeah.
so and you're watching it, and that's why I like Joker, is because you're kind of putting yourself in the main character's shoes, so you're there with the failures. And so when the character, and there's a scene where he gives the stand-up, and it seems like it's going okay, and so you as the viewer feel good, and then that's when the music hits and everything's going great, but when you find out that it was all in his head and that what you're seeing was what you wanted to see, and then when you see the actual failures and how when he did stand up it failed,
Yeah.
that hits you emotionally and has an impact on you rather than it just being like told through the eyes of like a narrator.
Yeah,
like
I
saying,
saw, yeah.
and the Joker imagined this but it wasn't true, it actually happened in his head. It just doesn't work on the same level. And so I like first person film, and the same thing with like even like The Shining, although it's not a first person film, it's such it's such a small compact movie that you feel like you're in it. So you feel like you're there in the Overlook watching Danny and Wendy and Jack just slowly just dissolve as a family and completely tear each other apart. And so whenever the moments of like insanity hit, it really does it really just spikes your your intriguement into the movie, and then by the time it's at the end you're just like on the edge of your seat because you've been there the whole time and seeing this. It's like if someone was actually in your house doing it.
I saw a thing
So
where it
that's
was
why I
like,
it.
it showed like the movies like Taxi Driver, Her, and like the Joker, and it was like if you idolize the main characters in these movies, then like you miss the whole point of the movie. And like
And that's true.
yeah
Yeah.
because like
you're supposed to relate to them.
but you're supposed to be like, no, fuck that.
No, like because like if you watch Taxi Driver,
because you can relate to all of them.
Yeah, I mean, like, let's take Her, for
They're-
instance.
yeah, the
Her is
characters are
basically a
meant-
movie about a normal guy who just can't seem to get a good
Right,
relationship
yeah.
going with a person, and so he turns to his laptop. you shouldn't want to date your laptop, but you can understand
Yeah.
what it's like to have a hard time getting.
And it's right in his reach, and he can grab it, so he does.
Yeah, and it's done in a tasteful way,
Extremely.
so
Yeah.
that you understand. And then by the end of the movie, where he does find that human connection with another person and does fall in love, you yourself can start to then you can take that and you can kind of idolize that future. But instead of like watching a Joker movie, you can understand, like, when he fails at the stand-up, you can remember failing. But at the end, when he kills those people and then is in Arkham, you're not saying, I want to idolize him and what happened. You're saying, I want to do the opposite. I can understand what he did, but instead of killing, I do the opposite. That's what you aspire for. So that's I don't know what you're laughing at, fuckface.
I don't either.
Sorry. No.
What are you laughing at, fuckface?
I just got lost in my head for a
Oh,
second.
you got lost in your head? Yeah. Okay.
I know. I just
Yeah.
looked at
Hey, look at
Dominic,
me.
and
Look at me
Dominic
when I'm
was
talking to you, dumb son of a bitch. You got lost in your head?
I remember what
Yeah?
you said.
I like
Yeah.
in
Hey,
her-
look at me. Look at me. Look at me in the
In
eyes.
her.
You know what I got lost in? I got lost in your eyes.
But
In her.
I got lost in your eyes.
But
her.
I
In her.
one of the
That
best
twinkle
things- I
in
think that was one of the
them.
best. Do you want to talk first?
You can
When
talk.
you blink,
You want me to talk?
Yeah.
it's
Are
like
you
the
sure?
world
I'm gonna talk for a
is
while.
over.
All right, can we
No.
stop doing that? Can we
Yeah,
like
can we-
let's little break, little
Yeah.
you know, you get a little moment.
Yeah.
Just
You
keep
can't.
switching on.
You just go. It's a conversation.
You know,
No, I like this way of talking.
I
Because
don't.
people have a lot of things to say. But, like, we get interrupted is the problem. Is that we
I think we
start
have to
over-talking.
interrupt.
Yeah.
I think.
You
we
think
want to
we
do
have
like
to
a
interrupt
raising
her?
hand
I
type
don't
of
think-
thing.
Maybe
No,
we're just
we're not
teenagers trying to
raising
figure
thing.
out how to talk.
Yeah, we are. But this
We
is the
don't get
first
it
time
yet.
we've had, like,
I don't know.
a four-person, like, conversation where we've all kind of really wanted to talk, and we're talking about passionate things we want to talk about.
Yeah.
So, it's like a new way of talking. We're trying to figure it out.
All right, let me say this before you go on a big rant. A
'Cause I go
rant
on
in a
big
good way.
rants. I go on rants in
Yeah, you
really
do.
good ways.
Yeah, and you talk a lot. No, how's about do you have?
I stay quiet though. I feel like.
Do you
No,
guys
I stay
have
quiet. I
any-
think a good conversation is the back and forth.
Is a good conversation has two good listeners.
Yeah.
If it's
a
one
good-
on one.
Yeah, you both.
I
no,
feel
it's
I
everyone has
try
to
very
listen.
hard. I
You
listen.
even have to
I
listen.
try very
to
very.
I
hard.
have to try harder, else
Yeah, and
it
you-
won't work.
I
I
listen
have to
so
try
hard.
to. I have to try.
I have to
hard
pick-
Well,
I have
not
to
only
listen
should
to
you
every
listen
word.
To
It's easy for me to
each
listen.
other, you should listen to yourself speak.
Yeah.
Because you have to really, because if you can just say a bunch of stuff and rattle it off, but you have to know what you're saying, and then you have to be able to hear
Yeah.
someone else bounce off.
I was gonna say
No,
something about her.
But I think if you got like a topic you want to talk about, then start talking. I have a topic, but I want to let someone else talk because I'm talking.
In
too much.
her, I like it's like when he's like having like intercourse over like over the phone with like the online AI girl.
Yeah.
I like how raw it feels, and it's like it's so awkward to watch, and you're like, oh, like that's a low, and I recognize that's his low, and I feel like it's important to recognize those moments.
And it's done like in a realistic way.
They're very realistic
yeah.
and very down to
So
earth
it's-
and
yeah.
relatable.
And you know that you're not gonna what do you call it? You're not gonna like try and reenact it or
Yeah.
do that, but you're saying the struggles and you're
Like-
saying the downfalls and you're trying to relate to that as best you can.
Yeah, very relatable.
I kind of want to relate to that is that it's really done intimate. I think one of the reasons why is kind of with this podcast is that it is intimate where it's like we fuck up like a lot on this podcast. I fuck up all.
I
the-
fuck up a lot. It's
Yeah,
all fuck.
everyone does.
This is my 16th episode.
Yeah.
I fuck up all the time, man. Like it happens. I
But
just
the fuck ups
started
are
out.
necessary.
It's been 2 months.
yeah.
It's been like 2 months, 2.5 months I've been doing this weekly. I don't know shit about this yet. Like, I think about this like Rogan, Joey Diaz, Tim Dillon. They've been doing this 4, 5, 11 years.
Yeah, we've 2
What
months.
the fuck do I know about
Not just
this?
that, comedy,
up too.
everything.
They fuck up too. They learn along the way.
They know how to
11, 6 years.
Good.
Yeah, no, they do.
fucking up.
They
we're
do,
learning.
and I really want to learn that with you guys. And like, Dom, when you said like I gotta let people talk, I don't know if that was just for the sake of the argument that I was in. But I feel like I let people talk a lot. I'm really good at it one-on-one. Like when I have a one-on-one conversation, like Kenny, I feel like you agree when we're one-on-one. I feel like I give like a 50-50%.
What is he talking about?
Like
I wasn't paying it. Yeah, I was paying it. Yeah, no, I agree. No, I think when Dom said you gotta let people, I think that was just mainly because we were getting very.
I think it was just.
We were getting very. We were getting confused. I think it was the main problem, and
I think
it was hard to.
just talked a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I think what it
I
is.
felt really bad about that.
No,
don't worry about
that
it.
For
that
like
look,
10 minutes. I
We're
felt
fucking.
like
We're
shit
all
for that.
friends, all right.
Yeah.
We're all trying to figure this shit
Yeah.
out together. It's good to be honest.
Yeah.
and that
I'm not.
having
I'm not
4
fucking
people.
perfect.
Yeah.
Like we all have
Yeah.
things that
It's
we're
hard.
not. It's really hard. Podcasting
Yeah.
is hard. The thing is, what
I
I
felt
think
like you
it
guys
is.
were like coming at me, and I felt like I needed to defend
No.
myself.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
No.
What I think
I
it is
was
for
just-
you.
And
I
like
was-
I really try to let you talk through that rant, and then like I really, cause like I feel like we were like confused, cause like we were like battling on different.
I was
morals.
I was just trying to like deconstruct your point to make sure
Yeah.
that I understood it
Yeah.
completely instead of misconstruing what you were trying
Yeah.
to
It's
say.
conversation. It's not
And
Yeah.
Which comes
to be
down-
But,
fair,
like,
at the end
it's
it did work, and we did finally
Yeah,
figure out
we found out what
Aside
what
from that,
both of us were saying.
aside
So
from all that, right?
you know,
We had like an honest disagreement where like I felt kind of shit about it, right? And like we all kind of like argued it out, battled it out, whatnot. But we've been here for over an hour talking now. And we're still talking. We're still being able to
hour
talk
30.
and have a conversation like this. And we're forced to talk like this. These things are never going to happen on social media.
You know what else would never happen? People, especially now, people would never go back to that what you just did and be able to talk about that happened
No.
an hour ago.
and no one would
No one would bring
no
it
one
back up.
no one would actively try to understand what exactly
Exactly.
you meant.
Yeah.
They would take your words and they would think, they would take the transcript, they would read it, and then they would say, instead of trying to deconstruct and ask questions to figure out what exactly he means by this point and this point, this point, they'd say, oh, I assume he means this, so I'm going to write that he means this.
Yeah.
And it could
And-
be an attack on you that means nothing to you because it's not how you feel.
And Attack on Titan, yeah.
And the thing
Talk about
was
your
that
mama.
some of the things I was battling against in the first weren't really my ideas, my own.
What?
Like I think that what I said should be legal and stuff like that, but like some of the ideas I was battling against weren't even mine. I was just talking about like the past few podcasts I learned
That's good
about.
practice.
Yeah.
And it's good practice to just because in a podcast you can really break down ideas to their core, like figure out what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I honestly,
I think also since it's a 4-person conversation,
yeah,
there will be moments where you have to wait to talk a little bit more because there's so many people that want to
Exactly.
talk. Like you need to wait your turn.
exactly.
Especially if it's a
one-on-one.
complex question.
Yeah.
Especially because the four of us are
And if
into
it's
the
a fun
stuff we're
question.
talking about.
And
Classrooms-
we like what we talk about, so
Yeah,
we
exactly.
all have a lot to talk about.
Exactly.
We like to talk about it. It's not like a
And-
fucking
and
research
three of
paper
us-
about isms.
And 3 of us have a podcast, so we talk.
I'm the one
Yeah.
who doesn't have
Do
a
you,
podcast.
do you think
Until
and then-
now,
and then-
sub
dude.
to the Can Be podcast
Can Be
on
Podcast.
Oh, dude.
I've
do
never
it.
been on another
iTunes.com.
person's
The Ken Pod.
podcast. That's gonna be a different
we'll
experience.
have you on the Lost Later?
Yeah, I want.
We
you
talk
to.
about very
I hope I
different
can get
things.
on Christian's too. I want to.
He has a podcast?
Christian.
Yeah.
How many
Christian has
listeners
Wake
does
Up
he get?
America.
Is that, like,
He's on
big?
Spotify too.
Wait, what's the name of it?
Wake Up America.
That is the lamest name. sounds like
Come on, man.
fucking morning
Yeah.
radio. Wake up,
I'm not
America.
I haven't listened to the podcast.
Does he
but that
film
is
it at
pretty fucking
night?
basic.
Wait, when does he
That's-
release
that's-
it? Does he release it in the morning?
It's like at 11:30 at night.
Probably.
No. If you're gonna write "Wake Up America," it better be first of all, it better be on Spotify, and he better
is
be.
on
He
Spotify.
better
It's
be.
probably loud as fuck. Like a
Oh
country.
yeah. No, listen.
Get to
he-
wake up a country. That's
He-
loud, dude.
He better be filming them in the morning, posting them in the
Hey, yo,
morning.
what the fuck's going
Get
on?
guests in the morning, and they better
is
be
just
talking
like the
about
alarm
morning
sound
stuff
effect.
too.
It's like the
I don't want to
nuclear-
talk shit about him. He's
I-
really
I'm
cool.
not.
I don't.
just-
I
No, I'm just
yeah, but if
saying.
I listen to that
Making
podcast,
jokes.
I don't
Yeah,
want to
he
hear
seems
him
cool.
talk about
He
last
seems
night.
cool.
Talk about this
He's-
morning.
I've never talked to him.
I had
but
a
like
great
brief-
conversation.
I briefly met him.
I
He seems
didn't
like a cool
bother
guy.
to watch that one, but I
Oh.
saw the thumbnail and decided to pass due to my
He's great.
other
It was a
endearments
great
that I had that
episode.
day.
It was a great episode, 100%.
Which
I
included
kind of want to watch
Charlie.
it.
Do you think that podcasting? Do you think this is affecting like?
It's lame.
This is like a healthy thing for us.
No, it's
Yes.
lame
We're
as
training a
shit.
part of our brain that we don't really get to.
We're training.
We're talking.
We're gonna be able to hold conversations better than a lot of people.
Yeah, no,
I think by
noticed-
doing this, we're actually learning more about the English language and how to dissect it and how to, like if you go into like an English classroom, you learn to read the text,
Yeah.
give me the main idea, blah blah. But like just from today, like we were able to speak, we were able to then get the clear motivations and clear ideas from one another, and then deconstruct
Yeah.
the ideas and build upon each other
Yeah.
as well communicating
teaching
in a civilized
ourselves.
fashion. That is a lot better than
Yeah.
a lot of school education
We're
can
learning
say.
and teaching ourselves how to do things like that.
What
And
did they
that's
say
how
the
it should be.
most?
Yeah.
Where are you going to learn from the most?
The
your
real world of
teachers
school.
or your peers?
Definitely
You're
peers,
the most
especially
from your
influence.
peers.
You're gonna take the most influence from your
Peers and
peers.
experience.
And when you're
Well,
learning
yeah.
with
you
your
respect
peers,
your peers, and you actually want to hear them speak.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah,
I
you
want to
don't
hear
fucking
you guys
respect-
speak.
You know,
I don't really
have
care
an
what the teacher
idea.
has to say.
I wanna run past you guys really quick.
Okay.
One of my neighbors is a she's like, I don't know,
Yeah.
adult woman. She's like 40
40. Is she pretty?
yeah, just say.
I'm
yeah,
okay.
she
Yes, sure.
Yeah, I say yes to
That's
whatever.
so
about the-
odd. But she's a nurse, and
Nurse.
she's working with a COVID unit, and I feel like I might be able to get her on. Should I take that? Should I talk to her? I think she's
I
pretty
think you
chill.
should run by the idea that you have a podcast and see what she says, and based on her reaction, be like,
Mm.
yeah, maybe one time you could come on for a few. Like,
Well,
Yeah.
here's the
It's gonna be
thing.
weird, dude.
Would
You
it
talk to an
fit?
adult woman.
Would it
Yeah,
fit?
no,
With,
When do you talk to adults? You know what I'm saying?
I talk to adults all the time.
Well, here's the
and
thing.
I impress the fuck out of adults.
Yeah.
I gotta
Well, here's
tell
the
you.
thing.
So
Adults
humble.
have very low standards, and they just
no, but
don't
in a
like to admit it.
podcast setting, that's so different.
that's just
I've-
you and them.
That's just mean.
There's
I've
no
talked
roles.
to her, I've talked to her alone before.
Yeah.
So
you
like,
can
well,
probably
like
do it.
here's
we've
the-
taken like drives. She's driven me places and stuff like
Yeah.
that. When I was like a teenager, and we would like legitimately talk, and like she
You're
always
still
like
a teenager.
Well, how
talk-
long
I
has
just
she
she?
realized
always
that I have
talk-
less
No,
than
when I was
8
like
months.
13.
Well,
I guess.
Chris.
less than 8
and
months
she
being a
like
teenager.
corners me almost, and she'll talk to me. She's like, so, and she'll be like, not
That's
like
fucked up.
weird,
No, you're
but
fine.
like
No,
she'll
you-
she'll be like,
she'll make sure that you're talking to her.
yeah,
Yeah.
she'll like be like, hey, I haven't talked to you in a while. Like, what's going on? What do you think about this? She's like genuinely interested in what I have to say.
Which is weird.
That's cool.
Because I don't.
No, but
Well,
legitimately,
that's
I
a
think I
joke,
can get her
ladies
on
and
the
gentlemen.
podcast. I think it would be cool as fuck.
Well, it depends. Like, how long do you think you can keep a conversation with her? One,
At
two.
least-
Do you think it
at
would
least
fit in
40
with
minutes
your
easily.
other
40
podcast?
minutes.
I always
easily.
wondered
Well,
what
do
a
you think it would
podcast
fit
with
in
a
with your
teacher would
other
be like.
episodes?
What?
So have I.
I want to have a
Well,
podcast
Chris,
with my teacher.
I don't.
Wait, Chris.
How would he be-
do?
I do as well.
I'd want
I
my
do.
English teacher on
I
a
know.
podcast. That'd be fun.
I'd have to write the right question.
We're in that same class.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
write anything.
Oh,
English.
yeah.
I don't write
yeah,
anything.
Him on a
for
podcast.
Yeah, he
I
would
don't
be good
either,
on a podcast.
but
Probably. I
No,
mean,
I
you'd
actually
shoot the
do.
shit.
So
Yeah.
one of the things I do for podcasts is
I think of one thing.
it's not.
That was the funniest.
I write
It's,
down like a list of ideas.
I just
usually, before I
just
come
have
on.
like some shit written down that I
Oh
want
my
to talk
God.
about when shit comes
Whenever
up.
I think of something that I don't have anyone to talk
Wait, can I
to,
look at your-
I always write
I
it
wanna look at your
down. So
conversation points.
I can.
Yeah,
What
just
have
some
you not
simple
talked
shit.
about? Lame.
Oh, I
lame.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
I was looking at all the unchecked
Wait, I want to
ones.
see them.
No, the unchecked ones are
What I'll do is when I'm go.
2:30 in the fucking morning.
2:30 for pussies.
Yeah. facts.
Whenever we're ready to jump topics, I got something.
Go.
Yeah,
Shoot.
No, go.
Oh, okay. So
We're ready. We're ready to
So I
fucking
wanted-
bounce on this shit,
So
man.
Where
I
are we
wanted-
ending?
No, no. Wait,
Oh, we don't-
retarded?
Jumping.
yeah,
we're
we don't.
jumping.
Yeah, we're
No.
Jumping mics again?
No, they're jumping
No.
mics.
Dude, we're pissing balls. It's Chris.
We're coming.
What are we doing?
We're pissing balls.
We're pissing balls.
Pissing balls.
That's a good podcast name. Pissing balls.
Sounds like a
Anyway.
good podcast.
Hey, whoa! That's
Pissing
my
balls?
podcast name, the
Balls.
Pissing Balls
You can release it
Podcast
on-
with Kenneth.
Release it on the Lost Lighter channel. We'll give you your
Can
own
be
playlist.
pissing podcast.
Can
No.
Lost later.
So I was gonna talk about
That's our channel.
when when you guys
There you go.
watch something or read something, so I'm always most fascinated with antagonists, the villains of the story, the conflicts. What do you guys prefer? Do you prefer tragic villains, so a villain with some sympathy, or a villain that might have an aspect to them that you can relate to, or do you rather like the antagonist who embodies evil, who doesn't have any redeeming qualities, but at the same time, because they don't have redeeming qualities, they don't have anything like
I
holding
tend to
them
like
back?
man versus self things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Go
Like
on.
I love BoJack, and I love her.
So you like inner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so overall, like, what's your favorite type of antagonist? I
My
guess?
favorite.
Ooh,
So my
I don't
favorite
know.
is definitely
But I like yours,
one
Charlie.
that embodies evil, but has values and reasons that deconstruct and rethink the character's whole position.
Yeah.
Give me an
That
example.
that
My
kind of
favorite
that
I
kind
just
of is.
got
is-
that. Like I think I got exactly what you said when you said
No,
it.
I think that
My
is the
favorite thing
antithesis of it.
is
Well explained.
what's his name? Vosk from Far Cry 3.
Uh-huh.
He is an insane maniac
Yeah.
who doesn't care about anything, who's convinced nothing matters. And he's put against someone who thinks everything matters, who thinks someone is tied to society. And Vosk just fucking kills his brother.
Yeah.
Joker, another great one, deconstructs the Batman's reasoning of what he thinks a villain and a criminal is. He has no perspective. He has no motive. Like all these different things that really deconstruct and reevaluate. Attack on Titan is a great example of that. There's Lex Luthor, who really is just an asshole for the sake of being an asshole. Like Superman really can't destroy him with power
Sandman.
because and all these other things. Like it's a hard they're evil, but they completely destroy the villain because of their values. Now I also like villains who have sympathy, who have legitimate reasons, like Freeze Man. Frozen. What's his fucking name?
Frozone?
Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze. There we go.
Batman.
From Batman.
Mr. Clean?
Who
Freeze
literally has
Freeze.
he's
Arnold
just
Schwarzenegger.
trying to save his wife. Like it's a sympathetic
Yeah.
reason
Didn't
to be
Arnold
a villain.
Swashenegger play him?
Killmonger.
Yeah, but we don't talk about
Yeah, that was
Sorry,
bad.
That actually just
Bane in that movie.
Bane with the disguise
The Ice
that
Age.
included a.
I love Bane though. Bane in The Dark Knight Rises was super cool.
It was very underrated.
I need to watch that.
Was very
I need to watch that movie again.
I think that when it
Who
comes
watched
to
it
Dark
tonight?
you know what? I think
serious.
you know what my
Tonight's
favorite one
2:30.
is. I actually really like.
We still
Batman
watching something,
Begins.
dude. I drink
Yeah.
coffee. I'm watching something.
No, here's the. I think
We're watching
Dark Knight
Dark Knight
trilogy.
Rises.
I think all the characters besides Heath. I think all the villains but Heath Ledger's are very underrated.
Yeah, they
Like
are.
Two-Face
'Cause
is-
he's just a legend.
Yeah, Two-Face is very underrated.
The Scarecrow.
Scarecrow was great.
Cool as hell.
Ra's al Ghul was great. Bane was great. Catwoman was great.
Bane
a lot of
was
people forget
awesome.
Dude,
Catwoman.
Bane is so sick.
And he's
I like Bane in
smart.
Gotham,
I like
too.
how he's smart in that movie.
Yeah,
Like that is so cool, and his math. It's so cool.
I liked I like the
he say?
spin.
When I
What's
think
the thing
of the
that he-
Batman
Oh, he
movies,
talks so weird.
it's so funny when I think of the old Batman movies, like with Arnold Schwarzenegger and all of them. I just think of
Yeah. Oh.
The Joel Schumacher movies. Chris.
Say that again.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay, you're good. You're
Wait,
good.
What?
Chris, the Joel Schumacher
I'm stumbling
movies.
words all night long. Shut the fuck up.
I know,
Shut
but
the
that's like
fuck
the
up.
one word, right?
That's
You
the
gotta
one where you gotta be
watch your
careful with that one.
syllables, bro. Watch your
It's my
syllables.
dyslexia. Come on.
Yeah, okay, facts.
Don't be
It-
racist.
yeah.
You could just say Arnold.
No, there's
Arnold.
those
Okay,
Big
yeah,
Arnold.
the one where
Hey, man.
Arnold.
Hey,
the
played.
Schumacher movies.
When I just think of that, I just think of like a 30s guy with like a pipe just, see?
Fall again, Batman.
that would be 1966.
And you'll never catch me alive.
No,
It's like a cigarette. He has lung cancer. He's just like a
Yeah,
little
man.
wimpy dude.
well, wait, but no, that's
Come on, man, please, my wife.
But that's
You'll never take me alive.
that's what the 1966 Batman show is.
I just think of the
Yeah, no,
that
and the
movies.
Penguin does that on the show. He's
Oh
got
my
the long
God, the
cigar.
Penguin.
Oh yeah.
And he does the whack 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 whack.
Gunther.
Batman, you're never gonna
Gunther.
get me tonight.
I like how Gunther has like a super deep like meaning.
Backstory. And he's
Not
just a-
not backstory, just like
You know, oh, speaking
Just
of,
like
a god.
Speaking of
yeah,
sympathetic
he's literally a
villains,
god.
speaking of sympathetic villains, Ice King is great.
Ice King
That's
is
a-
Ice King is
that's
such a
his,
good
Yeah.
villain.
his character.
His character
Oh
was my
my-
favorite on Adventure Time by
Yeah.
a landslide, and
Mine's
at
Jake.
first he was my least favorite, but then once you get the backstory,
Yeah,
then
the
you-
backstory
the
changes. it all.
backstory
Lemon
is
Grab is my least favorite.
yeah, the fact that like
So
him
well written
and
for a kid's
Marceline
show.
had like this really strong, and that's why she has like that father issue, and like the first episode we see of her, she has father issues. And
Yeah.
you can kind of see that, like, she
Yeah.
doesn't see her father as her father. She sees Ice King as her dad.
Ice King as and she
and
still calls him Simon. which
Yeah, and it pains her to see him
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
he is, but she knows that he is the way he is. 'Cause
And then he-
used
and then-
the crown to save her.
spoiler alert, coming in Adventure Time. Simon comes back at the end.
Simon.
Yeah,
comes.
yeah, no, and you know what, I really
That's
wish
the end.
That's the end of Adventure Time. Simon comes.
That's it. You're just watching
you,
the last episode.
wait, do you guys
Okay.
did,
Okay.
did you see
You know,
Gold-
it's just
Gold-
too bad when our jokes
Gold-
become funny.
Golb is.
What?
Like this.
What?
You know, it's too bad when our jokes become funny.
Oh, we're almost at 2 hours.
No,
Yeah.
no, we're not.
no?
No, we're not.
Um,
It's been
Gold.
30 minutes.
Whatever.
What was I
20
thinking?
tops.
No, but so you know how HBO made like that BMO movie?
Yeah.
I didn't see it, but I want to see
They
it.
should make one about Marceline and Ice King. I think
Mm.
I would watch
just
the
like
shit
a,
out
just
of
like a
that.
little
All those
movie.
episodes are my favorite.
And it doesn't need to be like a
Yeah.
big thing. It can
Oh my
just be
God.
like one story of them just bonding a little bit. I think
Season
that'd be
19.
great. But yeah,
Season
no,
7,
he's
episode
a great
19.
sympathetic villain.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean he's perfect for especially for the show, and I really like it. And Bane is a really good version of like that embodiment of evil, because he just wants to just break shit at that point.
Yeah.
Kinda-
The football field scene.
Yeah, that's
so cool.
yeah. I really like the Dark Knight version. I really like the version in Gotham.
The
where-
Virgin.
The version, and I think it's a version.
What about the
you
the
did, I
Bane
was just
version?
saying.
Oh,
in,
sorry.
in,
No, but I like the version in Gotham too, where it's kind of similar to Dark Knight, but he's basically more of like a general in that, and he just wants to like make Gotham a no man's land where no one can escape.
Yeah,
Gotham.
that's cool.
So, and he'll kill anybody he has to, and he just wants to kill Gordon and Bruce and everybody, and
Yeah.
it's really good.
Gordon Ramsay and Bruce
What
Springsteen.
about Bane and Batman and Robin?
Well, those are comedies. The Joel Schumacher movies, those
They're
are just
basically
comedies.
comedies.
No, they are comedies. You know, like Mr. Freeze's character has like slippers on of like polar bear slippers, which
Yeah.
defeats the point because he's trying to stay below freezing degrees.
Yeah.
But slippers make you warm, so I don't know why you'd be wearing them.
Such
Yeah.
a different
'Cause there's
time
some
for
cold
And,
ass
you know
superhero
what?
movies.
Can I just? We should go around and just say like, who's your favorite live action Batman, and who's like your least favorite?
Okay, yeah.
Like Chris, you got?
My favorite is definitely Christian Bale. I gotta
Okay.
be a fan
Yeah,
of
Christian
Christian
Bale.
Bale. He's
Christian
like
Bale.
really dedicated actor, and I think the way he got really, really fit for that role was actually
And Batman
amazing.
Begins after.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was
Machine-
crazy,
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, who's your least favorite?
It's gotta be the nipples. It's gotta
George
be the
Clooney.
nipples.
George
Yeah,
Clooney?
he's my
Yeah,
least
it's gotta be
favorite.
the worst.
I don't
That's
know
gotta be
enough
the
about
worst.
it, but I think Will Arnett was it was Will Arnett and
Lego
Oh,
Batman.
yeah.
yeah,
that's true.
I loved that.
Okay,
I love that movie.
He did embody a very cool version of Batman that's very true to the
Like
character.
it's such like kids like it's
Yeah.
awesome. It's
It was
just-
like it was funny. And
I would
it,
love
like,
to
made
grow up
sense.
thinking that was Batman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I like
and,
that.
And kind of like that. So what's your least favorite is Clooney.
I don't know enough about Clooney for him to be like my least favorite because I haven't seen any of the movies.
So do you have a?
I don't really have a least favorite.
So
I just have a favorite.
My favorite is Adam West, and he pretty much is the Lego Batman. He's the one who he doesn't curse when he punches someone. The screen says pop and pow and
Oh,
stuff
that's
like
cool.
that. Yeah, so he's from the 1960s. I just like him. He kind of he's the only Batman who for sure follows the rules, doesn't kill and stuff like that. But my least favorite is Ben Affleck, who
Oh yeah.
I feel like he got
Batman
he
versus
looked,
Superman.
He looked the part perfectly, but I think he just kind of not even just him. I think it was like the
Writers.
The writers just kind of failed to realize what the character really was.
Too aggressive, and it was like just being
Too
edgy.
too aggressive. You killed a little bit, and
Oh
you
shit,
know,
I'm like in it now.
you know. But I think just too. Like there was like a point where it's like, does he even really care? Yeah. But
Yeah.
who's your guys' favorite Joker?
I want to say this about the DC movies first. Is that with the Batman I think that one of the DC's problems is that it could be said to be the worst Batman is because the character shift from Batman v Superman to this dark Batman to the like I'm gonna kill everybody
To
and
the Justice League.
yeah, it's like insane to Justice League to like
What's
the
your
smart-witted-
superpower? I'm rich. It's like, what? Didn't
Yeah,
you kill
yeah.
3
He's
people
so
in the last
fucking
movie?
bad.
Yeah, like you were like what?
What a
Now you're the
terrible-
comic
You killed
relief.
Superman
Yeah.
in
Such
the
an
last
ugly
movie. Now you're
movie.
starting a Justice League? Seems
That
Yeah.
movie is so ugly to look at. I hate
What-
that
wait, what
movie.
movie?
Yeah,
Batman
yeah.
versus
Justice
Superman.
League.
Alright,
Justice-
as
They
we
could have
approach-
made that
Justice
so
League
good.
is so
Did you hear about
fucking
the-
as we
made
approach-
ass and gray.
As we approach 2 hours, I want to give everyone a chance to maybe use the bathroom. Does anyone need any drinks or anything? Because I'm going to go use the bathroom.
I need some water.
I'm
You need some
okay.
water? I'll get you some water.
Thank
Can I get a Kool-Aid?
Yeah, you can
Actually, I
get
gotta
Are we
go
gonna
pee.
call this soon?
I don't know. I kind of
I'm having
wanted.
so much fun right
Yeah,
now.
I kind of
Yeah.
just want to keep doing this.
Yeah, I'm
too.
having so much fun right now.
Yeah, I mean, we got 15 minutes till 3, so.
Fuck it. Let's go. We got it, bitch.
But,
till
yeah,
sunrise.
what was I thinking though? What was I just saying?
I'm
Yeah,
enjoying this.
What was I even just saying?
Batman.
Joker.
Oh yeah, who's
Oh,
your guys'
yeah.
favorite Joker?
I haven't seen the new Joker, but obviously out of the ones I've seen, it's definitely fucking Heath Ledger.
What about you, Dom?
I think Joaquin Phoenix. I think
Really?
it's the most in-depth look into the character. So
Yeah.
I like that.
So my thing with it is so Ledger would probably be like number 3.
Uh-huh.
And it's not because his role is like really perfect, right? So he has like a perfect role, but it's just a matter of like preference when it comes to the what's your preference of the type of the character.
Uh-huh.
And my problem with the Ledger one isn't the Ledger performance, it's the fact that people hold that as like the only interpretation that there is.
Yeah.
So like if there's like a version where he does fall in the vat of chemicals, I hate when people get mad about that.
Yeah.
I hate when people say he shouldn't have a backstory. That's how it should be. And it's like, well, no, when he showed up in the comics originally, he had a backstory. And then they give him another one and another one and another one.
Yeah.
He's had a bunch of them in the comics. The Dark Knight and I think there was like a comic book called like Arkham Patience, maybe it was just Arkham Asylum, something like that, where they kind of hinted at the fact that the Joker keeps telling everyone bullshit backstories,
Yeah.
and Dark Knight did that. So I mean that kind of just I always hate that, and that kind of sours it a little bit. But and then I really like Joaquin, so it's probably my second favorite.
Isn't your favorite the one from Gotham?
Yeah, my favorite's from Gotham mainly just because you get like 3 versions of him on it. You get like Jerome, which is the crazy, maniacal, almost cartoonish at how much he loves to kill people. Then you have Jeremiah, who's like Dark Knight Returns. He's very calm, smart. He doesn't really laugh at all. He never really smiles.
Yeah.
And then you have at the very finale where he's Joker. He's kind of both.
I didn't hate the Suicide Squad Joker.
So he's coming
I kind
back.
of liked it.
So he's coming back for the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. If you didn't know, the Justice League movie was originally supposed to all be filmed by Zack Snyder,
Yeah.
but his daughter, I believe, committed suicide. So he
Oh,
left the
Whoa,
project
that's
middle of it, and Josh Whedon, who did the first 2 Avengers movies, came in to finish the movie, and that's why people have been asked for the Snyder cuts because Snyder never really got to do it.
Yeah.
But now he's doing it, and it's going to be on HBO, and they're adding a bunch of stuff to it.
How different is it going to be, though?
It's going to be very different. Like you're going to see Darkseid in it.
Well, we've never seen a movie like this. Like,
No.
A cut
Yeah,
so
a
different.
cut so different. Yeah, but so Jared Leto's going to be in it
Yeah,
as the
I
Joker,
like him.
right? But in the Snyder cut, he's not going to have tattoos. He's not going to have any.
Oh.
He's not going to have any grills, and his hair's supposedly it's going to be long, green hair
Yeah.
with his roots are going to be like brown.
That's cool. I like how they do that.
And he's supposed to be kind of scary, I think, is what they're going for, because they really want to change it. So
I just thought he was
We haven't
cool.
had a really scary.
Like he had like a
Joker.
gold, that
well,
gold
that's
AK.
where the finale of Gotham comes in. He was
Yeah.
very scary looking. And
I wouldn't mind a horror movie type comic book movie.
That's kind of what
They've
the finale
they've
of
done it a
Gotham
lot,
tried
but-
to go for, which I
Oh, yeah.
appreciated. But yeah, and and I like Jack Nicholson's is great. He's kind of like a,
Oh yeah,
his was kind of like a wacky horror movie version of the Joker.
Kind of played.
Did
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson go like a little crazy?
Yeah.
Oh
No,
yeah,
no,
well,
he
there's
did.
like a theory that if you play the Joker, like something
Yeah.
bad'll happen.
Yeah.
And people are like, Jack Nicholson's crazy. Heath Ledger's dead. Oh, Joaquin Phoenix is nuts.
yeah.
And I'm like, that's not really true, but okay.
Yeah, I like Jared Leto.
Cesar Romero, who played him in the '60s, is awesome too.
Yeah.
And
Well-
then the Telltale series is great.
With the Zack Snyder cut, I have to ask you guys.
Yeah.
How do you feel about editing movies? Like they did it with Star Wars a bunch,
I don't
or like
like.
different cuts. Like, how do you feel? Should the original just stay the original, or
So
can you play with it?
I'm fine if like for Star Wars, I don't like how many times they've done. If had they had done it once and that's it, I'd be fine with it. Like George Lucas originally said that he remastered it and added CGI to some parts that just looked really bad, and that he always wanted it to look differently. And now that he got the technology, he did, and I'm fine with that. But like stuff I don't like is when they re-edit things multiple times and add things for no, like there's the Who Shot First scene has been edited so many times.
The
that-
McClunky line. They literally added that.
Yeah,
line
they
for
added
no
the
reason.
McClunky line, which didn't make any sense. And then I mean, like, there's just like a lot of like, and it's reshoots to me and adding stuff into the movie like that. It's kind of like adding a patch to a game, and I don't like when games have patches.
Yeah.
It always keeps a sour taste. Like Battlefront 2, when that came out, it really wasn't really good. It was okay, but it wasn't that good.
And
And
now,
it took a lot of patches, and now it's good. But it's a really good game now. But it took so many patches to get it to that level that I'm always gonna think of it as just like a mediocre game, even though right
Yeah, I get
now
that.
it's above mediocre for
yeah,
sure.
I've never played it as mediocre, and I've only played it as the patch version.
Same.
And
It's
literally, I think it's the best game of all time. I
Yeah,
can't stop
Chris
playing it.
He's so into this
I
game.
play it literally.
yeah, I know. I mean,
Like,
it's really good
I
now.
need to play it at least
But
30 minutes a day.
originally, there weren't a
on
lot
average,
of characters
I need to
in
play
it.
30 minutes a day of Battlefront.
Yeah, originally, there just wasn't a lot of
It's
characters,
usually
wasn't a
like
lot
I
of places.
skip a couple
It
days
was hard
and I'll
to
get
play
like
online.
2-3 hours in.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
And that's also
It's so amazing.
that's also
It's so
why
much fun.
I'm
so
really
good at it.
that's why I'm sour on Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
That's why I never bought it. Is because
Yep.
I heard it was really
Bad.
buggy and bad, but even then I was like, even if they patch it a bunch, I'm not getting it
Yeah.
because
It has that thing.
it's such. And here's
Has
the
a
thing,
label.
like it's so weird to me that game was so bad. And you could say, well, they rushed it, and they absolutely did, but they still worked on it for I think 3 years or so.
Oh yeah. And it was
But and they like GTA 5 was in production for 3 years, and then they released it.
Hmm.
And GTA 5 is infinitely
Oh,
better
amazing.
than Cyberpunk.
I think
2077.
GTA 5 is one of the best games of all time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
You
think
haven't
it's
even played the campaign too, and
I've watched like a little
Dude.
bit of the campaign.
The campaign
I
is like
wanted-
so fucking good.
Yeah,
You know
I've
what?
heard, I've
I
heard.
think by
I
the
need
time
to-
GTA
It's like
6
a
comes,
million times better than online. Online is like a beta fucking version.
Yeah, but it's so
It's
fucking
just
good.
cool
yeah,
because
you know
because
what?
You can do your own shit.
I always
also
thought
cheat.
I always wish that they
Yeah.
put more effort into the Red Dead Online, like they did with
I
GTA.
didn't like Red
but-
Dead that much.
GTA 5, I feel like the thing is, by the time GTA 6 comes out, I feel like
We're gonna be 30.
it's never gonna be, it's not gonna be anywhere near as good
It's gonna be impossible to live up to that.
as. Not only
Yeah.
that, but like
because they've
it's
waited too
Even
long.
though they have
Yeah.
next gen in their favor, they won't be able to.
It's like
no, and you know what? I think 6 is pretty much just gonna be 5 with a new
More
number, and maybe.
And
I
maybe-
think, like I heard, like they're having a female in it for the
Oh,
first
yeah,
time.
yeah.
And that
For-
to me
yeah.
screams we're going to redo GTA 5, but we're changing one thing to make it seem like a different game.
It's like DJ Henry Day.
Oh, DJ, that was a terrible day. That was an
It's been
embarrassment.
so long.
No, that was good. I thought it was good.
No, it was embarrassing.
I thought it was
was.
good.
No, I mean, well, you gotta think
Well,
about it.
Here's part of the problem. Here's
you-
part of the problem.
I
is
thought
that
it was
Charlie probably didn't have a bad advisory. Is that all of us had really different advisories, and all of us had different teachers.
What was your
so that's the
advisory?
thing.
Oh, can I tell you
don't
about
wanna say.
mine? Because I think mine
don't
was the
wanna say.
funniest.
Well, what was bad about it?
Wait, can I?
Okay, well, look.
Chris, go.
Yo, yeah.
He started out the conversation like this. He goes, "Look,
He.
this is an open conversation,
Mm-hmm.
but there is white privilege and things like that,
He said that.
and that's just a fact. If you look at the statistics of who succeeds, and that's not an open conversation
I mean,
because people disagree about that."
And okay, so can I tell you about mine now?
Yeah, yours is
because-
extremely worse. But my thing is
Yeah,
that
but
that's
I
just
agree with what you're
simply
saying.
not an open conversation. You
Yeah.
can't make a claim.
Yeah.
You can't say it's an open conversation and then make boundaries of the conversation.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
what's the-
yeah.
what's the
I mean,
was
it's
about
his
to say
job
that.
though. Like,
So
he can't let it. He can't just let you say anything.
yeah,
he'll
but
get in trouble for
but
that.
he
He's
really,
just
but
enforcing
that
the
should
law,
Yeah.
but
they
it
should
doesn't make
they
the
should
law.
say
Yeah.
say
This
what
is
you
how
need
school
to,
is.
and
This
if
is school.
if you start
It's like a
saying
job. You
something
can't say some shit
inappropriate,
about it.
then you cut them off. But I think you should really just say, like, just be respectful, obviously, but just let them talk. And if they start to go over those boundaries, and stop them. But so for my advisory,
Can I?
who are you?
I'm sorry. Can I say one thing?
Go.
Okay.
No.
My biggest thing is
Okay.
that it's been so long, right,
Beep, beep.
since DJ Henry thing since
Not
DJ
that long.
Henry thing
10
happened.
years.
It's been 10 years.
Almost
it's been
11.
A decade.
That's not that
Decades,
That's not that
decades,
long, though.
decades pretty long.
Um,
Decades pretty long. My biggest thing
And
is
how old
that
were you 10 years ago?
people
I know. I'm
want.
just saying.
I can hear you crackling that through the microphone. I just want to let you know. And part of the problem is that they want credit for this, and that one of the things my teacher said is that we did show up. We're late, but we did show up eventually. It might have been a really long time late, but we did show up. Part of the problem with that is that it's the school saying that. And why that's a problem of the school saying that is because the teachers say, if you turn something late in 10 days, it won't count as anything.
I see.
You
Yeah, it's
don't
like
get
hypocritical.
You don't get any credit for turning something in 10 days late. But we show up on DJ Henry Day 10 years after it happened, and we want credit. We want credit. We want you to recognize what you did for something that happened 10 years ago. But for assignment that was due 10 days ago, get the fuck out of here. What do you think you are, lazy? You think I'm going to give you credit for that? 10 days
that
late?
was really good. Yeah,
What
no,
are you,
that's fucking. Yeah.
You sound like
crazy?
Denzel Washington.
No, but it's
Holy shit.
true.
I was
It's
just-
true.
that was-
It's the hypocriticalness of school.
Can I
It
play
really
devil's
fucking is.
advocate?
That was
The
you
school-
spit. You're spitting.
No.
Yeah, please.
It's not
Play
really.
the
It's not really devil's advocate.
Bitch.
It's like the normal person. But the thing is, like with all the issues that have been happening, it's like what if
Why did I just?
what if nobody turned in the assignment, and everyone's like, but none of us turned it in. We need to get credit, and
Well-
everyone's like, it's like the riots. Like, we want this credit. We need this credit because it's bad. Bad things are going on. We're all failing this class. Like, you see the analogy I'm making?
Oh, can
But the
can I
whole
make an
school-
analogy?
The whole school didn't do anything.
Can
but
I?
you hear my analogy though?
No,
I
can
get
I?
you, but
Yeah,
that's what I'm
can I
saying. I'm
rebuttal?
playing against your analogy.
Wait.
Is that the whole school didn't do anything? The whole
What do you
school
mean?
didn't talk
Okay,
about
wait,
it. There
wait,
wasn't
Chris.
a single poster.
Chris, can
No, the whole
can I
school
make
did
a
talk
rebuttal?
about it.
Because I think I got what Charlie's
Okay,
trying to
go
say.
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so instead of
I'm gonna go.
let's
pee.
say that say that your school teacher marked a 0 on an assignment that she didn't tell you she gave you.
Yeah.
That's kind of because we weren't. The school never talked about DJ Henry, and so we're late because we were never told about it. and now we're getting credit, and that's like if we were never told about an assignment, and then we figured it out by ourselves, and we turned in late, and then we wouldn't get credit.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, and to go on with my advisory and why I really disliked it. So I had two teachers. One of them was they were both white guys. One of them was getting their kitchen remodeled at the time, so we could hear them with saws and drills and hammers clunking away whenever he tried to talk. So it was really hard to keep a straight face. And then they had two children navigating the questions and stuff in the conversation. They were both white kids, and it felt really weird talking about
that's weird.
the death of a black kid at such a young age for no reason other than racism and being told it by white people. And there was only one girl in my advisory there was only one black girl in my advisory who said anything. And what she said was great. And then a lot of the other stuff, like it was just the other kids, especially the white. Well, there was only one black girl who spoke, but all the other kids, they really just kind of said the same thing. Oh, I couldn't believe it. That's shocking. And I was like, well, how's that a learning lesson? What are we learning? They're not telling us. They showed us the documentary, right? But by showing a documentary, it's just not intimate enough, I think.
Yeah.
It's not intimate enough.
To invoke something, really.
And the fact that the guy was getting his kitchen remodeled and thought that maybe it wouldn't be, and still thought that he should be a part of it. I mean, like, if you're getting your kitchen remodeled, just tell them, like, look, I can't be on a meet, and get someone else to do it.
Yeah.
Also, I think if, ask kids who are African American to do it, and if they shouldn't have to teach us. So instead of that, you can just easily, like some kid in my advisory, he asked a question. He was like, I wish that there was a place where we could go and just get all this information about this stuff without, all this fake news, so we could really learn about this.
Yeah.
And so I unmuted and I was like, well, it's the library. You can get a book about racism written by a black person.
Yeah.
And you could read that, and then you could take that knowledge and
What book was it that we read? It was like freshman year.
I couldn't remember.
I forgot what it was about. It
I
was
don't-
something about it was like the court. There was the black guy in court.
Oh, To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah, and that's written by a white lady. So it's like
Yeah,
we're learning
I
about
mean,
this through.
I learned a lot more about racism through that book than I did through DJ Henry Day, and that's because the book clearly lined out this and the teacher at the time who I had that was reading To Kill a Mockingbird, he was very intimate with us on a one-to-one level where he would tell us and he would really try to convey the emotions and the ideas through it. But when you put on a documentary and then have two white kids try and ask questions, and when they're asking questions and they're moving the conversation and they're only calling on a couple kids, it felt more like patting ourselves on the back instead of actually getting anything done. And then I hear the rebuttal whenever you say, "Oh, they did it too late." I hear the rebuttal. It's never too late, and I hate that because, if someone gets hit by a car, and they have 5 minutes to live, and I decide to give it 10 minutes and take them to the hospital, I did too little, too late.
Yeah.
I didn't do enough quickly enough.
I think
Stuff like that.
the remembering was too late.
Yeah.
But I think it's
way
good
too-
that we still did this to not necessarily, definitely to remember his death, but also show that those problems really do exist and they still exist. And
That's very true.
well, here's my
It
problem.
reflects what was happening, or like what's happening in our
And
time.
that was a
and
big
that it's,
problem
like,
I had.
It happens in even our own fucking town. Like
Yeah,
it happened.
it happened in
And
our town.
It's reminding the people.
It happened.
That's why
5
I-
minutes away from
fucking
all of our
real.
houses.
It
Well,
happens
that's why I
everywhere.
had such a
He
big
died.
problem with it.
Yeah.
Is
He was
that they
killed.
decided to talk about it during the time where Black Lives Matter was got its peak, and it's like
Do you
the
think
reason things
yeah.
like these protests are happening is because when these innocent black people were killed, we never talked about it. No one talked about it.
Yeah.
And that's on
Oh,
you.
yeah.
That's on the school. And then
I did like how the school talked about it.
My
though.
biggest thing
And
was
then-
that
but
I
here's
didn't
the-
live
It's
here.
just way too late.
well, can I finish real quick?
I didn't.
It is
Because
too
I-
late.
Go ahead.
Because I basically
I mean,
thing
I
is,
didn't know about it till the DJ Henry Day.
yeah, which is bullshit.
I've known about it
know,
my whole life
that's-
just
that's
because I've lived
awful.
here.
I'm very
So-
disconnected from the community of Easton.
Well, here's the
when I
thing.
lived
So
here.
the reason we had DJ Henry Day, it wasn't the school. It was a group of kids,
Yeah.
honor roll kids, whatever. But they were white kids, and they decided to ask the principal if we could do a DJ Henry Day.
Really?
And I talked
I
to
didn't
an
know that.
African American student. I won't say her name or anything, and she told me that there have been multiple black people that ask the school if we could do assemblies and stuff about black people and about racism, about the problems in the country, and they've been told that they weren't going to do it because it was
Yeah.
going to make the white kids uncomfortable and stuff like that. And so,
Stupid
so
reason.
yeah. So, but when just knowing in the back of my head that we're remembering the death of a black kid for no reason, that died for no reason, and we're celebrating it because a group of white kids who,
Yeah.
at the height of Black Lives Matter, and you can tell, even if they really cared, it's weird. It's just kind of like. I don't know. To me, it really just came off as a PR thing. Like,
Yeah.
You know, like we want to
Right.
look good, and
Yeah.
and even if
And
for
I
the
think that
school-
definitely played a part in it.
and for the kids who were like, we should do this. It's like, do you?
Are you doing it because you care?
Yeah,
or are you
and
doing
and
it-
also the
I don't think it
problem.
was all
the
bad.
the biggest problem. Well, the worst part was
Well, the thing is, you excuse it because it's like it's in good thought.
Now,
you know.
Well, the-
thing
the
is,
Like
worst-
obviously it's not a
some
bad
people
thing, but it's like
The
who
wo-
know DJ Henry are saying, okay, yeah, it's bad, they're late, but let's acknowledge now that they're doing it, and it's good that they're remembering them now.
yeah.
Which is good that we're remembering them, 100%. And I don't think that they should stop doing this.
They can't. They can't stop now.
They can't stop
Because
now.
it would seem
Be
like they
so-
only did it because of Black Lives Matter. So they have to do it every year
Right.
now. And the
Which-
big complaint was Devin Ness died, and he was a white student athlete. And the second he passed away, every year they've been doing a
Day of
tournament for
kindness.
him. And DJ Henry died, and it took 10 years.
Yeah.
You know? And but
Devin
the
Ness has a
the one
interesting
part,
story.
and this is like the last thing I really have to say, is the worst part about that day was the fact that they I don't, and it wasn't intentional, but they gave kids false hope with DJ Henry's case. Like, I would see petitions to reopen DJ Henry case. If you look at the law, that petition could have gotten 1 million signatures. Let's say it gets 1 billion signatures. You can't reopen a case unless new evidence comes forward. That's the law. That's what we oblige
And
by.
they did end up winning. They won the case eventually.
Yeah, they did, but
Yeah.
the fact of the matter is, like,
It was like 8 years later.
yeah,
Yeah.
but the fact of the matter was, like, I saw kids putting on their story, like, please sign this, and I was like, I feel like this generation, my generation, ours, has been like, we've been convinced that the only way to take action against something is with petitions and online things.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact of the matter is, online things they only do so much, and, you know, like, putting something on Instagram isn't enough. And
Yeah.
I think if you really want to do something, you have to do it in real life. You know, that's what makes protests great, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's you, yourself, your own body. But I think we've been, you know, taught to kind of dumb ourselves down, or kind of, you know, babyify what we do,
Mhm.
you know, make it less mature by using online. And I think it's just because it's an easier thing to do. And I think that does a lot more harm than good. Especially, like, because all those kids who were putting, you know, DJ Henry signed the petition, they could have easily been looking for cases that were still open and trying to draw attention to those and stop things from happening, and they could have started to spread the message instead of saying sign a petition when the petition isn't going to do anything if you read a book or
Yeah.
anything. Oh, and one of the kids who put the things together, I won't say her name for reasons, because I'm a gentleman, but
I
she
want to
pretty
know after this ends.
yeah, but she slid up on my story after I said it was an embarrassment. No, it seemed like just a PR move, and it was too little too late. And she slid up and she was like, it was me and these other kids' idea, and we wanted to spread it because it's so
I
important
know
right
exactly
now.
who it is.
It was so important right now, blah,
I think
blah,
I
blah.
have a good idea.
And the person who was talking, all I could think about when they were
Smart.
texting me was they totally did this to seem like the good guy.
I hate
When,
they don't really
when there is no good guy or bad guy in this. When a black kid dies unjustifiably and then 10 years later you want to
there's no
remember
good guy.
him, there's no such thing as a good guy or bad guy then.
It's everyone is like,
just
oh
people
shit.
remember him.
Yeah, we're like,
So,
oh, we fucked up.
You're
We
not
gotta-
morally above, and you can tell. They won't say, "Oh, I'm not. I don't think I'm morally above you or anything," but they subconsciously they think it.
Yeah.
They want to believe that
play with it?
they're doing something, but they're not doing anything productive. They're just trying to seem better than
That one's sick.
everyone
That
else.
one's so sick.
And I hate that. And it comes off as you know the cheapest form of remember. And they started selling those wristbands that said "Remember DJ Henry." And that was when I really was like, "That's fucking stupid."
Were they really
I'm-
selling them?
Yeah, selling them. It was like I
Was
think
it a
was-
non-profit?
No, I don't know.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, I mean, I don't know what they would. They weren't giving it to the family, so I don't know what they were giving it to. But nonetheless, the fact of the matter is, like, the ultimate form of remembrance shouldn't be selling a product with the person's name on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's not the point, and I don't care even if they were making it to donate it to something. Even then, it's like you had to put his name. I get it's his day, but it's
Kind of like using
it just feels so. It kind of just makes you feel icky.
Yeah.
It feels wrong, you know.
I understand.
Like
Like
a
what
kid,
would he say if he was here?
would he want that?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I can only speak for myself, and I can say I wouldn't want that. If
That's
I
not how
died, I don't want people putting
I
my name on a
love how
bracelet.
Jay-Z mentioned him in a song, and I think that's awesome.
That's the way to remember someone.
Exactly.
You're not trying to draw attention to
Way
yourself.
more impactful, and
Yeah.
he's not. Jay-Z's not doing it.
But that won't
to-
be brought up in school.
And that's the school's fault. And that's what I really didn't like is the schools didn't emphasize enough on how hard they dropped the ball. They
But,
really
yeah.
like they said they were like, yeah, we should have been doing something earlier, and it's like, yeah, but how do we know you're not going to do this again? Because you really, really, really dropped the ball.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're doomed to repeat themselves until they really go out there and say, look,
Yeah.
we screwed up, but we're going to change that, and this is how we're doing it.
Being
Right,
on the
which is
school's
the
side.
Wrong part, which is, we dropped the ball, but we expect you not to.
We dropped the ball. Better late than never is not a good excuse.
Because
Yeah.
they're in power.
You know,
They can.
if it's somebody's birthday and you show up 4 days late with a birthday cake, too little, too late.
I don't think better
You
late
missed
than
the-
never
you missed the boat.
is an excuse, but I do think it's true.
It depends on very certain
I
situations.
think it's true, and I think overall the school
I think
is
it-
good because
It's
the
better
Black
late
Lives
than
Matter.
never. It's better late than never for the students, but it's not better late than never for the school.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
school-
that's true.
The school.
Like the students need
they-
to know
they-
definitely.
They need to be very open with us. If they really want us to learn, they need to be really open, and they need to be like, look, guys, we're ashamed that we dropped the ball so hard and that we really didn't bring this up at all. Like, that's on us. We're sorry.
Yeah.
But we want you guys to know this, and we're hoping that you can learn from our mistakes. Like, that's one thing. But they just said, we should have talked about it earlier, but we're talking about it now, so everything's okay.
I
We're
did
still
like how
good.
they did talk about it, and I think it was important. It did seem like they did it just because the Black Lives Matter thing is like it was
relevant.
like relevant.
Yeah, it just came at such a
And I
did it
think-
at such a bad time.
I think it was good that they brought something like a real world issue and they spent a whole day on it. I think that was
Yeah.
a good thing.
Was
a
it
good
a whole
thing.
day?
Yeah.
Well, it was a half day on a Wednesday, and Wednesdays we
like-
don't have any classes.
Well, they
and
did-
it was
they
only an
take a-
advisory for an
But
hour.
it was an extended.
Yeah,
It was
it
like
was
2
about an
hours.
hour. Okay, so it's 2 hours.
I mean, and we usually wouldn't have school. I mean, that's better. That's good.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm just saying.
no, But then you compare it to like Devin Ness, who gets a whole tournament. And those tournaments usually last
Yeah.
12 hours.
And then he has a whole day where the seniors
That's
get
the
off.
best.
And I
they
think
can
his
do after
pictures in
10
like a
years
trophy
is a half a
cabinet
day.
and stuff like that.
I'm just saying, like, they did do it. I'm just playing.
Or it's good. It's
Yeah,
just
It's
no,
not-
It wasn't good. I wouldn't even say it was.
It's
good.
not what it should have been.
I would say that It was a thrown together attempt at best.
Yeah.
It was mediocre at best. It was borderline offensive at worst.
That's a good way of putting
I
it.
think.
Yeah.
I think.
Mediocre at best. Offensive.
Because
We should have talked about this with Josh and Oni on the podcast and bring
Why?
up any of these questions.
I'm not kidding.
I don't. I mean, I talked to some black kids.
I mean, I get
and
that.
Overall, I've got a mixed
You
kids
gotta
and black
get
kids.
so many more episodes in. Now that I think about it,
and
like
I
so
got-
many more combinations.
Yeah, yeah.
I got like a lot of black and just mixed people sliding up and being like, yeah, I agree with you, and I'm like, yeah, that's not good. That's a bad.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, you guys.
It
should've
wasn't- it
fucking
wasn't-
Feel like you're.
It really wasn't what it should have been. It should have been
It's
different.
so important. Like, this is like the whole system, like the whole systematic racism stuff like that. BLM. That's not like a one-day project. That's like a unit at best,
Yeah,
or at worst, at least that's
I like
that's a unit.
yeah.
I mean, that's a lot to cover, and I felt like 2 hours. And then they said they were gonna have the family make a message, and then the family said they didn't even want to do it.
Really?
Yeah. The family. We were supposed to play the documentary, then a video message from the family, but the family declined to send a video message, which leads me to believe that they
But
really
they s-
didn't care
they s-
that we were doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because
Yeah.
I can't speak for them, but for me, let's say I had a kid who died and then his school
10
didn't talk
years
about him for
later.
10 years and then decided to, I'd be like,
Okay.
you can talk about him, but I don't really care. I'm not going to
Yeah.
give you anything. You know, just don't talk bad about him. But I'm not, I'm not talking to you. I'm not giving you anything.
Yeah.
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 Absolutely. So yeah, I was, yeah. When that was over, I was embarrassed. I was like, I can't
Yeah.
believe I was like, oh.
Shows how white the town is.
Oh, it was, and you know what? That was the worst part. It was just very whitewashed.
Yeah.
Made us look
Like
bad.
white
Like-
people were dictating the conversations and all the materials and everything, and they didn't even speak about it. They just let us watch a documentary.
I
Like,
thought
that's-
I thought the documentary was good.
yeah, but
Yeah, the
but
documentary.
But it was just a documentary.
they could
That's
have
the
just.
thing.
I mean, at that point, just put on like a movie at that point.
You know, honestly,
It's not intimate enough.
let's be legit here.
They're more intimate
With-
about MX plus B equals.
No, yeah,
you know,
for sure.
With the
Then there are
documentary,
like real life
than
people's
with
lives.
racism.
People's lives.
You know, MX plus B, we go for a couple weeks at least to learn that.
And we never use it in our life.
We
but
talk
we
about
can't
the
kill innocent people
mitochondria
because they're
in the
race.
powerhouse more intimately than we talked about DJ Henry dying for no
MX
reason
plus
other
B.
than racism.
why
You
was
know-
MX supposed to be?
Spend a whole week on that. But
Spent a whole 2 years on that, basically.
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
only got 2 hours, and a lot of it, an hour was at least an hour was just a documentary, and the other hour was 2 white kids just trying their hardest to get people to answer questions, and no one wanted to say anything because we didn't. I mean, you throw a documentary on and say, "Now talk." You can, what are you
Yeah,
gonna-
no, nobody's gonna do that.
And then
That's
you
not
could,
how
then
you start a
they
discussion.
were asking the worst questions, like, "What do you think about this?
yeah.
What do I think? How do I feel? How do I feel about it? I think it's fucking hilarious." Like, no, I'm fucking
Yeah.
mortified. It sucks.
Yeah.
Fucking do something
You know-
better.
Honestly,
I was pissed.
100% honest with the documentary, right? That lawyer, where
Oh
they
my god, that guy was
didn't-
so annoying.
when they didn't push him at all. They just asked him questions and then in editing
Oh, dude, I never saw the
discredited
documentary. I didn't
his
go to it.
argument. Like
Wait, which
I
which
was-
guy?
the lawyer
The
that
one-
was like against.
Yeah, that guy was
DJ
such a
Henry.
cock.
Yeah, you know what? I would love to bring him in on the fucking podcast
He's too busy for you.
and like legitimately
In
talk
jail,
to him
hopefully.
and get
I
inside.
mean, he's not going to jail, but
Get inside his head and like actually legitimately think what he was thinking and what he would
Yeah,
do in
you
a
didn't
backed up
watch it, but-
corner and things like that on a podcast.
I know a lawyer, their job is to defend people, but this case is like, but he was defending
Was
him.
the prosecutor?
He was defending the cop that killed.
Okay. Yeah.
DJ
Henry.
That's their
Yeah.
job, man. That's fucking lawyers.
I know it's their job, but he
Fucked
took
up.
it to another level.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah,
then, like
those type of fucking
people,
lawyers are
you
they?
know,
Are they
there are
like a
people
little?
who would
He's
defend
racist.
Jeffrey Dahmer
Yeah.
and stuff. So
Yeah, like
it's just not a noble profession sometimes.
No,
No.
and he that dude's racist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you support a
100%.
cop killing an innocent black kid, then
Yeah, 'cause you don't
pretty
have to
much-
accept
He had
every
a
like.
fake ID on him was his evidence. He had a
What type of
fake.
person becomes a lawyer and does that? Like, what's the type of person?
You know what?
that-
And the school
Because-
doesn't really want to
because
talk
it's-
about that either.
because when a cop
They
kills
really
a black
didn't
kid,
talk about that
it's
at
really
all.
easy. It's
Not really, no.
easy for the cop to win in court.
Yeah,
So they're gonna take the cop because if they win, they get more money.
that's so fucked.
So they'd rather get more money by lying than
Yeah,
get
They won the case.
less money.
they won the case, but obviously no amount of money is gonna be able to.
Yeah,
Bring
no
him back
amount
to
of money
life.
brings back, not
A human.
not even just that, but like the
No amount of money can-
integrity of their name.
Yeah,
Their name
Yeah.
is diminished. Everything like that. They're seen as like just a thug now.
yeah, like, and he's.
But the idea that the school didn't really talk about the fake ID part, and it's so obvious why. It's so obvious. Like, the whole idea was like he had a motive to get out of there, right? Because he had a fake ID on him. He had a fake ID on him. He wanted to get the fuck out of there because the police was gonna get him because he had a fucking fake ID.
Yeah, literally.
Who?
Like the police knew he had a fake ID
Like, the
when
police
when they shot
knew
him.
He had a
When he
fake
shot
ID. Number one. Number two, who the fuck cares? How many people get?
He
a
was
fake
20,
ID?
right?
How many people get a fucking fake ID at the age of 20?
I mean, like you see that, and then you see.
He also didn't even drink. He didn't drink.
Who?
They didn't drink at the place.
Wait, I don't understand.
then,
I
like,
didn't
George-
watch. So explain what you're talking about.
So
Oh.
DJ Henry had a fake ID on him at the time.
Okay.
He
Yeah,
went
he
into
went
a
to a
bar.
bar.
Yeah.
Didn't drink at all.
He
All his
didn't drink
friends,
at
all
all.
his witnesses, he said he didn't drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had one drink at the place before he left.
Mm-hmm.
So his alcohol level was higher. But you gotta remember,
But he
this,
wasn't
you're
drunk.
you're talking about like a 6-foot football player, right?
An athlete,
An
collegiate
athlete.
athlete.
He just had
Yeah.
a drink. He's fine.
Like,
Yeah, and he was like,
Yeah.
I think he was like.
He's talking about
like,
college
Like-
He was
kids.
very
Yeah.
high up in the ranks.
Yeah,
He was great. He was amazing. He was one of the better
He had one
away players.
drink.
Yeah,
He had
like, a
one
very
drink.
prominent-
Get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here.
You know the
He
things
was
that
on a
college kids
drive.
do every single day.
Yeah,
Now,
exactly.
what was the cop's
And that's like
defense
the
in
problem that we
school
don't
kids are
acknowledge.
The
Like
cop.
people
So
do
DJ
that
Henry
shit.
was driving. He was driving,
Uh huh.
or was he driving the car?
He was driving.
Yeah. So he was driving and he pulled up, in this cop stood in the way.
Yeah.
And it was something like he thought DJ Henry was gonna like. The cop said he was trying to protect himself, basically.
That's
but
what they
but
always
in
say.
reality, there was no danger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's as
Well,
simply. I don't remember the
think
details
he-
that much,
I
but
think he
fucking
shot him through the windshield.
He
like,
did.
second
Yeah, he did.
shot.
he did.
There
He
was
shot him
a-
through the windshield when he was stopped in a car.
There was a cop
'Cause he
that
thought
came
that
out
he was gonna do
against
something?
him.
Mhm.
No, he was just racist, and I think that.
Well,
was
he
just-
said it's because he thought he was
said,
doing-
but
No, I
that's
know.
Easily a cover up.
That's so fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
In Easton.
not in Easton,
Where
but
was
It was
but
in New York.
yeah.
He was
okay.
from-
He
just
it was
from-
at like
He's
his
just
college.
from Easton.
It was
I
at his
understand.
college.
Okay.
Like you think that would be such like a big thing?
Yeah, I've drove by his house a million times. Like
Oh my! And it's not like it was unknown that he was from here and died.
Yeah.
Like I knew about that a while ago.
me too. I've known about it
So,
since it happened.
you
Yeah,
know?
I just
And, okay.
I never knew too many details
But,
about it.
I mean, it was just yeah. It makes me so mad thinking that school did that, and then the fact they're selling bracelets, and it's like, what next? You gonna make a T-shirt? I don't know. I was so fucking upset. I was like, I don't want to be associated with this fucking school right now.
Yeah,
I was like,
Bad,
this
it was
is.
bad.
It's like, come on, really? Like,
My ass hurts so bad.
Oh my god, those pillows came in clutch.
Oh
and
my
comfy now.
god. Dude, I'm ready to sit down for another 6 hours.
7.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, what time is it, Chris?
3:30.
How long have we been recording for?
4 hours.
2
2 and a
hours.
half, 2.5.
30 minutes.
It's all good. We're going, ladies and gentlemen.
That was
So,
that's
have
a
you
very
gone for 3 hours
serious
yet?
turn.
But yeah, no, it did. It got
That was
really,
very
really serious.
Which I don't think is bad.
No, I don't.
No, it's a good thing.
We
We
Right,
fluctuate
you-
in this
I think it's a good
podcast.
thing.
It's like
Well,
not-
because we've been silly all night, and then we took a little bit of a serious turn.
No, I
Yeah.
like
That's
that.
good to be
Because
serious.
really
It's good to
things,
tell-
Kenny.
It's good to say when like you're pissed off about something that's real. 'cause
Yeah.
Speaking of Black Lives Matter.
I didn't. Am I ready?
We speaking
To
to
take the microphone, ladies and gentlemen.
I swear to
saying
God,
take
if you
the
talk about
microphone.
this
Wait,
poem,
what was it say? What was the thing we said earlier?
God, I fucking
Jump the mic
can't
or whatever the
stand-
fuck.
Jump the mic. Am I ready?
slurp the mic.
the
No,
mic,
I
Chris.
said
Jump
take
the
the
mic.
mic.
Wait, so what do you have to say about this poet? Like, just like
Just fuck
I don't wanna
Amanda
listen to your
Gorman.
poem.
why?
Fuck Amanda
Why?
Gorman.
Why?
Who's
Tell
Amanda
us
Gorman?
Fuck
everything.
Amanda
Tell us
Gorman.
Oh
why.
shit! That was from the beginning of the pod. We
Yeah.
talked about that.
Fuck
Oh
Amanda
my God.
Gorman.
Wait, so this podcast. had
This just
Nathaniel
needs to be
too.
said
We don't
for
know
other
this
people who
before.
feel this
No,
out
no,
there.
we
Fuck
started
Amanda
before we
Gorman.
Started.
Someone has to say it, and I gotta be the balls to have it. And fuck,
I
you
gotta
be
have the
Amanda
balls to
Gorman.
have it.
gotta be the boss
Fuck
to have it.
Amanda Gorman. No. Legitimately.
Why?
I just
Tell me why in detail.
in detail.
Yes.
Legitimately.
Because legitimately.
Yeah. Tell me.
Really?
Why?
Because what I had 2 classes on her.
Okay. And
Yes.
Nothing has been that important in school where we need to talk about something that is going on in life.
you know what?
Like
Hold
a
on.
fucking
Wait. How many
poem.
classes? Did
2.
you- 2. How long are a class on average?
That hurt
Like,
footsteps.
45,
Thought I heard
20,
footsteps for a second.
20, 20,
Yeah,
30?
40
I heard
minutes.
that.
40,
Probably.
40 minutes. Okay, so that'd be
Leave again?
that'd be 40 minutes plus another 40 minutes. You an hour
80
and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. So that's almost as much as DJ Henry Day. But continue. We spent
That's actually so true.
we spent almost as much time
That's
on a
right.
poem.
But you're like, you get how that like contributes to that my point, right?
yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This poem is not as important as DJ Henry.
No.
Like, I was just fucking sorry. This poem's not important. And then I see people
What was the
posting
poem?
on this story.
What was the poem?
I don't
what
know.
was it about? Like, can you
Yeah,
explain?
just
It was
Describe it.
about like kind of how
I have
we
a
need
really
to get
good poem
through
I
this
read
year,
recently.
and like how the Capitol building was like an attack on democracy, but how we're gonna get through it, and how it was kind of motivational and all these things, and how we're gonna strive through this. But, dude, like, look, there's better shit, man. We didn't talk about To Pimp a Butterfly. We didn't talk about like all these other artists and all these other things. We didn't talk about Moonlight. We didn't talk about all these.
My
other
favorite movie
movies,
ever, actually.
Like that talk about these subjects in such detailed ways that are modern,
Did
that
you-
resonate with young people.
Did you see Arnold Schwarzenegger's video about the what happened at the Capitol and how he
Yeah, I
he
saw that.
he
That
said
was
he
weird.
he was comparing what happened at the Capitol to the Night of Broken Glass.
Yeah.
What?
What's that? Yeah.
Yeah, on Twitter.
That's so crazy.
It was a 7-minute long Twitter video,
I
and
saw
it
that.
was
Wait,
it's
that's like
one of-
really weird.
no, it is one of the very best
Wow.
videos I have ever seen, politically wise.
Really?
Yeah. Instead of
That's
that
confusing.
poem, they should have just played that video because it encapsulates everything.
Right.
Having someone that's not from America give the narrative of seeing the Night of Broken Glass and hearing about it, and then how he compares it to what happened at the Capitol, that's so much more powerful than someone reading a poem about what we all just witnessed on TV and in
Right.
person, some of us.
Of course.
So,
That's true.
But you know, Seattle's 2 attack month on an autonomous zone. That was nothing.
What?
The autonomous zone in Seattle. Remember how they
Chris,
took it
you,
over?
you
Oh,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
these things like I would know about
Jazz.
the autonomous zone.
They just took
I know,
over a
but
place
that-
in Seattle.
What's the autonomous zone? What's that?
Was it BLM?
Yeah, it was like
What?
Antifa, I think.
They
That
took
took
they
over
sectioned.
13 blocks
Yeah.
in Seattle.
yeah.
Oh.
What did you see? Black Lives Matter. They have been officially suspended on Twitter. The
That's so
Black Lives
crazy.
Matter account's been suspended on Twitter
Really?
for tweeting hashtag impeach Biden, and for tweeting I think the exact. Well, to paraphrase, they tweeted.
Yeah.
I think the Democratic Party has used us, which so Black Lives Matter, the organization, their
Then-
official page on
yeah.
Twitter has said that they feel like the Democratic Party used them and they want to impeach
That's
Biden.
weird that they got banned for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
It's like censorship. Not actually.
well, I mean, I think it's basically like they're trying to say like I think it's Twitter's way of saying like, oh, he didn't use them. That's not a factual correct or whatnot. Or impeach Biden. We don't I think it was they just don't. I think when they see impeach Biden, they immediately think MAGA people, so they immediately just like get rid of the tweets and the accounts.
They're far.
I don't think so. I
far
think
off.
that there's a. Personally, I think that there's incentive at Twitter for, blue and leftist, and I don't know. This is just me, but it's I think it's the Democrats. I think
I see it.
there was Eric Weinstein created a Twitter account that was I forget what the Twitter account was called, but I think it was 2020 Unity. I think what it was, where they created a Twitter account trying to figure out a new presidential candidate that could run, that we could all get behind and vote. Not Biden, not Trump, a better solution. Banned. Gone. That wasn't even allowed. It was hateful. Like, what the fuck? How is that hateful, trying to come up with a new...
There's still child porn on Twitter, and it's up there because it doesn't... Twitter didn't deem it as going against their privacies and policies.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can... So there's child porn on Twitter, but President Trump was off. Black Lives Matter is off now.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what knack? Like, imagine that. Like, Trump is off
Like, no
Twitter.
matter what you can say.
And then Black Lives Matter. The two polar opposites are both off Twitter. So what's... I mean, you have... Do people... I'm waiting for someone in the middle to be like...
Yo, what's going on?
Be like, hey, I think that Black lives do matter, and I think that not all Republicans are evil people. I think we need to get along, and then boom, they'll be banned soon.
Yeah.
I think
I was hearing about this, though. I was hearing someone talk about this. It is better that the private companies are running the freedom of speech over the government. For sure. Because the government, like, they can take away your Twitter account. They can take away your email and shit like that. But, like, they're not going to come to your house and lock you in a cage.
Well, that and I like that they're finally...
That's true. They're not going to put you in jail.
Because we all know the government lies.
Right.
Like, a lot. So it's kind of...
I don't really mind, though.
Yeah, but it's kind of trippy to see that someone now can kind of be like, yeah, you're part of the government, but you're bullshitting us right now, so we're just going to take your tweet away and then suspend your account. So, I don't know. It's kind of weird how with the more and more...
I'm so tired.
Yeah,
Do you want more energy?
I'll be up all morning.
I want him to be.
What time is it?
We're going, bro.
I have so much fucking shit to do tomorrow too.
And
Do you? What shit do you
Not
have to
really,
do
kind
tomorrow?
of. I have to like.
I have work at 2, so I'm chilling.
oh, Dom, what are you doing
Oh,
tomorrow?
dude, no, I don't have to leave till the afternoon. So actually, no.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Nerd.
Chilling.
I have to leave at like 11.
Wow.
So-
What time?
not-
What
that's
time
not
do you
bad.
want me out
That's not bad.
tomorrow?
What?
No, I was just saying Sam probably leave at like 10ish.
Okay, no problem.
That's not too
Do
bad.
you want me to leave
Yeah,
around
no, no,
there?
if you want, I can go get another Kickstarter if you guys want me to.
Do you want? What time should I leave tomorrow? Around
I
like.
kind of want. I'm having so much fun right now.
I'm having fun too. I'm just a
Legitimately?
little tired.
Yeah.
I just
you
got
want the
really
time?
bummed. I got like a wave
It's
of
like a
It's 3:30.
3:30. Yeah.
Kind of want to go to 4.
to record.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of.
I said we go to 3 hours. And it's at 2 hours and 41 minutes.
Let's talk about something light.
Yeah, yeah.
That's-
I'm
Well,
like,
you know what?
I'm so fucking
let's,
depressed
like,
right
let's
now.
finish with like just.
Let's just go to a different topic and
You
end
know
with the
what?
topic.
Instead of a top, we should just kind of like sit and ask each other questions
Okay.
Yeah.
and like
I
go
like that.
around
Let's
and
do
like
that.
answer them.
Let's do that. Can you start off? What do you? How should we do this?
I don't know. Like, and it like just make simple questions, and we'll go around and just kind of like talk about it, and then
Well,
when everyone's done talking, like, then like someone else can just ask.
Let's
a
start.
question.
Instead of talking about stuff happening in the world, how are you guys?
That is a terrible question to start. We
Why?
never start with that. How are you guys? That's something you start at
Why?
the beginning of a conversation, not the middle of it. Like, what? How are you guys? That's like if we've been talking for 3 hours and I go, "Oh, hi, it's good to see you."
Oh, well, I
You guys wanna
haven't.
talk about
Well, I don't see you guys, so I really.
aliens?
No.
No.
Those two are both good savior topics. They're kind of late.
Aliens
I'm not
are
talking.
aliens are definitely real.
100%.
No.
If aliens aren't real, then space isn't real.
Aliens are definitely real. What are you talking about, Chris?
I said aliens are real.
Oh yeah.
I think that.
I think they're real boring.
What the fuck does that mean?
I think aliens are boring.
Why?
What?
They're out there, but I'm never gonna meet them.
Why not?
It's cool that they
Why
exist.
not?
What's this?
I don't know. Why did my grandfather never get to meet them?
I mean, I
They
think
fucking died before they
dinosaurs
showed
don't
up.
exist anymore, but they're still fucking cool as shit.
But you.
No, I'm done with dinosaurs. Ever since that
Ever
Jurassic
since they
World
added the
movie.
fucking ever since they
The
added
feathers.
feathers,
Yeah.
it ruined dinosaurs for me.
Oh yeah, the whole.
Feathers.
Oh, they actually.
Feathers.
I don't believe
Everything
it.
they
Fuck that.
learn, like this bull,
Yeah.
they're like
Fake
it has
news.
feathers now. No, it's more like a chicken. It's like wait, it's like a chicken.
Yeah,
It's
you
got
don't ruin
feathers.
dinosaurs for future generations.
Yeah. What the
Are you
fuck,
sure
bro?
it's just a fucking chicken that's big now?
Like, why doesn't the government keep those secrets?
I'm waiting for them to go,
understand.
guys.
Of
it
all
turns,
secrets.
I'm waiting for
Exactly.
them to go.
He's a
Dinosaurs
fucking
have
boring ass
beaks.
scientist that had to ruin dinosaurs.
Yeah,
Fuck
this
that guy.
one guy. That
Couldn't
guy's
it just,
definitely
like-
a virgin.
oh, this dinosaur doesn't make sense.
This is what you contributed to the world.
Yeah.
So
You
we
just-
is what you're gonna
put
be
the
remembered.
bones
You ruined
together.
dinosaurs.
Unless
you
you-
Get the fuck
you
outta
fucking nerd, dude.
Go
I hate that
fucking
guy.
figure out the cure for cancer.
What are you doing?
bitch?
I
you
bet
fucking
fucking-
figure out how to ruin.
Unless-
No,
unless he
he-
brings
I
a
bet
dinosaur
fucking
to
sick
life.
and tired
You know,
of
Fuck
shit.
that
you know
guy,
what
and you
those,
know he's white,
You know what
too.
the
He's white.
museums?
He's fucking
Probably.
white.
I'm so
he's
mad at
bald,
this
too.
guy, this
he's
hypothetical
a
guy
short,
we're
bald
talking about.
man. No, you know,
He's
I would like to
religious.
beat the fuck out of that guy.
Religious of some sort.
he's a Scientologist. No, he
His wife
Fucking
hates him.
is.
His
he
wife
believes
fucking
in L.
hates
Ron
him.
Hubbard.
Yeah.
L.
This
Ron.
fucking bitch.
You know, like those giant
thinks the
skeleton
dinosaurs-
dinosaurs at museums.
Yes.
Yeah.
I bet somebody accidentally spilled like paint and glue on it, and
Probably.
then this guy who's a
Probably.
Scientologist looked and he said, "My L. Ron Hubbard," because he doesn't believe in God. He goes, "My L. Ron
Tom
Hubbard."
Cruise.
That's what it is. And Tom Cruise went, "I'll make a movie now." So we're gonna have Jurassic Cruise soon, which is a Tom Cruise
Impossible
Jurassic
Park.
movie
With feathered dinosaurs.
with feathered dinosaurs played by John Travolta.
Played
You
by
know,
John
I really
Travolta.
want to get sponsored by Scientology.
Hey,
I think I can do it.
Scientology. Join us
You
if you
think
have
you can get
nothing better to
sponsored
live
by a
for.
religion?
I think I can.
It's not even a
no.
religion.
Why do you want to get
It's a fucking
sponsored by
cult.
Scientology?
Well, you know, I would
Well, that'd
like
be
to have
funny.
Tom Cruise come on. I'd like to
Oh,
have
well, I mean, so would I.
John
but-
Travolta come on and get an interview with
Tom
them.
Cruise.
Oh, hello. Praise L. Ron Hubbard.
I
Yo,
could
yo.
beat the fuck out of Tom Cruise.
Yo, what celebrities would you
That dude
want to
is
be friends with?
5'4".
Joe Rogan.
Five.
No, I wouldn't want to be friends with him.
Who are the five
Why
celebrities that you want to
Because
be
I
like
feel like
friends
he
with?
wouldn't be a guy that's really great to chill with.
Kanye West.
I think he would.
No, I feel like he'd
I
be
feel
the
like
type
he's
of
like
guy.
me.
He'd be like, "Let's go fucking do something."
Yeah.
He'd either be like he'd either smoke and just be really paranoid, or he'd be like, "Let's just go
I'm putting
fucking
thought
do
into
something,
this.
dude. Let's go take a hike."
Bert Kreischer.
Yeah.
Can we do dead people?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
Mac Miller.
Everyone list for five. I want to hear everyone's
Bert
five.
Kreischer, Mac Miller.
Everyone's five. Chris, or you go first. So it's Bert Kreischer,
Bert
Mac
Kreischer,
Miller.
Mac. Oh, this is like tough for me.
Oh, I could probably.
Ooh, shit, dude. Oh my God, JG Quintel.
Who's that?
He created a regular show.
Oh,
He's
that
just
guy.
a cool guy. He's like Mordecai too.
Yeah, he's literally,
Yeah, he
he's
was
literally
Mordecai.
Mordecai.
He's Mordecai, and I just want to see what like his perspective on the life is, you know.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's the.
I can do it right now, man.
Oh fuck.
You're at what, 4?
I'm at 3. Those are my 3 for now. You got. Let's
go,
move
Kenny.
on.
What's your 5?
So I would go Michael Cera, David Dastmalchian,
Oh.
Rich Evans, and then I would go
I only
with
know one of those 3 people.
That's okay.
who else
It's
would I go
expected.
with? I would go Matt Smith, and then I would go for
I want to be Bon Iver.
Nicholas Cage. I think.
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's
I
dope.
think he would be.
Interesting.
Yeah, he'd probably be a fun talker.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Mike and Jay from Red Letter Media.
Okay.
What about you? Tom.
Huh. Kid
Number
Cudi.
1.
Oh, I forgot about Kid. Yeah.
Kid
yeah.
The
Cudi.
bald guy from the
He's
porn.
a cool guy.
Brad Pitt. I
Brad-
think Brad Pitt's just a
Oh
chill
my
dog.
God, I want to meet Brad Pitt.
I want to be
He's on
friends
my
with Brad
list.
Pitt. He's just super cool.
He's too cool for me, though.
I don't know, dude. He's really
No,
down
You're
to
I-
friends
earth.
with him though, so he's like
He's
on.
so-
No, but
he's so down
even
to
though
earth.
I'd be like,
He'd
why are
make
you
you
friends
feel
with me?
good,
You're
bro.
too cool
I
for
don't
me.
know. I mean,
Nice.
no, because he's like your real friend.
I like Brad Pitt.
I want
He's so-
to meet a
Brad Pitt
celebrity.
in
I
Fight
want
Club is the
I would want to be friends with a
fucking coolest thing
celebrity.
ever.
I feel like would crash at my house, and like
That'd
make a
be awesome.
sandwich and like eat and like crash at my house and
Right.
stuff. Like that's what I want.
I could see that.
I guess Bert too. I would like to be friends
I
with
would
Bert.
love to be friends
Any of
with
those
Bert.
comics, man. I just want to be
Okay.
friends with all of them.
Comics are
Oh,
awesome.
Dave Chappelle would be a
That'd
fun
be awesome.
Dave
Holy
Chappelle.
shit, yeah.
George Carlin. That's a guy right
Yeah.
there. Me, top of the list, George Carlin.
Yeah, that, I was. gonna say
Because that
George
would
Carlin,
that would
too.
I've
be
really been into Larry
really
David
funny, but that
recently.
would also be like a wicked learning experience.
Okay.
Talk about mentorship.
I got mine.
Go.
Be some
Joe
stupid
Rogan.
stuff. So
Bill
number one,
Hicks.
Alex Nason.
Bill Hicks.
Oh, dude, I want to be friends with Bill Burr. That's actually
Oh my
number one out
I
of all the
don't.
comics. It's Bill
I
Burr.
don't.
Oh, he
Bill,
would make
really?
fun of you.
He's
Nah,
such
dude,
a
he's
dick.
Yeah,
Not
he
to
would
his
make
friends.
fun
He's a
You know
dick.
what?
Yeah, but he's
what
like a
about
guy,
what
dude.
about Ricky
Yeah, no.
Gervais?
It's like if you're
We-
friends with
You're
him, he's
a-
like
you
a
make
guy.
fun of
Dom so much.
He's the opposite of Dom, though.
Yeah, but you make fun of you
I
are
don't think
too.
so.
Yeah,
I,
but Bill
I think
Burr
me
would,
and
like-
Bill Burr could be
Wait,
friends.
wait.
But I
What,
think Bill
what
Burr is
about
like-
what about Ricky Gervais though? That man would make fun of you.
Yeah, of course.
I fucking love
That's like
Ricky
his
What
whole
about
thing.
Sebastian Maniscalco or whatever the fuck?
I
his
don't
name is?
think Sebastian.
I hate him
Maniscalco-
so much.
Oh, what?
I
He's
hate
such
him.
a good comic.
I
He's
fucking
I want
hate
to
him.
be friends with Jordan
I think
Peele.
he's
I
so
really
good.
like.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Jordan Peele.
Bobby Lee would be a difficult friend, but
I want to be friends with
Fucking
Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee.
I want to be friends with Bobby Lee.
Oh, I
Oh
want to
my
be friends
God.
with Michael Blackson from Wild and Out.
yes.
Is this the actual name?
Yeah, he's really black, and they call him Michael Blackson.
Is that what they call him, or is that his real name?
That's I don't know.
Would Seth Rogen be a good friend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He makes faces.
Oh, fucking Jonah
I
Hill.
fucking love that. I want to do that. Shit.
Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
I'd
Jonah
wanna-
Hill.
I'd wanna
Jonah
be
Hill.
friends with
Jonah
Jonah
Hill's
Hill.
Yeah, Michael Cera, I just feel like would be like the easy.
Yeah.
Ed Norton. Edward Norton.
Yes.
He'd
Yes.
be great to talk
Oh my
to.
God. Yes, I want to be friends
Yeah.
with Edward Norton.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite actors. Edward Norton's the shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Brad Pitt and Edward Norton. Oh, my-
Edgar Wright, who's a director.
Yeah.
He'd be really
What
fun.
movies
You don't-
did he
you don't think
direct?
Bill Burr would
Scott
like
Pilgrim
me?
versus the World. Shaun
I
of the
think
Dead.
Yes, yes.
Bill Burr would get
Baby
along
Driver.
with you if you took his punches, which
Yeah.
I think you would. You're friends
Yeah.
with Charlie, and Charlie makes fun of you all the
Think-
time.
You keep saying this,
can
but I don't
Charlie
see
make
that.
fun of someone like Bill
Charlie
Burr?
busts your chops a lot.
I mean,
my chops.
I mean,
yeah.
not as much as
Thanks,
Bill
Dad.
Burr would, though.
I'm such a white person.
I don't
Bust
know.
your
Not
chops.
as much as Bill Burr would.
I don't know. We all bust each other.
Like, have you? Yeah, but like, I feel like Bill Burr.
When you hear Bill on a podcast, he's just. Yeah, I think he's chill.
Yeah, I think
His stand up comes.
I just think you can't piss him off, and then
Yeah.
because
He's just-
if
he's
you
real.
really pissed him
If I
off,
say some dumb shit, he's gonna be like, "No, that's stupid." But he's like nice. He's so chill on a podcast compared to
yeah, he is
his
chill.
stand up.
I just don't think he would understand our humor
No.
I think.
No, he
yeah,
wouldn't. He
no.
wouldn't.
Have you ever seen?
because he doesn't understand Bert's humor.
When you see Bill Burr and Theo Vaughn, they did a podcast. It was like really weird listening. to
Exactly. Yeah.
Because they're so fucking different.
Yeah.
I mean, it was not bad, but it was just because he's kind of
Like he doesn't find that those type of comedians funny. It doesn't seem
I'm
like.
curious, like what I would go for. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to be friends with Bill Burr.
I think I would.
I admire him. I think he's really fucking funny and he's hilarious. Like
Man, I
he's
love
really
Chris
cool.
D'Elia so much too.
I love Chris D'Elia. I don't want to be friends with
I'm-
Chris D'Elia. Definitely.
Isn't he a rapist?
No, he didn't rape
He
anyone.
got
He
canceled. But
Yeah.
He was.
He-
So yeah.
he talked to like girls that were like
Oh,
almost.
I want to be
18.
friends with Call Me Carson.
Yes.
I
Oh
like
my
being
God.
groped and groomed.
Fucking. What
He
happened?
groped someone.
No, but he groomed a
Did
bunch
he-
of people.
Grooming is like so gross.
Yeah,
that's
it's
what-
like
That's what Chris D'Elia kinda
it's like
did, right?
it's obviously it's nowhere. It's not like the most severe of sexual harassment,
But
obviously.
it's so
But
weird
it's
and
made. It's
should
just
get a
like the
punishment.
weirdest and kind of just it makes your skin
slimy.
crawl.
It's slimy, dude.
Yeah, it's just
Gross.
like greasy.
Like it's just
slime
manipulative.
ball.
It's gross.
Yeah.
I got so tired all of a sudden.
I got really.
Oh, I'm
tired,
fucking
man.
about to smack.
Yeah.
I'm getting more comfortable on these.
Yeah.
Like a lot, especially after the Noah episode. This is like the first episode after the Noah episode, but
Like still in the first
I
episode.
don't know.
Right.
I was really happy with how that came
That
Are
out.
you
was
guys
the
super
really-
tired?
I'm pretty tired.
Do you want another energy drink? Do you want another coffee, or do you want to tap out?
What do you guys want to do? I'm down for anything.
I kind of
Uh,
want. I'm so down to stay in and keep talking. I'm so alive right now.
I won't be able to go for that much longer.
Okay.
No, I won't be able to be awake that much longer.
Yeah, I'm.
Oh, you're done too.
I mean, no, I could keep it. I don't know, dude. It's just. I think I'm just.
I just don't want to have to forcing conversations.
Mm.
I want it because having a conversation when it's not recording, I want to have that right now. I just want to talk
Right.
to you guys. Let's go chill.
Yeah, I kind of
Yeah.
want to go watch Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I want to kind of like
Or watch The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, I kind of just want to like talk amongst ourselves.
That's good though, dude. I think.
Yeah.
That and like how long?
Also, we almost hit 3 hours. So.
Yeah, like ain't
No one's gonna listen to 3
Yeah.
hours.
No one
of
listens
this.
past an hour.
And I wanted to go for another hour, honestly.
No way I could do that. If I was in like a super comfortable bed, if I was in a bed, I could do it.
I want to record one
I don't
tomorrow.
think this.
Chris,
we gotta
let's
get
record
this
one tomorrow morning.
We got to get this thing more comfortable then. There's no way I can do it in the morning. I don't.
You
Think.
don't
Yeah,
like
I'm
morning
not. We're not gonna want to do that.
I like
Yeah.
morning pods.
Really?
So you want to
Maybe we could do a quick one, but like not like.
You want to wake
What
up?
time do you go to work? At 2?
Yeah.
I'm leaving
Nah,
at.
fuck that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, fuck that.
2:00. What time would you want me to go in? 5?
Can you choose?
No.
If you were going in at 5, we'd have like until then.
Well, he just said that he can't choose. So okay.
But 2, that's like I don't want to wake
I'm an
up past
essential
12.
worker, I guess. Maybe we can try. Well, we have big things coming with the podcast. I want to try and get the adult on and try and have a conversation with an actual adult on this podcast.
You'll be on the Lost Lighter soon, Chris.
That'll go on the vault.
Probably next
We're
week.
just trying to be more.
So these
consistent
guys
with
have
the
a
Lost-
Lost Lighter podcast. These guys have their own podcast. You guys want to talk about it?
Check it out if
yeah.
you have nothing to do, because it's fucking boring. It'll put you
Yeah.
to sleep. It's
That's not
run by
boring.
these two geeks.
Yeah, it's
Don't
basically
shut up about fucking Drive.
Drive.
It's like, imagine this podcast, but like slightly less entertaining and with a lot less Kenneth in it.
Oh no,
Kenny,
No more
we're having
Kenneth.
you on that.
Kenneth, you've been on so many
ASAP.
times. Yeah, how would you feel about being on a Liz and Kenny episode?
Liz and who?
Kenny,
Oh, yeah, I really want to do that. That's like my dream.
really?
Oh, yeah.
Make your wish foundation, like you could die
Yeah,
after
no,
that.
yeah, like if I have
Kills
like,
himself.
I got like testicle
Facts.
cancer right now, and like my one wish would be like, Kpush podcast with Liz, just so I can be like,
Okay, we
hey,
can do that.
Liz.
And then, how would you feel about doing one with Quigley?
Yeah, I could do one with quickly. I mean, that.
I feel like we might have to move out to Texas with Kenny.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
You
like
wanna come?
calling.
What are you guys doing in Texas?
We're fucking going there and doing whatever.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
Are there
focus-
taxis in Texas?
Taxis.
Yes,
Probably. It's
yes.
taxi
I'm gonna be an
Taxis-
Uber
oh, for
driver.
sure.
We're going into
Okay.
We're going to Houston. It's a
Then,
city.
yeah, then I'll go. I want to be a
We're
taxi
going to
driver.
Austin.
Okay.
Oh, fucking either one. They're both
Austin,
cities.
Texas.
Which one? Which one's better?
I feel like we might go in between, like in a house.
Victoria. Let's
in
go to
between
Victoria,
both.
Texas.
Nah, we
So,
should
like,
just,
it's
we should just
hour
go all
drive.
In. We should just go all into Austin.
I want to do UPS, dog.
Austin's sick though. Like
Yeah, no,
if
Austin,
we
yeah,
want to do
Austin.
if we want to do stand up, Austin's definitely the place to go. And
Okay.
me and Dom have already kind of committed to stand up because literally it's like either this or like I don't know. I guess I become a male porn star or something. I have no fucking idea.
You don't have the pecs for it.
I'll
Did you
get
do
the
male
pecs for it.
I don't know, dude. I just know it's something along those lines.
No, I want to do
So-
that because literally.
I want to do entertainment. That's what I want to do.
Yeah,
Hey,
same.
I just want to drive a taxi and
You'll do
for
it.
all night long and just that's it.
It's funny because you literally are the comic, like Kenny.
Yeah, why the fuck
legit,
why do I want to be a comedian?
Because dude,
You should be a
there's
comedian.
You should be a
nothing.
comedian.
Literally, there's something broken about our friend group that I don't think we ever really acknowledge. Like legitimately.
What do you
What do you
mean?
mean?
Like we're all kind of fucked.
What do you mean?
Like the way we
Yeah.
operate, the way we think about things. Like we're kind of
Maybe.
on the outside of things. Like even at our school, I feel like we're not. We kind of fit in into our different groups, but like us, my group of friends, it's very special what I have.
It's awesome.
I'm like a chameleon.
diverse.
I try to hide myself in plain sight in any
Mm.
group of
Chameleon's
friends,
my
but at
favorite
the end
animal.
of the day, I'm emotionally unattached to any of them. I feel
Yeah.
nothing towards any of them. If they were to perish in a fire, I'd feel nothing.
What about me, Kenny? Yo, Kenny.
You are my very best friend, Chris.
Kenny, don't do this to me, Kenny.
Look at me, Chris.
Kenny, please.
Chris.
We're like the Impractical Jokers, guys.
What if but what if we all just like became super famous comics?
Comics.
Dude,
And then
it's gonna be so
that'd be a cool ass
crazy
story.
Looking back at this
We'd be like the big four.
podcast,
Yeah.
it's gonna be so insane. We're sitting back.
They're gonna look
It
back.
doesn't seem
My
real.
big bag of weed. Look, my biggest. No one's watching this.
We made it this far, bro. We made it this far. You slipped, bro.
No. I'm gonna be 30. I'm gonna be 30, dude. I'm gonna be 30. I'm gonna be 30. You guys.
I feel like we should end this before
I think it's close. All right.
No, stop. We're on a roll.
Go. No. Go. No, we kind of are.
I'm kind of on a
Don't
roll.
say anything dumb. Don't
Dude,
say
you're
anything
kind of
dumb.
forcing the stop on this.
You're kind of forcing that can over.
No, but imagine,
Fucking hell.
legitimately, we're famous.
Yeah.
Like, just 10, 15 years from now, we're looking back on when we're 17.
10, 15. That's a
Don't
little-
give it that
And, like,
much
the
time. I
podcast-
don't want to live another. So if I'm 17,
I'm
plus
in it for the
15,
long run, dude. I don't
No,
think I'm gonna get
no.
popular very
20,
fast.
29,
I
I'm
don't think I am,
tapping
too.
out.
Dude, I don't think I'm that...
I'm not in it for that.
No,
I don't think I'm that
I'm not-
charismatic.
No,
And
this-
I don't think I'm that good.
No,
Yes, you fucking are. I'm
so
not.
here's my
You think I'm
thing.
that good?
You can
What,
do it.
charismatic?
No,
Like, to get successful in 15 years.
you'll probably have a
or
brief
it's better.
stint
You
of
better.
popularity on
We
the
better,
internet.
dude. We're
and then
fucking doing it,
fall
so
out.
it's like there's no option.
So
And I think
it's either that
us
or death.
together is
Well,
more
that's-
likely
that's-
Once
that's
than
what I'm
us
talking
alone.
about.
stand-up
See,
comics open and I turn 18, when we turn
I
18,
fucking can't wait.
I'll get you a fucking fake ID.
no,
I
listen,
don't give a
listen,
fuck.
Chris.
We're
Yeah,
getting to
yeah.
this fucking stand-up clubs.
No, listen.
We're getting to this fucking stand-up
Okay.
clubs. I don't give a fuck, dude.
Okay,
We gotta
buddy.
go.
No, so listen, Chris.
You
So
and me.
the way,
And Charlie,
Charlie, you should try it.
so
try
I've been thinking a joke.
You're
I'm gonna
funny.
fucking do it. I'm definitely. Even if I don't want to take it fully, I'm gonna do it.
It's fucking fun.
That'd be so.
dude, it's
That'd
gonna
be
be
fun.
so
Um,
sick.
so I'm 17. So here's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
18, that's where we start at a low, little club doing the little comic thing.
Mhm.
Try to get big, but by 29, I'm tapping out. That's when I die.
You think so?
Why?
Just 29.
30s are a good time, man. You're gonna miss out on your 30s.
Dude,
Yeah.
30s are a good
What about
time.
20s?
No.
20s.
20s are even better than 30s.
Yeah, I don't know
so
why
I
I
even
skip the whole.
I don't want the beef.
You said you're gonna be out at 29. That means you're gonna.
He
miss
said
your
19.
30s. Oh.
No, 29. I
said
said I'm,
29.
Oh, these
No,
You're
I
gonna
said
miss
I'm-
out on your 30s.
So you
yeah,
think,
30s are
you
tight.
think you got 12 years left?
yeah.
Some may argue
At
that
best.
30s is the best because that's when you're most you.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm dying right now.
Don't worry.
Why?
I don't know.
I feel like I'm
always
dying
on
too.
medication and a
I'm on-
jitter. And I like to punch
I'm on,
people,
you know,
kick them.
personally.
I wanna cut
medication
someone's
doesn't work
face
for me.
off and
I've
put
tried
it on.
many times.
I want to wear
and
someone's
they try
face.
to get me on different
their,
medication.
their skin. I want to cut it off and wear it as a mask.
It's a scam. It is,
And
and
be
I
like
just
Leatherface.
don't really like it. And they try and put me on different medication, and I try to do it with like, self medication. I guess
My
you could say.
medication makes me
But
funny.
It's just, it's not good. But we're
Oh,
gonna
I
get
love
through
my
it,
medication.
and
I need
think
it.
Once we get,
I'm just on melatonin.
No, here's the thing. I don't.
Once-
So when it comes time to
once-
wean off of my meds, I don't think I ever will. So I'll probably die of that.
you think so?
Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop taking it. No.
Come on. Well, your microphone unplugged.
So I'll be. Yeah, I'm not. I'm going.
Yeah.
I think if I do stand up, I'm going to dress very. No, not like this. I'll be
I like
dressed
how
very.
you dress.
I did
Kenny.
too.
I'll dress
I like it.
formal.
That'd be. Oh, you'd be like the only person to do that.
I'll wear my pinstripe pants and everything.
Oh, I have an original idea. Go shirtless.
Shirtless, go Burt
No.
Kreischer.
Yeah, how are you like?
Go
looking at doing
skinless,
it? Are you
baby.
doing, like- are you gonna
I
do,
walk
like, a
on stage without
character, or
skin on.
I am
What's your?
excited to find out what's funny.
Me too. I want to test out what's like.
I don't know what's funny.
I don't know.
I'm
No,
not-
I'm excited to see if I'm funny.
You know, it's
funny
hard.
as fuck.
No,
Charlie.
No, it's
but
hard
like,
to-
Charlie,
but
you're
like
funny as fuck.
in like the comedy.
It's hard to
in, like,
know
a-
if you're
in front of a
truly
crowd.
funny or if it's just your friends are used to what you're saying.
humor.
Yeah, that's the
Like
thing.
for me, I don't think I'm that funny. I think it's just a matter of like, I say
I
stupid
think you're
stuff
that funny
so
because not only are
I say it
we
so
laugh,
often so stupidly.
but I think not only we laugh, everyone laughs at your jokes.
Well,
so I think you are funny.
Well, I think it's just because everyone is very bland.
Mm.
You
Kenny's
know?
the
Yeah.
one that shows it.
Yeah, I'm like that loose cannon. So
Yeah.
whenever you see me, it's like a wabam.
Yeah,
guess so.
that's true.
And that's why my love life is going nowhere. For anyone watching this, could you add me on Snap?
Yeah,
Mm.
Adam.
At lover of Bono on Snap.
Bono lover. Yeah.
I'm lonely.
Boner.
I'm sick of snuggling with Dom.
Yo,
I'm not.
why,
His
bro?
arms
I'm not.
hurt.
I'm
not.
gonna eat his asshole. Yo, who said that?
My
Feminine?
first asshole eating mic.
Oh,
Fart Mike.
first ever fart mic.
We just need to come together as a country
Come together.
and really.
Good song.
I'm
Beatles.
so excited.
Doesn't
to
Alex
see you on
Jones
stage.
live
You-
in fucking
And we're
Texas?
gonna-
You ever heard of the
We're
Beatles?
gonna go on Austin. We're gonna become stand-ups.
I
And we're gonna
think that's
become
where-
this new generation of Gen Z
Sound like-
No,
that
listen.
didn't
I think
go
Alex
to college.
Jones
but
lives
is
there.
still
Sound like
figuring
you're on
out-
Adderall.
figuring out how to succeed in life. Dude, we're gonna
Dude,
do it.
you
I'm gonna prove it.
My
Everyone
mom
wrong.
is already
I'm gonna
trying
pro-
to.
I can say this shit because no one's watching.
Dude, listen.
It's so
Li-
great.
Dude, my
Wait,
mom.
yeah, let's talk about shit not but like
Dude,
Yeah,
dude,
no,
yeah, I get what you mean.
No,
Yeah,
listen
no.
to
Fucking, let's be
Yo,
comics, dude.
no, listen to this.
Be comics.
Let's fucking do it.
So,
So this woman.
so here's the thing. So I'm I
Should I
fucking,
talk about my?
dude, I'm
Should I talk about my blowjob?
Yes.
What?
I am so I'm so fucking done with school and all that bullshit. I got in trouble the other day. The fucking Latin teacher thought I plagiarized the fucking thing.
Did you?
No.
Oh, I did.
No, I just I looked up the story online and then I translated it with my
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
And she was like all the same quotation marks are everywhere, and I was like, of course they are. When you translate, punctuation doesn't change, you fuckwad, just the spelling of words guys.
Fuckwad.
I'm so fucking sick of it, I swear. My mom's like, I think we're just gonna put you in a community college for a couple of years and send you somewhere else. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not going to a college, you bitch. You can drag me there, but
I
I'll
feel like they'll put estrogen in you and make you a girl.
Oh no,
Time out. Time out.
they'll put some. They'll
I
put.
just don't think I can do college.
They'll
man.
they'll try
I
to.
can't. I'll
fucking-
I'll blow
What's
my
it-
brains
I'm
out.
What's
so
it-
done
Or
with
I'll
it.
overdose
sedate-
on like acid or something.
I feel like they're gonna sedate.
It's
me.
so
Oh my God.
bad. It's so bad. I just hate being in high school so
People always
much.
say it's a college experience. You go to parties. I'm so satisfied with where I am now with like socially. I don't.
I
give a
don't-
shit.
I don't wanna go
I
to
don't care.
parties.
I don't care, dude.
Over.
No, like I
I
don't
don't like
want to
to
go
party
to parties
anymore.
because
I
I
just
don't
wanna
like
do-
anybody from there. They're all the same. They're all annoying. They're all
dude.
junkies and assholes.
We get it. You watch the fucking Nelk Boys.
It's like we got it. You're like
That's
Young
fact.
Gravy, and you smoke pot because your dad doesn't really love you. Cool, nice to meet you. Fuck off.
He's right.
please.
He's right. He's right.
I don't care. You know. I just fucking. You know.
And like
they're gonna
I've
no, and then when I go to college, they're gonna try and sedate me, and like get rid of all of my characteristics that make me unique. And then by the time I'm done with college, I'll be in a business suit with a fucking crew cut hairstyle, you know,
Yeah.
rocking a fucking Rolex or whatever, getting ready for my cubicle office job. And I'll be
Yeah.
like,
Cubicle.
oh great, I'm like my dad. This is awesome.
Yeah, dude.
And the thing is I've talked about this before on the podcast, but the thing about these parties is they're like Snapchat, like interactions.
Yeah, every interaction lasts the same amount of time as a Snapchat video does.
The best memories
10
are with a
seconds.
small group of people.
You say yes. Yeah, it is.
Because
Because it's like a part of these podcasts. It's one of these reasons. Why? It's one of the reasons
just-
why these podcasts.
It sounded like you were remixing it with like a record. Everybody put your hands up.
Yeah.
Podcast.
It's one of the reasons why these podcasts are so fun, because like there's no going back, and it is.
that was the clumsiest.
You've dropped that so many times.
That was the clumsiest, but also you literally.
So many
the
times.
smoothest, clumsiest I've ever seen you go.
It's like you are capturing with a small amount of people because there is a limited amount of mics, and there's not that many
There's a limited
places.
amount of people named.
I wonder what people think about the podcast. Do some people think it's like
Yeah, because
lame?
we get like 50 views. I know about 6 of those people.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I
Who
guarantee-
else? I want to know who else.
No,
watches.
I want to know what
wanna
they
know-
genuinely fucking
Brendan,
Me
think.
too.
Brendan reached out to me and
You
said,
told
like,
me this on the last episode.
like it was so good.
Oh, wait, no, it wasn't on an episode.
And it's really interesting to see people that and I think that that's what I was trying to go for, and it's really
Gopher?
good that he's like kind
like
of
a
getting that
gopher
message and
joke?
people are
Yeah.
getting that.
Nice.
I'm really interested in I think you would be a good guest to be on.
I hate
Who?
this podcast. Damn you all to hell.
Wow.
I wonder who the hell watches the episodes I'm on.
Right.
And I guarantee whoever
Noah,
is
Noah
watching
watches
those.
all these
Noah
episodes
does, yeah.
in
No,
fucking
I
full.
swear whoever
All
watches
of
the
them.
episodes
All yours,
with
all of
me
mine.
is just watching them. 'cause
He's
they
our
think
biggest
I'm like
fan,
a
Chris.
fucking
It's
idiot.
fucking Noah.
I
So like
love
they're waiting
Noah.
for me to
Yeah,
do
I
it.
don't
Oh!
same with people.
They probably watch the video and then the second they realize I'm not a fucking moron, they just like exit out. Like this ain't good.
No,
I like it when he's a
dude,
retard.
'cause it's interesting because they don't like. So I bet the people that click on it are like, oh, like, I want to know more about Kenny.
Oh, no one really gives a shit.
That's what I do when I click on them.
Man,
I mean, and I know you, and most people don't know you. Like, I know you like fairly well.
Yeah.
Like, you're my friend. I
No,
can definitely call you
man,
my friend.
I think people click on that video expecting, a retard, and then they're like, he can speak, and he's not illiterate, and he can form basic sentences with an idea behind them. That's absurd and outrageous.
I think-
Blasphemy, and they turn it off.
Do you not like? Do you kind of hate that? Like how some people will look at you like that?
No, I've just come to terms with the fact everyone thinks I'm a fucking idiot, so I use it to my benefit.
How?
I don't think everyone
I
thinks
don't
that.
think idiot.
No, so
I think they just think you're funny.
yeah, well, no, but no one thinks I'm. I feel like no one thinks I can be serious.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I
They just don't know you well enough.
I use that ability to be serious as my ultimate form of comedic relief, because I find it really funny.
Yeah.
I make myself laugh more than anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I'll act like an idiot, but then when it's time to be serious, I'll actually be serious. Like when I gave that stupid speech to be class fuckhead president.
Oh, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, and it was
That was
really
amazing.
really
Oh,
funny
yeah.
because this fucking idiot just gave like the best speech.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Stupid, but it made me laugh. So
It was awesome.
great shit from me, man.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got annoyingly disqualified, which was that's bullshit.
Oh, you did? I didn't even know.
Yeah, but you gave a really dope moment for I don't know.
I
That was
despise
such a
those
fucking-
people who have held me down
Yeah,
with the
well, those
shackles of
fucking-
society.
You made school interesting for a day.
Yeah,
You did.
that was more than a day, dude.
No, that
I'll
was a
remember that.
memory. That's a
I'll
memory,
remember
dude.
that forever.
That's such a dope memory.
Yeah. I don't know. I watched your hat. It was awesome.
You were on
It's like my
Easton.
least favorite thing I've done.
Really?
It's just like at first I was like that's really funny, but now I'm like that's not even that clever. I could do something funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
I think you could,
You're
but
100% right.
in the moment, that was fucking sick.
Well, yeah, I mean it's because I got balls, so like a lot of these people.
Yeah. I don't have the balls to do that.
I don't have the balls for that.
Dude, my balls would look like fucking raisins next to yours.
It's like
Your
that
balls
show-
would look like Chris's balls pre-surgery.
I'll tell you this, man. After you smack
The
your principal's
watermelon.
ass,
the
you can
watermelon,
kind of
the
do
grapefruits,
The
whatever
grape,
you
the
want,
actual
you know?
grapefruits.
Yeah.
Dude,
You can-
and I was a swimmer. I had to wear the tight bathing suits. You could
Oh
just
fuck!
see.
You swam, dude.
Dude, I
I
wrestled,
forgot.
dude. I had the
It's
fucking
so
singlet.
You're good, right?
Yeah, I was really
I
good.
ran
A few trophies
for a
and
year.
whatnot, but I fucking despise that sport.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
despise it all, man. Dude, I'm the fucking king, man.
King Kong.
King man.
I'm awesome, great. Yeah.
We're all great.
Why doesn't women like me?
I don't know.
Yeah, we
dude.
should become male feminists.
I mean, it works
sometimes.
Sometimes it works.
It works
I don't know,
sometimes.
dude. I
Oh,
don't.
I love women.
Dude, this wage gap thing, we gotta solve.
Straight up, man.
Guys,
That's the worst
guys.
way to get girls.
Well, hey,
the
hey,
witch trap doesn't actually exist.
Hey,
Kidding.
no, dude, I like the guys who are like, "Excuse me, you're a woman." Hey,
Fuck you.
I think we're equal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Dude,
think we
I'd be like,
understand.
"Thanks."
No,
I
no.
know.
Hey, are you a woman?
fuckwad.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I've done.
Oh, it's like walking up to a black
100%.
person. Hey, so sorry about
Yeah.
slavery.
That's so racist.
It's
To me, that's racist to do.
It's such a. It's just like fucking stupid. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, what involvement did you have with it? If
Yeah.
you apologize for
Yeah.
slavery, that means you did it. Did you contribute to it
landed
at
Is that your
all?
tooth?
No.
Yeah, I yanked it out the
My
other
ass.
minute.
My ass.
I think we've been going for 3 hours now.
We have been over.
313.
Yeah, we're chilling, dude.
This is ridiculous.
This is crazy. This is not happening.
This is your
before.
longest podcast?
Yeah,
I feel like I'm
100%.
going insane slowly.
Me too.
It's so
Like I feel
good.
like I feel
This
like
is like a crazy high I'm in right now.
how you know
Like
that?
legitimately, like
They're not legitimately.
No,
not
like-
figuratively, Chris.
the
Not
problem is-
legitimately.
No,
No, literally not
like-
legitimately.
Stop,
I
stop.
really want to lay
Seriously,
back.
seriously,
I want to
stop.
lay
Seriously,
down
stop.
right now,
Seriously,
but
seriously.
like right here, it's like fucking
Chris, you should
nothing.
just replace like beds.
Yeah, right. We should just get beds in here.
No,
But, like,
see
the-
right out here. This is
The way
probably where
I'm
gonna
feeling
sleep
right
with
now,
the
where I've just been
boys.
talking this
Yeah,
long
Yeah.
with my mind speaking, like there's no boundary between my mind and what's coming out of my mouth right now. Nothing.
I love that feeling actually. That's dope. It's
I
dope.
get that.
It
I-
feels so good
Yeah.
right now. It's never been this open before. It's good. I
It
like
takes
it.
time to get this open.
Yeah, it does. I think podcasts really, really get good at the end. It's just kind of a
Yeah.
shame because people don't want to stick around, but
No one sticks around.
Well,
It's
then
okay.
We
skip
should
to
just
the
put it
end.
in
we
reverse.
have this memory. That's what.
That's fucking genius, actually.
Well,
Just
if
put
you
it
put
in
it in
reverse.
reverse, wouldn't it be like everything? Wouldn't it all be backwards?
Subtitles
But we have this memory for us.
forever.
Like,
I
this
think we do this
conversation, we will-
podcast more for us than for. This is
100%.
for
No,
us.
Nico-
This isn't
no,
for anybody
we're
else.
not doing
we hope that
this.
people enjoy it, but this is literally for
Hey,
us.
I'm not joining you guys to talk about podcasts so we get fucking 1 million views and shit.
No,
I just
Right.
think it's,
It's
fun.
fun.
I think it's fun.
I like
It's gonna
talking.
be a cool
I like
experience.
you people. I, like
I think-
talking.
Yeah, it's fun.
I know. If
I
one of
think
my
we
friends
keep going,
watches,
though, we'll
it's
get
cool.
better and better and better, and
Yeah.
Exactly.
our audience will get bigger as we get more people
I came
on.
here for the
Dude,
turkey
how would you
sandwich.
feel about getting Quigley on here?
Yeah, yeah, that'd be fun. I really want to do Liz. I would like to do Quigley. That'd be fun. No, I would. I feel like I could. If
That would
anyone's
be a
gonna,
good episode.
if anyone's gonna pry Liz's mind open, it'll be
What are
can
you
be
guys
cool.
doing Monday?
It'll be the Mad Hatter himself. It's
I
gonna
got
be
school.
cool.
School.
I get
Well,
to
like
stay here.
after school.
After school.
Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. Hit
I-
up the
Dude.
Christian might be coming over, so I'll talk. To
I
you
don't do a
guys. We
goddamn
might
thing
be,
after school anymore. I don't even do schoolwork.
We might be
Dude,
getting something
I'm
together.
I'm literally I'm
What?
so
We'll get something
sick of
together.
school.
What?
I'm so behind in everything.
I feel like
We'll
every
get
time I
something.
do something good, I have a teacher like fucking like trying to rip me off
Yeah,
and
then
shit.
yep.
And
I
they're-
have so
they're
much
bull-
shit.
I'm-
You're
they're
not
sending me
yeah.
an email. Oh, dude, the second the fucking Latin teacher was like, did you plagiarize this? I'm like, I'm never fucking doing a thing in your class again. I literally, I haven't done anything in like the past week.
I didn't do anything for like a week. in
She's
the
like,
class. She got
you
pissed.
haven't turned any of your work in, and I was like, what's the point if you're just gonna say it's plagiarism and send it to the office?
Did she send it to the office?
I think she did, yeah.
Oh my
And
And I
god.
sent her like I sent her an email, and I was like, look, you're an asshole.
Was that the email?
Yeah, I was like, dude, I was on a roll going to school because it's hard to go to school for me.
Oh, it's
Right.
yeah.
Because of my dizziness, but
Yeah,
so I was
yeah,
on a roll, and then like this like hit me like a bus, and I was just like,
Yeah.
what a fucking asshole! Like, you
Yeah.
gotta be a really big fucking douchebag.
Yeah, the bridge room is
Yeah.
asking where you are and stuff like that.
No, I was like, dude, like, I was like, fucking think about like me for a second, and not just like your fucking stupid class.
I
Yeah,
know.
no.
I don't really give a shit about Latin. I didn't plagiarize the fucking thing. You've had me for 2 years.
Yeah, same teacher. Yeah.
Like, get off your fucking, horse and fucking, you idiot.
We had a quiz in that class.
Yeah,
Friday.
I nail the quiz and then I do the homework
Don't.
correctly, and she's like, "Did you plagiarize? It has the same quotations and everything." Fucking punctuation doesn't change, you jackass. And you went to fucking college for this? Jesus Christ! No wonder I don't want to go to college.
No,
Bastard didn't learn anything.
but this is how humans talk, legitimately. 100%.
That's
Like
what
if
I
that
don't like
was
about our
outside of school,
If
Kenny would
people
say that
find
to her
this- If
face.
people find this, I think it's literally having a conversation. I don't think anyone should get in trouble.
No.
Man, if I get in trouble, I hope I hope that a teacher, like if the Latin teacher hears this right now, I hope you know that you fucked my whole week up, dude. That was a shitty thing to do.
Yeah.
Fucking really shitty. And you fucking you're just an asshole, I guess.
Yeah.
Because that was just bullshit. I mean, fuck
Yeah,
you.
dude.
Seriously, dude. Like, I'm not doing that class again.
Yeah, Latin.
Like,
Yeah.
good luck with that. Like,
I know.
gonna do Latin
It's
three.
hard, dude.
And I'm doing pretty good in her class, and she's fucking. I'm like, no, I'm done.
I know. It's just
Like,
it's so
I
hard.
give up. That's what I don't like about schools. They talk about like, oh, we like the mental health and everything, but it's
They
like
don't give a shit.
they don't
But
really
they're
give
the
a
problem
shit.
as
Like the
well.
kids
Yeah,
who are
they're like the whole
the
stem
kids
of
who,
the problem.
aren't coming into school who have like fucking like mental problems and issues. Those kids are the ones that like never get the fucking break or the psych that they need. It's always like the jerk offs who are like, I have depression, and it's like they clearly don't. They're just jerking themselves off trying to get less work to do.
Yeah.
Like Nate O'Connor did like a TikTok post where he was like, I love to email my teachers and say my mental health is bad to get off of work. And I'm like, what a fucking loser. What a cunt.
I haven't talked to him in a while.
Oh, I want to kick him. Right in the nuts.
I haven't
You
talked
have
to
to be
him.
an asshole. Like, really? You're emailing your teachers, you have bad mental health, so you don't have to work?
Yeah.
Like, fucking...
When I talked to him, he was
Like,
cool.
I don't do that. Like, I fucking... When my mental health isn't fucking good, I don't fucking brag. I don't say, oh, I don't have to do work now. No, I say, fuck it, I'm gonna do more work now.
Mm-hmm.
I just ignore my work.
God,
I'm so I can ignore my work to the point where I completely forget about it, so then I can just chill and I'm not stressed.
I mean, no, but like...
It's like really bad, actually.
I like to be productive when I'm not happy, you know?
Yeah.
That's when I work most.
I
Yeah.
just I just need to like when I'm like not like happy, I need like a few hours to just do nothing.
Oh, a
few hours a day.
When I'm like not feeling it and I'm being productive,
I just
have
get
to be-
tired.
I gotta be alone.
Me too. I have to be, being alone is important.
I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. And then I have to be alone. So when I finally do talk with someone, it makes it all the more better.
yeah.
Yeah.
Being alone. I like being
Yeah,
alone.
and I don't make being sad my personality trait. Like a fucking
Yeah.
idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
hate that shit.
There's people who are like, I'm a loner. That's
Oh,
like
I'm
my
different. If you
personality.
couldn't tell. Look at the way I dress. Look at how I talk. I'm a little different.
yeah.
Yeah, you're a little different.
Don't
right?
don't be different so
Be
people look at
different
you.
isn't a personality.
Yeah,
trait.
don't be different
No.
so
If
people
you're
look at
different,
you.
You're different. I
Yeah.
don't care. No one likes you.
Just don't be different so people look at you
I
as
hope Nate
different.
O'Connor's watching.
Be different
this.
because you want to
I
be
want
a
to kick
certain
you
way.
in the nuts. I don't like you, you piece of shit. I don't like him. I really don't. I think he's just annoying.
I haven't talked to him
Dude.
since freshman year.
Yo,
Really.
if
Yeah,
someone gets-
I'm gonna fucking throw something.
He was cool when I
No,
talked to
I
him.
gotta come
I
on.
don't
Oh, he
really
was
know.
never
Next
cool. He was a
episode
fucking
soon.
prick.
I haven't talked to him in a long
He's a
time.
prick. He
Dude,
tries to act
stop,
fucking
bro.
cool.
Chill.
Chris, we're 3 hours in. There's fucking
Yeah.
no way that this specific moment right now.
Someone timestamp
No one
this.
will find
Fuck
this.
you, Nate.
Timestamp it.
Dude, chill, family. Chill,
3.5
chill,
hours
family.
in.
Chill, family.
Chill, let's chill.
We're 3.5 hours. in.
$20. I got a call from
Remember
the
when we were
office.
like,
so
yo,
you
let's
were
just-
on the
let's just
Kpush
make an hour.
podcast, and at timestamp 3 hours and 2 minutes, and you said "f you" to the Latin and to a student, and that you are suspended and
about
expelled.
All in trouble with this.
What if this podcast gets out to like the school or the fucking news
Chris
or
starts
something?
talking about. There was 3 different moments where Chris started talking as near the end
A
of
part
it.
of me wants that to happen.
It's okay.
The bag.
Imagine how fucking
What?
like
When you
watch.
mentioned the bag.
Imagine how
you're gonna have.
lonely your life must be to watch like kids
Oh,
podcasts.
well, that's
Yeah,
when
fucking
I'm
if-
older.
if that-
That's
if-
when I'm older in Texas.
If something like that ever
It's
happens,
like,
I'm
sorry that we have
when I'm
freedom
like,
of speech and we like to
laws are
talk to one
legal in
another.
Texas.
Outside
I will be so
I'm
beyond
out of
that.
school. If I want to call
Like-
someone a
When I'm
dickhead,
like
I'm doing it.
25, dude, 24. It's definitely gotta be legal there, right?
Hopefully.
What are we talking about?
Chris
Weed
goes,
has to be legal when
you
I'm
know how Chris brought
24
up his
in
bag?
Texas,
You
right?
know-
Movie.
Dude, you know how Chris
It
brought up
is.
the bag?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's gonna have
it
in
has
Texas.
to be
As
He
a
goes,
gag.
no, it's fine. It's when I'm 30 in Texas. I mean, it's illegal in Texas no matter how old you are.
Wait,
You
it's
mean?
illegal in Texas?
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
that? You
It,
mean
it
that?
is right now.
Wait,
I don't think
Chris.
it is medically.
Wait, Chris, you mean that?
You
Fuck,
just get it
bro.
prescribed.
Get it medically.
Just get it prescribed.
Chris,
It's not.
No, it's pretty easy. I think it's just like
Yeah,
you go
I
in there
can
like,
get it.
Wait, Chris.
I can't sleep.
I'm so depressed.
Wait, Chris.
You
just
gotta
to,
get a cool
Chris,
doctor.
just to clarify, that's a joke, right? You don't actually possess a bag of weed.
No,
That's
No.
a gag.
It's figurative.
Yeah.
yeah,
it
that's a
is.
gag, right? Say it. Say that. Please.
It's a gag.
It's a gag.
Yeah,
There we go. There we go.
No,
There
I'm
we
talking
go.
All
about
right,
Wait,
so-
wait.
in
Let's
the future.
disprove all the evidence. That was all a joke, and it wasn't us saying it.
There's no weed over there. That's actually a box, and it's got wires and cables in it. So
You just incriminated us.
Dude, chill.
man.
My space heater.
yeah,
Speeder.
What if
space
someone
heater.
fucking listened to this whole thing and we got in trouble?
Dude,
You know, I
what
feel
a
like if they
loner.
listen
Not bad.
this far
Wait,
in,
wait,
fuck
but like, what do
you.
you?
you need to do something else with your
Wait,
life.
but
Why are you
what would
focusing
you
on
even
us?
get in trouble for? Like having a conversation in your friend's basement about how you're unhappy with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
This
what
would,
I'm saying.
this would happen
Like,
either way.
Yeah, like
If I
this is how human
if I
We're
don't
just
like
recording it.
if I don't like it, and I didn't even we haven't given names or anything.
They haven't given
I can't wait till we're out of school and we can just say whatever.
Exactly.
Oh, I'll be all
Oh
over it
my
because
God, I'm gonna be so
I
happy
hate
once
so
we
many of these.
graduate.
It's gonna be so much
teachers in the
funnier, too.
school.
We
It
talk
is.
about whatever we want. Yeah.
Yeah,
just
we
say
don't have
shit.
to censor ourselves.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Crazy.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for that. Literally, I'm just so happy. I'm just trying to graduate.
I
I'm just
just,
trying to
I just,
slip
it's
by.
annoying
I
that
know,
an
that's what I'm
adult
trying
would
to
look at this.
slither by.
Oh yeah, I'm barely trying to make it.
I know.
Yeah, same.
I hope
Dude,
that-
we're,
no,
in
I
the, we're
see-
in the
I-
stretch. We're in the stretch.
I seriously hope after high school we don't like fizzle apart like a lot of.
We're not going to.
I hope
I
not.
know
I
we're
feel
not
like
going
we
to.
can't now that we started this podcast.
I know people. I know every friend group must say this, but we've been talking about how we don't want to break apart since we were together as a friend group.
Look, man, the people
Yeah.
that break apart, I think
The,
you know, the real friends are gonna stay.
They were.
so I'm not worried.
The real friends are gonna stay.
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna fucking be in
Yeah,
Texas
but this
together.
podcast kind of certifies it because you can look back and see how your like mind worked with these
I'm
people.
glad we're doing this.
It's
I'm
so
really
fun.
fucking, and you're
So-
you're
Even
fucking.
even if the
killing-
podcast
killing it.
literally
So
goes
many
like
episodes,
nowhere,
yeah.
it'll still be like a time capsule memento.
Yeah, bro.
oh, dude,
We got
that's so
five.
true.
We got like 480 views on the
I'm gonna be
clip, by the way.
60,
yeah, that was crazy. I saw
60
that.
years
dope.
old looking back when I was 17.
Oh my god, I don't know.
I'll be 28 because I'm not living past 29.
Looking back at the Bella rant.
I don't know what you're talking
You're
about.
gonna miss out. on
What
the
mutated
30s.
slut
It's
whale
been
was
so
that?
fucking long since the Bella rant. Who
Dude,
cares?
That was like
I like showed someone and like they really cared and they reached out to me and they told me not to talk about it and I don't want to get
okay,
like any
okay.
hard feelings
okay.
and I don't want to like cause anything, so
That's
I
fair.
respectfully did just draw back.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So basically.
so what
basically
you're
the
saying
whole
is that
story.
you think Liz is your greatest interview to date. I agree.
Greatest like meeting work.
You
Meeting
guys
of
are
the
so
mind.
fucked.
It's a meeting of the minds, really. That's what it is. It's
Dude,
like Einstein.
we were like gone for like a minute, like
In that
during this
podcast?
Yeah, we just
Oh, and
left.
this one?
We left.
Oh, we dead ass just left.
Yeah, we
Yeah, we went upstairs to check for the ghosts of Christmas present.
Christmas past.
Facts.
I said that yesterday. I don't know why.
You were thinking of Christmas. Or me.
Yeah, Chris.
Dude, my grades close this Friday.
My grades are we have
I gotta
term
get shit
2
done.
We have a
ends.
little bit of time.
Yeah, we
Just
have a
so-
couple weeks.
We have enough time to like fucking push.
Yeah, I have just enough time
Yeah.
to get a couple essays done and like a project done and like it's like I've been keeping my
I
grades like
actually have
at
a
sea
podcast.
level.
We have a podcast project
Oh yeah,
for Shoe.
Schuessler.
Mm,
Are
that's
we not
nice.
gonna be allowed to use partners though? Because that blows.
That'd be, yeah, singular podcast.
That's not like a thing.
If we did that, that'd be
Yeah.
sick, Kenny, because I
Yeah.
have the mics.
Yeah, because we could
Oh,
easily
shit, it would
bounce.
actually be nice.
Yeah, me and you could
Film it?
bounce about it like.
Bro, that'd be
easy.
so. That'd be
I could,
so good.
He knows
too.
me.
I fucking love having
Schuessler?
these mics.
Oh, I like him. I didn't say anything bad about him. I like him. Like,
No,
he's a cool guy.
could
I
be
like
in
him
him.
too.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
I think it's-
I didn't say anything bad about him, so
No, I don't love like.
he pushes
every-
me, and it's hard, but it's good.
I don't love every assignment we do. I don't like the
I don't-
Borderlands
yeah.
stuff, but I like him. I like him as
I
a
like
teacher.
some
I
parts
think
of
it's
the
cool.
Borderlands stuff, but
He's
it's
inclusive, you know.
Yeah, he's very
He
inclusive.
doesn't clearly pick favorites.
Yeah, and he wants everyone to succeed, like truly.
Yeah, he's trying.
Yeah.
And he's not like a hard ass or anything like that.
Down with.
He's only a hard ass if you're like really, really lazy, then he'll be like, cut it out.
Yeah, and that's exactly what.
But that's like what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Besides,
He's a
that, it's
teacher.
cool.
Yeah, it's a job.
Yeah.
I need to take a piss.
You need to take a piss?
Yes.
Oh,
How long have we been going now?
really long.
Holy shit, 3.5. I want to.
we stopping? Chris, I'm so fucking exhausted.
I know. This is
Oh
so
my
tired.
god.
You just want to end it now?
Yeah, peace out,
Sorry,
guys.
we're fucking.
Peace
I'm
out.
not.
Yeah, just like, don't piss them.
No, we should have like a nice ending. We can't just leave.
We've had a nice ending.
Dude, we do not need a nice ending because
Okay.
We've never had a nice
Whatever.
ending. We're terrible
Peace
people.
Subscribe to Lost Lighter.
Okay, then.
I'm just promoting my shit.
Yeah.
Episode 3 out with Noah. Watch that. That was really good.
yeah, it was a good
Episode
good
4
episode.
gonna come out in a week, 2 weeks. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Whenever it comes out.
So fuck you.
Our schedule.
Yeah, facts. Kenny?
Watch, what is it now? Season 2, episode 3 of my podcast, Alias, with Kenneth.
Yes.
That's on, right now it's on SoundCloud. I did. We're on season 2, episode 3.
For real.
On Alias.
Yeah, Alias. With Kenneth.
For real, you should.
I did.
Everyone should have a podcast.
It's 4:20.
So many fucking podcasts.
No way.
It's 4:20 in the morning.
Oh
That's
my
the perfect
God,
time
dude.
to end the pod.
So, no.
But
Oh my god.
go to
why did we do that?
SoundCloud.com. Type in aliases.
We
with
did
Kenneth,
it. We did it.
And season 2, episode 3.
Okay, we might as well go to like
Very
7.
soon.
Yeah, facts. Might as well go.
No, not now. Okay, it'd be so fun to do that. It'd be so. We gotta plan that, and we should do it at in my studio, cause it's so like the couch.
Yeah, the
I'm
cow.
like, it's my house.
Our studio. Like you fucking are moving in.
Alrighty
Actually, I'm
then.
taking this part of your house, Charlie.
Alrighty then. What do we say?
Bye.
Bye, dude. This has been
Peace.
so long.
Peace,
Yeah.
peace
If
out,
you
wieners.
watch this whole thing, you need to get a like.
Yeah, honestly, get up and go outside for a second.
Wait, hold on. If you listen to this all the way
Yo,
through,
Noah,
I want you
Noah,
to comment.
get up.
Yeah, if you listen to this all the
I
way
hope
through,
Noah's
comment
listening.
why. Like,
Yeah.
who were you? Who?
Yeah.
Like, was there a certain person that you really just wanted to
Hey,
hear from?
yeah,
Do
hey.
you really not
What,
have
is there a
anything
topic?
to
So Noah,
fucking
so
do?
Noah,
Or do you-
what
are you
kept
just,
you
like,
watching? Specifically, Noah.
Noah, is your penis in your hand right now? I know you stroking.
Hi, Noah.
Hey, cut this man. Cut the mic.
All right, see you later, Noah.
Bye,
Peace out,
Noah.
Noah.
Bye, Noah.
Peace out,
Love you.
Noah.
I think we're done.
Bye, Biggie Salads.
Holy shit.